everybody who is watching the streams, thank you so much. This is going to be the first time I've ever done this with a whole bunch of different creators as opposed to just Gigs, who is the real veteran of these streams. We used to do these back in the day with a bunch of the members of T1. As for everyone else, we have the T-Rex, former World First Raider and Bungie employee previously as well. We also have Cross, good sir. We have CB Grey from the Raid Zone, and we have the good sir Fallout Plays, fellow content creators, the lot. Thank you so much to all of you for turning up, and I'm so glad that there's interest from all of this, from all of you guys, because seriously, it is a weird thing to sit down and just be like, hey, you know, what's a raid doing with all the lore stuff in the first place, and to just listen to all the strange esoteric nonsense that Destiny throws out there. And for you guys to take some time to actually jump in and do this, yeah, that's also really kind of you and really awesome, so thank you so much. The other things to note, a lot of the, and this is just kind of like a precursor before we go in, a lot of the story in the raid is told to us in a sense of being just sort of metaphorical, as in you need to interpret a lot of it, right? As a result, I'm going to sit there and tell you what the best interpretations are of things. There's a lot of stuff that's really obvious, right? And there are some things where maybe Bungie comes along and does an official raid along later, and they'll sit there and be like, hey, you know, in the raid along, we're able to throw up this concept art and we're able to talk about what it is or actually isn't. So in those instances, just remember that what I'm giving you is the best interpretation I have at the time being. Equally, if there's questions from either you or your chat, throw them at me. I'll give you the best answers I have. But I want to let it be known that just because I say something here does not mean it's necessarily the right answers. I've only brought you stuff in this because I think it's correct. That doesn't make it correct, just so you know. So yeah, don't take my word as gospel. That's the most important thing of it all. But yeah.
Noted.
I love it, man. I love it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Real quick, we're going to jump in and do all of this. I don't know why I've got a checkpoint. I'm going to reset that. I guess the most important questions before we start, this is mostly for the 5 of you in the raid. It's really silly to perhaps ask this first because we're all content creators around this game. But is there anyone who does not know what the final shape is? And there anyone out there who does not know what the witness technically is? It sounds really silly, but it's kind of important to understand for the very base knowledge of the entire raid. No? Okay, perfect.
I mean, you could go on and explain it in case there's someone
what's the final shape?
Okay.
Yeah, what's this final shape you speak of?
Alright, so let's start from there. Final shape is explained really well in one of the cutscenes very near the beginning of the game when you actually open Final Shape for the first time, before you even start the campaign, right? And when we've dropped in from the intro, I'll go ahead and show that to you. If you guys check the chat, you don't need to do this whatsoever. I'm just going to be showing these on my screen for sure. If you guys want to follow along for your own chats, you can go ahead and do it. But I've left a bunch of context images in there, which help to explain a bunch of stuff about the raid and give you a bunch of different bits and pieces. I'll be referring to them by the number, so it's all ordered in there. But yeah, when you find them, should hopefully be okay. Should give you an idea of what's what. So, with that in mind, Final Shape. There are 2 versions we get to see in that immediate opening cutscene. There is the final shape as it happens to Earth, which is that massive thing where Earth literally starts getting cracked up and turned into a cube, and then there's the final shape as it is for an individual, which of course looks a little bit more like this. People who have been turned into statues practically, who have been frozen in time. Calcified is one way of putting it. Taxidermy is a word that Mara uses. The point is, everything stops. The final shape is a perfect stillness within the universe. The reason why the Witness wants to do this is because without the light causing its chaos, and without anything actually going onwards, there is no more suffering, there is no more pain, and that in its mind allows it to craft a perfect universe. As for what the Witness is, really quick explanation on that. Yeah, ancient civilization, first one ever blessed by the Traveler. They tried to combine the light and the dark, as in the Traveler and the Veil. Traveler rejected the synthesis, and as a result, they decided to go after the Traveler. They used the darkness to turn themselves into a supreme being where all of them combined themselves into one thing. You'll often hear the Witness referred to or referring to itself as we, rather than I or me, and there's a reason for that, because it's not just one person, it's many different people, right? It's an entire civilization that's been grouped together. If you play through the campaign and listen to the story, there's a bunch of stuff about the different precursors within it, in particular the Dissenters, who are members of the final combination of the Witness. that don't actually agree with this vision, right? So, yeah, you'll start to see that as we go through the raid. Whenever the witness refers to itself, it's we. I mean, in the witness's vision, yes, honestly, heretics. Not far from it. But yeah, we're going to go through. We're going to move through the raid real quick. And as we go to each bit, I'll go ahead and keep explaining. But I guess the really big first bit here is, who's heard of what this monolith actually is? Some of you might know the twist. Some of you might not.
I don't think I have.
Okay.
I don't think I do either.
All right.
I definitely do not.
Okay.
Wait, does anyone know how to do red border really quick?
Yes, I know how to do red border.
I haven't done it yet.
I have not done it either.
We can get red border along the way. It's fine.
Huge.
Word.
Okay, so I'm gonna blow some of your minds. Yes, the eye in the trailer, by the way, BB, that is actually something which is not well explained, and I think that's a mistake on Bungie's part, because it's the only place where it happens, right? That, and at the very end of Excision, where the witness does finally get destroyed, and then just goes, we, I. And that's where all the minds separate. Here's something that will blow your minds if you haven't seen it already. There is a very solid theory based on what we see later in the raid, and also what we see here, that the witness is the entire monolith. Right?
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, so...
Yeah, we're climbing the witness, you mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna go...
Man.
I'm going to go ahead and refer to some images here real quick again, because there's a load of concept art that's happened. If you guys look at concept art images 3 through 9, you can start to see what I mean. A lot of the concept art images have the witness envisioned as this massive creature or as a part of a massive structure, right? And the amazing thing about this is that this shows how massive the entirety of the witness is as a god. And you have to remember that the witness in that context is capable of doing something like this, right? The witness is a god within the realm of another god, and that's what makes this so terrifying. When you go further up, in fact, I'll see if I can go ahead and jump to this image first, because that one gives us a much better context. If you're climbing all the way up to Encounter 5, you can start to see this twisting remnant of the monolith that kind of snakes around, which I'm showing on my screen right now. It should be context image 8 if you guys are referring to it. But yeah, that eventually goes all the way up, and that is what joins to the witness. You can even start to see, as it goes further and further up, it starts to grow hands. But the structure of the witness and the monolith is identical in this sense. It's this exact same thing. And it tapers upwards towards the end and snakes around the remnants of this tree of silver wings, right? And it's reflected a lot in the concept art that we see in these images, right? So if I just go ahead and go back to some of these, my favorite, because I think it actually depicts it so accurately, is, the image of the witness as a kind of snake, almost, which shows just that kind of mass of a body that is rising from the ground. And then, you know, you have a lot of others where it's actually physically a structure, right? So images like the ones I'm showing on screen now, there are concept art images where the witness was the entire final arena, and it basically had its body coiling around you like a massive, massive snake. And then, of course, other images which just show the scale of this whole thing. The point is that everything you see here, everything we're about to jump into, is the witness. How that happens is what's... how that happens is what's really crazy about it, though, right? Because I think the monolith is kind of unique. Everything inside the Pale Heart is a memory, right? It's dragged from the mind of something or someone that enters the Pale Heart. And I think the monolith here is either a unique structure because it is something that applies to that rule, but also is kind of its own thing, or it is the only exception to that rule. And the reason I say that is because the witness is, first of all, a god, and it's just playing with a bunch of different rules and laws to it. But also, when you actually look at what the structure itself does, it shows off a bunch of things that look as though they have been purposefully constructed by the witness. And it almost looks as though this monolith is a way of it projecting its will to create the final shape into the structure that it would need to make that happen, right? And you'll see that as we go on, because there's all sorts of inscrutable machinery that you see throughout this raid, and it just becomes a lot clearer the further you go on that the witness has built all of this stuff around it in order to accomplish that purpose, particularly when you get to encounters like 3, Encounter 4, technically also Encounter 5, you start to see the mechanism of all that starting to work. Also, really quickly, we are square, square, circle, triangle for red borders. So yeah. And, oh yeah, go on, sorry.
Are you good? I was watching your stream the whole time. I didn't even know y'all moved up.
Yep, absolutely. And speaking of which, let me go ahead and change back to things, because there we are. We are now back inside.
I really love that image of like the witness snake, whatever that is. That's kind of cool, man. Like I wish they had done something with like maybe like the witness could like shapeshift in a fight or something like that. It's just kind of a creepy, cool image. I dig it.
Yeah.
The concept art they did is completely wild. I mean, yeah, there's one image of it turning into this massive, like, vulture almost, where it's just its head and the smoke above it, and then these wings of darkness. If you haven't checked it out, you can find it in the in one of the twids that they released recently over on Bungie.net. There's a link to the ArtStation accounts, and they are just brimming with stuff. Absolutely magnificent. The concept artists really knocked it out of the park when it comes to the actual stuff behind the scenes of it, and it's cool to see how much of it made the raid itself. As for the actual function of the monolith itself, you've got to remember that the monolith is the witness, but the monolith is also a structure all on its own. So when we actually get to Excision, we have technically separated the witness from the traveler at that point. We've severed its connection, and you can see that there is actually that moment where the light has erupted from the top of the monolith, which now you can see permanently in the skybox. But in Excision, it's in the very opening of the cutscene. You just see light spilling out of it, right? And that's a sort of representation of the fact that, hey, you know, the entirety of the witness's purpose with this monolith has been undone and unbound. The way I think I described it in a video, and I still think it's appropriate to think of it in this way, is to imagine the witness as sort of the head of a termite queen, right? Or maybe if you want a more pop culture reference, if anyone's seen Aliens, they're kind of like a xenomorph queen that's still bound to their sack. On the moment that you get to Excision, they have been very much unbound from that, right? Like, the core body has been separated, the mechanism it was using to create the final shape, which is all of this, has been undone. Let me see, because I think there is a red border something nearby. Yeah, I'm 95% sure I just walked past it, so I'm going to go back and check. As for everything else, really quickly, if everybody looks to the center when they're not being completely destroyed by ads, you'll be able to see that there is that pillar of light. That actually has some certain significance, because you actually see this pillar going all the way through the raid, all the way up to the top. I am pretty sure that this pillar can be seen again in Encounter 2, just like at the very end of the back edge dead space, which you can see behind where the Herald of Salvation spawns. I'm also fairly certain that is what you will see at the very end of Encounter 3, just before you jump in through that circular room down into Encounter 4. I'm pretty sure it's also at the center of Encounter 4, in that little area where you're able to sort of go in, and you technically jump into it if you want to wipe, but at the very end of the encounter, you jump into that area to leave. Finally, as well, I believe that it intersects in Encounter 5 with the final boss area. So in other words, the bit where you're actually standing to do DPS against the witness. So yeah, you have this one column of light that is continuously pressing back and forward throughout the raid, and the witness's monolith is kind of centered around this entire thing. So that appears to be consistent throughout the entirety of it, which is pretty cool on the front of just keeping things consistent, but it also tells you why the witness built its monolith here, you know? In order to make the final shape, it needs the energy of both light and dark. Darkness so that it can imagine what the final shape is, and light so it can make it real. That's what the really big connection piece here, and the reason for the monolith's location here is. There's also a bunch of other stuff you can see. The biggest thing is probably the statues. We see statues in the rest of the final shape. In particular, you see the Dissenter statues. I'm going to go and jump over here, and then we're going to show everybody an image for those who don't know. Those who have not played Final Shape yet and who are just jumping into this, these are the veiled statues that we've seen ever since Shadowkeep. So to give you an idea, it should be... Let's make sure I got this right. Yeah, it's one of these. It's the images that we've seen in Shadowkeep inside the Pyramid on the Moon. It's inside of the Pyramid in the Root of Nightmares raid. You find one in the Deepstone Crypt in Europa. These Dissenter statues, I think, are somewhat similar to the statues that we see here in-game, right? That, however, being said, these statues are different. First of all, because they're found at the center of the witness's monolith, and secondly, because these veiled figures have a different pose, right? They're holding the architecture up with their hands, quite physically. They're still having the same covered faces and everything, but they are also all faced towards the center. Whereas those other statues were the dissenters, I think these ones that are around the periphery are actually the ones that agree with the final shape. They are the minds of the witness that are the consenters. They agree with the idea of what it's meant to be. Hence why they're all facing the center, hence why they're inside the monolith, hence why they're literally holding the architecture up. They want this to happen. Now, are they literally there? Yes and no, because the monolith is the witness, but it is also a physical manifestation of memory as well. And we can actually see the memories within this monolith, because there is a bunch of different things within this area that actually point towards precursor civilization. In particular, the murals. For those who don't know, by the way, I'm going to say precursor. That's literally the only name we have for the civilization that made the witness. So if I say that and you've not heard of it, that's why. It's a somewhat obscure lore reference.
Got it.
Speaking of lore, by the way, follow me down here.
Oh, sure.
I don't know if everybody has the books, but there's 5 you can grab, and then there's 5 from doing all the different challenges.
Oh man,
Ooh.
I do
this,
not
this is the best guided tour I've ever been on.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
We'll all be experts by the end of this.
Oh, yes.
This is like when you go to like an apple orchard and it's like, and along the way we're gonna have cider. It's like, oh great,
Oh, look at that.
it's
And
cool,
this-
man.
And
I
this
love
is
it.
the cherry tree that George Washington supposedly chopped down.
Oh, I have a link to the. Someone in my chat dug up the art station link.
Yes, yes.
I can DM it to everybody if people want to check it out.
Absolutely. I'll go ahead and post that for everybody in the chat.
Sure. Here we go. Sending now.
There we go. Thank you very much. So yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, you can go ahead and check that all out over on ArtStation with this link that I'm posting in the chat here. Some of the stuff in there is wild. Some of it looks absolutely fantastic, so it's well worth jumping in and seeing it for yourself. Yeah. Also, while we're here really quickly, I had a few questions from some people I ran this with earlier about the Ammonites, and there was actually a few interesting points about these. I think a lot of the stuff you see around the area heading towards the final shape is representative of the witness's image of perfection, right? So for starters, Ammonites fall in the image of the golden ratio a whole lot because they've got the perfect recursive circle to them, you know, where it starts at its widest point and then infinitely spirals down. That reflects something in nature called the golden ratio, where it just always gets smaller and smaller and smaller, but you see it almost everywhere, right? It's also calcified or fossilized, right? Which is exactly what happens to individuals during the final shape. So even in these random doodads, there's points where you sit there and you can start to see some little nods here and there towards the idea of what the witness is trying to create. Does this necessarily mean that's the case? No, it could just be a cool little doodad. But there are associations here and there, and if you're going to pull the interpretations from them, yeah, you could totally say that that's kind of to do with the idea of it. Also, you'll see wall art throughout the entire thing. If you see figures on them, yeah, these are the precursors. It's particularly prevalent here, and in Encounter 1, there's like an entire room of them. Lots of stuff. And then there's references to ancient Egypt and all of the stuff to do with its lore that ties in with the literal pyramid ships. These are found all over the place. You also find these jars, that is, which is what I'm pointing at, in Rolk's pyramid, in Vow of the Disciple, in the original pyramid on the moon, in the Root of Nightmares pyramid that's hanging above Earth and completely destroyed and busted now. These are potentially calling back to the idea of canoptic jars, right? The idea was that when a person died, you preserved their organs in these jars and they would be protected so that they could move on to the afterlife. It's also pointing towards this idea of the final shape, and what it ultimately is trying to suggest is other beings have accepted their place in this ultimate final existence that we have here. You should too. I'm protecting what's important. So yeah, there's a ton of weird stuff going on in the entirety of the architecture of this first pyramid section. And imagine what would happen if we'd actually been able to explore a full pyramid. We probably would have found even more crazy nonsense. But yeah, that's just where it is for the moment. And there is one last thing to point out, but I will wait because there's actually a clearer view of it when we get to the very end, just before first encounter. And in the meantime, we have some Grim to say hi to.
I looked up that a couple images in that concept art link that we dug up, and damn, the pictures of the witness. I thought the snake one was going to be the coolest one. The other ones are even wilder, like with the big wings and all that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
really, really cool.
The image of the witness as just a massive cloud is terrifying.
I'm
Like-
it kind of is. Yeah.
Imagine walking in on day one and that's all you see, and it's like, hi, welcome, here is your challenge. Go ahead and just sit here and figure out how you do DPS a cloud.
I guess they didn't want new players shitting their pants that hard.
Also, I feel like I accidentally murdered Aztecross there.
No, that was on me.
I saw the whole thing.
Don't,
I'm
I
not
don't
a rat
know.
though.
I don't know. I
Just
have a
let him
horrible
jump,
feeling
man.
it might be the
Just let him
case.
jump.
Sabotaged by Hunter Jump, as per usual. Getting a similar vibe from Nezarek's relics in Season of the Plunder? Yeah, that's the case. And I mean, hey, you know, if you're going to preserve a part of a person, then keeping it in a jar like that is very much in the theme of ancient Egypt. So yeah, no, I think it's absolutely deliberate on that front of things. Also, for the second
go ahead.
red border, I think T has already beaten me to it.
This one is not turned on, seemingly.
So, yeah, for those of you who have been doing stuff, I don't know if anyone has the static encounter challenges. If you do, you can unlock the boxes. I only have 3 of the 4. I've not done Verity and Witness, so I will be able to unlock this one, but not box number 4. But if you do get all 5, you get your, you get a raid mod and a bit of raid lore at the very end. And I have been generously sent raid lore by someone else who's done it ahead of me right to this moment.
Wait, how do you get a raid mod? I want a raid mod.
I need to do all 5 boxes. I feel
I'm gonna
that-
pretend I know what that means.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll work
I've done
it as
this
we
raid
go.
like 4 times. I do not remember any of this.
Where are
platforming
you?
area.
Where are you all right now? I don't know where you all went
We're
to.
like in a lower level area.
where,
Yeah,
did,
I'm
where
lost.
did you go? Where were you?
Just like below here,
real
follow,
quick.
below here, below
Yeah,
here.
if you jump to where Cross was and then jump to where he is
Okay.
now, and the stairs underneath.
I'm hanging out with some omens. I don't even know.
I've never even seen this area. Yeah, come in
Yeah.
here full out, and you'll see this area.
Ooh, okay.
And that is conductor number 2.
Yeah, I've never seen
quite,
this.
quite.
But yeah, Gigs,
Huge.
if you work your way over
Oh,
towards
yeah,
there and then
okay.
jump your way over to me, you'll probably be able to get it. Ugh, just missed. And then we go over here.
Oh.
And then the crazy thing is turn right back around and there are stairs under the stairs.
Ah, okay. I
Where
see
Fallout and Cross are, and that's where you get the other red, the start of the red border thing at very least. But yeah, the resonance that we picked up at the very beginning, which I've put in the fireteam chat of square, square, circle, circle, triangle. Assuming you do the 3 of those that are always unlocked correctly, you get a red border. Assuming you do all 5 of them, you get a red border, a mod, and a lore page, which you wouldn't normally be able to get from everything else.
Wait, I pick up the symbol and
Oh,
do
you
what?
lived, you shifty man.
The plates don't work.
Yeah, we've already done it in that room. The conductor's locked.
Oh,
So yeah, we're all good.
okay. I got you.
Yeah, that's
I thought I
okay.
needed to do something individually.
Nah, thank God. Oh God, it was required individual nonsense. Nah, dude.
Yeah, okay.
It'd be bad times.
I
I've someone in my chat asking what are the conductors. We'll get to the best theory I have on the conductors, resonance, and the great box of donkeys when it comes to the next room, because sound is about to become relatively important. Sound, and actually also, for that matter, music. But again, we'll talk about that when we actually get there. No big deal for now.
Maybe the conductors are just because the witness loves trains. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe because the witness loves music.
That he does.
I like Twains.
I like turtles. All right, one last thing.
Did we
Oh,
get
yep.
both conductors in the area?
Yes, I grabbed them both.
Beautiful.
One last thing, if we look over to the edge, like, you can see the statues again, but also over in that corner, in the very distance, assuming that you've got decent enough definition of color, you can see some very, very faded roots. Those are going to become very important later on, and it's another hint as to why the Witness has built things here. There's a lore tab I'll refer to at the end of Encounter 3, but basically, the short version is, this used to probably be the site of either a Tree of Silver Wings or a greater construct that is similar to a Tree of Silver Wings. And the terrifying thing about that is that the Witness has quite clearly not just corrupted it, but completely desiccated it. And I mean, not just it's completely dried up everything to do with it and destroyed all the moisture and evaporated that. I mean, it's also literally carved it up. And you'll see that especially in the transition from Encounters 4 to 5. Like, the evidence of how deep the corruption goes is starting to get displayed here, but it gets worse the further into the raid you go. There is also a point where the Witness, I think, directly tries to hide the truth from you, but we'll get to that when we get there, because, yeah, I imagine some of you will have noticed this. Anyway, let's do Encounter 1. Or at very least, let's jump in and explain some things. Because, yeah... Alright, so, rooms on the periphery of Encounter 1 have all of those same symbols and whatnot that you can see from Precursor Civilization. I mean, they are everywhere, right? But the objective within your ghost as it shows up is to operate the inscrutable machinery to enter the monolith's core. So if you're tracking the actual position of us through the monolith, we have barely penetrated even the center of it. We go upwards and we go further in when we get to Encounter 2, and then we are at probably the proper core by Encounter 3. But here and now we're just on the periphery still. The other thing to think about here, of course, is exactly what I mentioned before. The circuits, the plates, the conductors, and the altar, which I have come to refer to as the Great Box of Donkeys, because that's what it is. When it comes to this, I think we start to get our first indication of what the final shape really is to the Witness. And it gives us another image of it, right? Because the final shape is that perfect stillness, but Euphony's lore gives us another perspective of it, from the Witness's own description by the looks of things, right? And it talks about the final shape as music. I'm not going to read the whole thing, because I'm not guiding a lecture here, but this is what it says for the flavor text. It says, the final shape is not silence, or sorry, perhaps the final shape is not silence, it's a symphony. And then an abbreviated version of the lore tab reads, we speak so often of knives and violence, but perhaps you would come to understand something softer. Perhaps beingness is instead a golden harp. We will compose such sweet music. We will control the ebb and flow. The final shape is the golden harp, and we are the hand that plucks. So we get this idea that the final shape to the Witness is a symphony. It is music. It is something that is well ordered and precise, where every note is going where it is meant to, right? Now, this is what my interpretation of this leads me to, because we have other musical things in this raid. Chiefly, we have the conductors, right? And we also have the things that we get from pumping the switches and whatnot, which, if you think about it, you know, energy flowing down a line from one point to another kind of feels like a bit of a string, almost like a string on a harp, right? Not at all guaranteed to be the case. Yeah, not at all guaranteed to be the case, but, you know, that's a common interpretation you could potentially draw. The other thing as well, think of the energy you pick up in these rooms and throughout the rest of the raid. Resonance, right? To resonate is literally to make a sound. So, if you're looking at it all from this perspective, you can tie everything here together, and it maybe helps to explain what the mechanic is as you're dunking stuff within the Great Box in the middle. Now, what happens there, I think, and my interpretation of this, which is not guaranteed to be the case at all, I think what we're doing is effectively, we're operating the machinery, removing some of the darkness and the power and the notes of the final shape from the symphony, and feeding it back in. So imagine for a second if you had, say, a puzzle, and if one person picked a single piece out of it and then gave it back to you. It's pretty easy to rearrange that, right? So only one resonance dunked in the box is only 20 seconds. But if someone picks up 24 pieces of it and then flings them on the floor, all of a sudden you're scrambling to rearrange and it's way more time. That's what I think we're doing whenever we're feeding resonance back to the altar, is basically taking the final shape and forcing the Witness to rearrange it, thus giving us more time. That's my interpretation as is. I don't know that to be the case at all. I don't know that to be true. But it is, as far as I can see, the best explanation as to why everything here is to do with sound, and why they make such a big deal of sound cues on these things. You ever lock a conductor? It's a really memorable sound, isn't it? Right? Like,
Yes, it
I
is.
don't remember.
I'll remember when I hear it.
I'll remember when I
Very
hear it.
satisfying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
sound
not
too.
going through with the ear for trying to hear specific tunes, but now I will be, right?
yeah, it's very much
So-
like a kind of thing. And when
Right,
you've
right.
heard it once, it'll catch, right? And that's why I think it's so important. There's also the idea of us feeding energy into the architecture by killing the tormentors. Those are called threshold sentinels. Assuming that you take it to be the witness believes the final shape to be perfection and truth. The idea of a threshold sentinel also makes sense. They're kind of guarding the truth, guarding the conductors, guarding the resonance, guarding the thing that allows you to interact with the final shape. That would be why the energy from them is then flowing into the architecture and allowing you to then interact with it. That's, again, further theory. It's certainly nothing concrete, but it is the best I can draw for you in the moment, and regardless, we're going to go to the box for just a second, because there is more sound stuff. I wasn't able to do this in time, but if you turn your game sound up all the way and listen to the box, this thing sounds a little bit like it's wailing and screaming.
Really? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn it up real quick. Hold on.
No.
real quick. I'm going to go ahead and do that on my stream, and I'm going to see about... I'm going to take the risky move here of seeing if I can separate the audio correctly, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's give this a go.
It does. It does.
It's kind of like a wailing, almost.
Yeah. Hopefully that worked and wasn't way too loud. But you can hear it is one of those moments where the sound team has absolutely done it well, and I won't necessarily go through and show it to you in each of the rooms, but each of the rooms in this first encounter has its own sound too, and they're around specific objects. So for example, it's down here in the basement on left. That first encounter room has a set of calcified statues in it, and one of them has a very specific wail that it has, and I know it's there because, oh my goodness, yeah, I actually have this pair of headphones, thank you Chromar, that let me just basically hear everything in all the detail, the horrifying detail, and it absolutely comes from the statue. Equally, in the window room up there, you've got more ammonites, and if you go close to them, you can actually see the sound of the, or you can hear the sound of the sea. Guys, Cross is looking at naughty images while Bife is trying to teach.
Come on, Cross. What are we doing?
Man, I just want to point out, Fallout sent me that image, everybody. Just letting everybody know.
Sabotage. I mean, if it's not...
that was
I'm afraid-
related to a different stream, a different day.
It was. I clicked the wrong image.
That clip is hilarious, by the way.
Oh, I'm terrified to ask what that is, because if I try and show that on my stream, am I going to get TOS here? Like, what?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't share that. I wouldn't share that.
It's a lot of.
Let me see.
Gimpy bunny. Gimpy
I
bunny.
wouldn't share that.
All right, well, you can go ahead and check on that on Fallout and Cross's stream, I guess. Oh, okay. I know we jumped in here without actually rallying, so we'll go ahead and just wipe here for ammo if people want it.
I don't think that will matter, but
All right, cool. Let's go
yeah.
ahead and do it then.
So, the witness is like the supreme conductor. Is that what he is? Or is there
Assuming that
more?
assuming that it's the case that the machinery is all part of the witness, then yes. This is basically just another part of the mechanism within itself that it's using to construct, or in this case, I guess, arrange is the right word, the final shape. So yeah, that would make sense. That being said,
Psychologically, that makes so much sense too.
yeah,
Have you seen the movie Whiplash?
I've not seen the movie Whiplash.
Never get a chance, Bive. Watch it. It's about a college of music and a conductor, and
It's a good movie.
it's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of an asshole.
Kinda.
He's the biggest asshole. And so when you brought that up, I was like, okay, so the witness is Fletcher, who's arguably the worst person ever to ever do music for.
He
Damn, alright.
he demands perfection. So it's honestly a pretty good Very
Yeah, I
simple.
mean, you know, demands perfection, no caring for if something
Demands
goes wrong.
perfection.
Sounds like
Right,
the right kind
right.
of guy.
No.
Yep.
Speaking of which, I know I've been whittering on the whole time, but if you do have any questions, or if anyone in your chat has a question you think is good, like, go ahead and just throw it out there, because I'll happily give an answer
Sure.
if you guys want it.
I mean, I'm being quiet. I'm like enthralled right now. You know,
Same.
I'm having a good time.
I am glad, because I have no, you know, there's no way of knowing how these things are going to roll out, and I hope that it's never
Oh,
one
yeah.
of those things of me just
No, this has
constantly
been really
wittering.
cool.
No, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yes. I'm glad.
Wish
been
I
a few
had.
times I forgot
Wish I
about
had
the raid.
pure chill here with me right now. You know?
Oh no.
Oh, you had to.
Oh,
You're the worst.
It's just the
Dude.
conversation. It's just so deep. You know, like I'm enjoying.
Oh.
gas.
Okay.
Now that it's been said, I might as well explain the horrifying meme. There was a point at GCX, someone walked up to me at the Advanced GG booth, and me being tired, not knowing what the hell's going on, all I hear is that their name is Pierre. Long story short, it's not Pierre, it's goddamn pure chill.
Pure
You know?
chill.
And,
Yeah.
and I show myself
I
to be
have
the
heard that
biggest
story.
moron.
I've told that story a lot
Oh,
on
that's
stream, by the way.
amazing.
After you told me that story,
Paul, I
we've-
think you're the one who told me
good.
that story.
I
Where's this
told that
going?
story a lot. Yeah, it's a great story.
Just
it go?
literally the worst.
I-
I'm
going?
gonna
I
look
wish
at
I
that
going
one.
next.
Is
we that
the
already?
plate
Okay.
down there, Bife?
Yes.
Oh,
looking
jeez.
place down here.
I'm
I'm on it.
Sending it.
I
Figure
sent
it
it.
out.
Oops. Gotcha.
Oh
T,
shoot!
send it
I
back.
think I effed it up. Oops. We may have a
Omen.
dude down here.
It's fine. I'm coming
pinging.
full up.
It's coming back.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, gotcha. When you send it back next time, by the way, I'm
getting
returning.
yanked
I will
around
lock
here.
it.
See that.
All right. word.
Send in my direction whenever.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
It has been ponged.
Send.
And there we go.
Sent back.
We're locked over here. Ooh, I can pick up that
Then-
resonance.
CB Gray, you can go grab.
I'm gonna go.
stuff
I'm gonna
in
go
the
mid
middle
and grab.
there, Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
wanted to make
there's
sure you're
a-
clear.
Send back.
There's one over
Just
there.
send
One's
back one more
going in,
time,
yeah.
and I
There's-
will lock it up
There's
there.
one over
Gigs.
there where I'm shooting.
Alright.
Stevie.
Yep, see it now. I'm going now.
I can have it.
Then-
Unless E, you got that.
I ate
Right,
it. It's
perfect.
fine.
Nice. Huge.
Ah, damn it.
The Dorito is mine.
It is closed for me.
Actually, I have a very important question, Bife.
Yes.
Regarding the raid. It's very
Yes.
lore intensive. What do you think resonance tastes like?
There are answers to some of those questions.
Here,
I
let
don't
me-
have one.
Let me
What does
dunk
sound
first.
taste
For a
like?
moment, I was like, wait, really?
I have one.
Yeah,
I
if
have
you
one.
ask
Let
me what
dunk.
Radioloria tastes like, I'd be able to tell you it tastes
Go for
like
it.
the tears of PvPers. It's very salty, you know, like
Hey now.
unironically,
now.
like it's we have evidence of that, but no clue about resonance. I imagine if it's one of those things of if someone got really high and said I can taste colors, maybe you'd have an idea, but no, no evidence of that anywhere, as best I can see. Hilarious though, because legitimately there are answers to questions like that sometimes. It's why there's no such thing as a silly question. Like, you know, I
There
can't
was,
remember.
I forget what it was something I was reading one time, but about how, like, I know some people maybe get upset about, like, oh, if you ask like, a silly question of, like, oh, why does this, like, sci-fi thing, like, how does this moon stay in orbit or something like that?
Right?
And you're like, well, why would you even ask? Well, it's like, I don't know, it's fun to know stuff. Like,
Yeah.
those little questions where
Yeah.
you're engaging with the source
Yeah.
material. You never know if they have an answer.
Sometimes the answer is just because video games, and sometimes the answer is
That
even
is-
cooler than that. And when it is the latter case, I mean, hey, why not?
Do y'all have
It's
a Hydra,
tournament time.
by the way?
I think we either have a Hydra over.
What?
It's
There
open.
we go. Okay. Champion
Is it
probably
not
on the
tournament
field
time? It was not
anywhere.
tournament time.
Where
Gibbs
that
has found it.
champion,
There we go.
Huge.
There we are. Tormentor will be up.
Beautiful.
There
I'm
it
going
is.
back
Okay.
mid.
Message from Steven saying, within the law, what is the significance of the law to the law?
What?
You'd have to ask the law firm about that.
That's too deep.
Oh yeah. This guy.
Unbelievable. T, I'm heading your way as well.
Okie dokie. I don't know where we're going yet.
I
Going
think
this
it's this way. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
we are going over here probably.
They are.
Don't see a Minotaur over here, so I think we're good. There should be a Hydra on the other side
yeah.
somewhere. Oh, yep, and Hydra just
Yes,
came to
there
us.
is.
dead.
Yep, and then your door should be open now.
Cool.
Overloads with
Big
us. There'll be a new Tormentor.
Right.
Cool.
I can take it.
Nice.
Okay. I'm gonna jump
Are
back.
we sending it here, or no? We're sending it back that way.
Went to the right, I believe.
There's a
I think it,
start-
it
Wait,
goes
let's see where this
over
goes.
here. So
I assume
Yeah.
it probably goes this way.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
going in your
oh,
direction.
that
Yeah,
way.
Ew.
try that again. I didn't get there in time.
Wait,
That's
it's
all good, don't
going.
worry.
Oh yeah, it's here. Yeah,
I can send it.
Send, sure.
All right, it's sending now, T.
Zed back.
It has been pinged.
And returning.
Yeah, go let you want to grab this one? It's down here. Do me to grab it?
You can grab this one.
Okay.
Then,
I can just close it up.
yeah.
Next send, I will lock T.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
no, it's
actually,
you. It's
I'm
on
locked
you.
now.
It's on you,
It's
isn't
on
it?
mine.
Yeah.
Close.
My bad. All right, there we go.
And I only have one, so I can dunk first.
Excuse me.
I got it. I got it. I got
I
it.
also only had one, so I dunked mine.
You know what?
I
That's
stole it from you.
real and big and true.
Competitive
Thank you.
for the box of the donkeys.
It was very brave of me while I was a good dog.
Yeah. I'm applauding you right now.
Oh, thank you.
Which way? Oh, it's there.
So we have no indication of what the original name of the society was, where they, where the traveler first hung out and the witness came to be. Because you mentioned earlier that, what was the word you used?
I used the word precursor, which is also a word
Yeah.
that is used by Ida when she describes the stuff. The only other place where it's really talked about is the Final Shape Collector's Edition and the lore that's contained there. We have no
Okay.
idea what the name of it was otherwise, because, yeah, legitimately, it's just not mentioned. It's so ancient and so old, it's probably known only to the Traveler and the... Oh, I'm crushed. Oh, dear.
Yep, that almost happened to me too. Good lord. Damn.
I saw
I
through
think with
walls
the-
for a
Violent.
second. That was
Yeah.
terrifying.
Well, plus I think it's. I mean, if I almost feel like maybe that's probably on purpose too. If it's so rarely referenced that maybe
Yeah,
the witness
probably.
believes that it is the penultimate or the true form of that society. So what name is more important for that society than the witness?
Right.
So why not strike it from history?
Exactly. And I mean, to get an alternative perspective on it, you'd need to ask a precursor, who is probably a dissenter. But, they're all dead now. Unless one of them has
Also, they're also
escaped
kind of
with...
going through it, and we can chat with them. So
Yeah, that
they're
too.
not having a good time.
Unless one of them has literally escaped and is one of the Echoes now, or part of the memories of the Echoes, I'm pretty sure we're never going to learn what the real name of this society was. So at
Maybe
this
not,
point, it's
yeah.
just the precursors. But, I mean, hey,
Alright.
they were the first ones ever to get the blessings of the Traveler and all that, so it is probably an appropriate name, if anything.
What is it? The Oxta
Oh,
machine?
see,
You think
I'm
that
at,
may have
I'm
it?
at the end.
Say it, what about Oxter?
Would that contain that information?
I don't think it would contain that information, but purely because the Oxer is much more about the future beyond and predicting that than it is about the past.
Oh, gotcha.
Also,
This one was
if-
like a
Um,
black
you
box
can,
of the universe. I thought there was something about
Where did this go?
Hey, I'm sending this
Backwards?
back. I don't know if they'll see
Yo,
that past.
someone needs to send me over here.
One sec, I think I found the way it's meant to be. Yeah,
Found
I
it.
think I found your plate.
Hey, I'm just gonna close it up on this one, okay? Just so we
Uh,
finish.
That's okay.
I
It
need
doesn't
somebody
really
here
matter.
to,
Yeah,
to
full
ping
out.
pong with me.
Yeah,
I
Fall
am
out,
here,
go
I'm
ahead
here,
and
I'm
send
Yeah,
it.
by fall. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Gigs,
Nice.
Gigs, you
I-
pong it there, bro.
I
This
locked
side.
the other
doing
one.
it.
The other one's done with
High five.
TNA.
You or me. I'll do. You got it. Okay, you got
Okay.
it.
Gray and I were gaming
Gigs
while
is
you
there.
all were
Yes.
studying
Yes,
the
we
I
were.
will help you add clear.
Then
Grab one of these to slam.
But you can grab all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, we're good on the other side.
Do you want me to head to center Fallout? Are you good here?
You
or-
you do that. I will close up
Alright,
here.
cool, cool,
you
cool.
do that, my friend.
Gotcha.
then
Let's see if I can really quickly grab some trongles.
Better hurry. I mean, I think we're gonna be fine either way. But...
My trongles. Ooh.
Right.
Now we just wait for the box.
Here's a question. Has anyone looked into the one thing I keep thinking about from the Bungie video was that they made the language of the Dread based on like real language. Didn't they say that the language of the Dread was translatable?
Yeah, they
Yes,
did say
they
that.
did.
They did.
Has anyone looked into that at all? I am really curious, but I am not a language expert.
I
Good
have a,
question.
I have a theory, but it's
Ooh,
stupid
okay,
and I'm
alright.
not able to corroborate it because I've looked around for this thing and not found anything. So, Euphony has a lore tab, and in that lore tab, before it says anything, it also gives you this preamble saying the following text was found on a recessed stone within the wall of the Pale Heart somewhere. The translation protocol has done its best to equate the text to modern language transcription with nominal confidence, which tells us that somewhere out there, there is a wall that says everything in the Euphony lore tab except in the language of the Dread, or at least the language of the Witness.
Oh.
So that then becomes our next task. Can we find that thing? Now,
Oh God.
yeah, in the strike in Liminality, there is actually a bunch of different tablets that have what look like Latin on them, but like, no, that's not how that works. I don't think. Also, for it to work out like this, you'd need to be able to coherently translate back and forth. But that's my best theory on that particular one. I think there is actually somewhere meant to be a Rosetta Stone type thing out there. It's just a case of can we
Damn.
actually find it? I don't know. Maybe that's
I
something
mean,
Bungie will throw
that
out
would
there.
that would be a case for me of like sliding into DMG's DMs and like begging him to give a confirmation before we waste like 100 man hours looking through every corner of every raid and whatever.
That's another basketball Court of Oryx kind of moment.
I
right
would
there.
never spend hours in the basketball court of Oryx.
Who would do that?
Who would have done that back in the day? Certainly not me and my raid team. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. 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 The worst.
How
But
about
yeah.
just like shooting trees? You know, I think that would probably solve the basketball court. Just shoot tree.
Gotta bring it back to Golgoroth's room. That's how you do it.
Mm-hmm. Assemble all the Dragon Balls, and then you will be able to, make a wish. I don't watch Dragon Ball. I can't remember. I'm not up to date on my Dragon Ball lore. Terribly sorry.
Thought
Something
you were
else.
cool.
I know, right? But alas, it's me, the nerd that does Destiny lore stuff on his Destiny lore channel with all his nerds. Something else, by the way. These things are lifts, but if you look through them and you just look up, I'm just going to say this. If this entire monolith is the Witness's body, I'm pretty sure these are meant to be reminding us of blood vessels and things like that, right?
Oh wow.
Like-
yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought we were going somewhere else.
Oh,
with
we're
that.
going in like a vein right
Where
now.
it's veins,
Yeah.
yeah.
A vein or an artery feeding us
Can-
up and down the body.
Hmm.
Considering
Yeah.
that like the bottom part of the
Oh
elevator
my
too
God.
has what looks to be like dissenters holding it up. I also think that's maybe
Damn.
more credence to that too. At least of like the
Yeah.
motif.
So
Yes.
if the entire area that we're in, still part of the Witness's body right now, right?
Mhm.
We're kind of at the early part of the raid, meaning we're probably at the lower end of the Witness's body right now. We just went straight up.
I think
a
I see where this
a
is going.
cylinder, a
I see where
cylinder
this is-
tube
I see where this is
filled
going
with
for.
blood. What could we have just gone through right there? Do we have a doctor in the chat?
By the way, gents, while you're here, make
Expecting
sure
more
you
with
get your get your prostate checked while you're at it. We might as well make this a PSA if we're going there.
God, yeah.
So we're just performing
Real
a
and
colonoscopy the
true.
whole raid. That's
Yeah,
what we're
we are
doing.
we are the
Just
tiny
one
camera.
big
Apparently.
We're
colonoscopy.
learning biology right now.
We are the tiny camera.
I didn't know we were raiding with Miss Frizzle.
Yeah, this is the next red border bit. So we're just gonna.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we've got. Is there a circle over there? No, those are two squares. Oh. Let's do that. All right. I think we just need to send this back and forth to make this go properly if we're going to spawn the rest of the red borders. There we
There's
go.
a triangle.
There's the circle.
Can I ask a lore question in general that
Yes.
might not pertain to? Okay, great. Out of every raid in the game, what do you think? What raid has the most lore that people like? It just goes right by people and they don't even realize it.
Oh my gosh, that's a great question. Two contenders, simply because there are some absolutely massive reveals in them that people don't seem to notice whatsoever. First contender is Valve the Disciple, easily because of the fact that the environment team tells so much of the story and the lore through everything that's going on there. You can tell what kind of character Rulk is based purely on the environment alone. The fact that he collects relics of light, the fact that he has an entire museum basically within his pyramid ship, even down to the way that he walks around and struts. It tells you how arrogant that guy is, right? The entirety of the raid itself is telling you brilliant things about the lore and the story without even saying a word. Like, when you read Shattered Suns, the Valve the Disciple lore book, it makes perfect sense based on what Rulk's character is like. As for the other contender, Garden of Salvation, and it's purely based on one thing that blew my mind when I was taught it. This was pointed out by a guy called Venextrin, who's another member of the lore community on YouTube. Yeah, you know the big mesa at the very center of it? The one that is, like, you know, you climb up there, on top of that mesa you have the final boss fight? Yeah, that's a Tree of Silver Wings that's been burnt down to a stump. And if you read Unveiling, it talks about how the Gardener and the Winnower fought in the garden before time and left nothing of the Tree of Silver Wings but its stump, smoking them in the meadows, and it gives us a really big hint to the idea that maybe the Black Garden is the garden before time. Maybe, doesn't confirm it, but it gives you a damn big smoking gun right there. So,
I did not know that.
completely insane, and it's right in front of all of you. Like, there's even a prominent moment where you're just looking at the entire thing, and sure, it looks like a mesa, it looks like rock, but if you look at it, yeah, it's a tree. It's got the remnants of roots. It's clearly had something done to it. So yeah, it's a huge reveal that just nobody knows much about, nobody really looks at. Transitioning through to Encounter 2, though, we can start to see a bunch of different things. We're not going to actually start the encounter yet, but all the way in the background, you can see it again. You can start to see the light as it's reaching up into the center of the monolith. If you look up there as well, you can see the roots. You can even see the brambles down here as they're sort of piling through everything. More and more signs of that open corruption. You also start to see everything breaking up into the weird-ass looking cubes that I do not know the exact answer for, but you will see them from here on out. Something else you will see in this encounter is going to be the boss, and I'm going to try and take a stab at the answer to the question that inevitably is coming. 3, 2, 1... is the raid boss Taniks. Okay, so this was always going to be the thing because there is no easy way to tell. However, I think that there is a chance, right? So I'm going to go ahead and see about removing my overlay and some other bits and pieces to this. If you take a look at one of the images that I've sent you, it's got a bunch of different comparisons. You see a close-up image on the left of the Herald of Finality. And you can see, like,
number 11?
Yes, it is reference 11.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yes.
Aha, gotcha. Okay.
And you can see, like, you know, it's somewhat similar, right? Like, they've definitely got a similar kind of head structure going on there. But it's not guaranteed, because that structure, you can replicate bits and pieces of it across a bunch of different designs you see throughout the Fallen. So is it possible? Sure. Is it guaranteed? Absolutely not. However, it will always be a thing, and I think Bungie, in their own cheeky internal way, is referring to it like that. But I did hear another really fascinating possibility for who this might be, right? And that's based on the fact that they are a Taken Dread. So I don't know if everybody's seen that, but literally, if you take a look at this guy when they spawn in, they are Dread up top, and the very bottom of them eventually phases into having that same Taken energy. And that leads some people to the theory, which I really like, which is that this is a guy called Chelchis, the Kell of Stone, right? Clearly this is a Fallen, but Chelchis is a very old Fallen from the fall of their homeworld, Reese. And they were taken by Oryx. They supposedly stood before the Maw and said, "Where is the Great Machine? Where is the Great Machine?" And that's the moment at which the Traveler left. However,
Gotcha.
if Oryx died, much like any other Taken, he would have been left kind of listless and could easily have then been picked up in some regard by the Witness. And assuming that the Witness was able to see what was going on with them, see that they were an Elixni, they might have potentially decided to make them into a disciple. That's a big stretch of that theory, not at all necessary for it to be the case, but it is something which would explain why they were then elevated to have a title like the Herald of Finality, and why they were then turned into a part taken, part dread. And it's also worth remembering, this is getting to the core of the monolith here. Like, this is the last threshold before we actually get to the approach of that. This is when we go from the bottom of it to the very top. And this place has other disciples around it, right? In particular, the statues that I'm standing on, which some of you might not have noticed. These green statues are each representing a disciple. This one, if you stand on top of it and look down, you'll see that's Nezarek's head at the very top of it.
Oh,
Right?
yeah. I'm seeing the dad bod now that
Yeah,
I
yeah,
kind of
that-
look
yes.
at it a little bit here. Yeah, okay. All right.
Indeed.
Crazy.
Middle over here, you have the much thinner statue with the big frill and the very tall head. Again, this is Rulk. If you jump over it, you can see
Oh.
that very clearly. And then, last, and certainly not least by proportions at very least, you have Callus himself with
Of
the giant
course.
belly.
I did not notice that.
Wow. Yeah, that's so cool.
Well, plus like the in each of
Oh.
those arenas, the giant superstructure in the middle also kind of looks like their heads, right?
What are we
Which
looking at right now?
Structure in the middle?
So like what I'm shooting at right
This-
now, doesn't that kind of look
Oh,
like
over there?
Kind of looks like,
in
are you
each of the
saying,
different arenas? So you have
Ooh.
Callus's like helmets, then you have the other two helmets as well. Like at least like their general shapes. They're not like perfect, but you need to see like
Oh.
I get what you're
Yeah,
saying,
that
T.
kinda, that
yeah.
kind of looks like Rogue's helmet. And that kind of looks like.
That
Okay, yeah,
kind of
yeah.
looks like the Callus helmet. This,
Nezarek, I'm a
don't-
little confused.
No,
Maybe
I,
that is
I,
like
kind, I
Nezarek.
kind of get
Oh, yeah,
Nezarek.
yes.
I do get it.
Because
yeah.
it's like, predominantly it's got two structures to the left and right going upwards. No, I see that too.
Mm-hmm.
Also, chat, I realize I had my camera off for that, so really quickly, just so you can all see it again. Nezarek here with the helmet.
I did the same thing, both.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry,
I did
guys.
The exact same thing.
Real streamer moment.
I'm not
Yeah.
used to streaming, so that's my excuse. As for Gray, you're on your own, buddy.
So,
didn't.
how many disciples? Do we know how many
I was
disciples?
just about to ask
the
that.
witness had?
Yeah.
An unknown number of disciples, but we can definitely say that there were at least 4. The reason we know 4 as the number is not because of this boss here that we're about to fight, because again, they're not confirmed, but it's because we had Callus, Rulk, Nezarek, and then in the lore of Root of Nightmares, we learn about one unknown disciple who basically questions the witness and sits there and says, you allow all the other disciples to prosper with their own visions of what the final shape is going to be. Nezarek wants to just have this gullet of fear that he can infinitely feed on. They also mention Savathun because she was in running to become a disciple, and it mentions how Savathun wants to sit there and have nothing but the sword logic, and then it also talks about Rulk who wants to do nothing but, upend things. They literally call him the upender. So it's this idea of, hey, there is this unknown disciple, we don't know where they are or who they are. There is also potentially a 5th who could be the same as the 4th, and someone in my chat has already made mention of it. They're the disciple mentioned in the Winterbites lore. So for those of you who don't know, Winterbite is the exotic heavy glaive that came with Lightfall. Never mind, that's in exotics. I'm just showing it in collections real quick.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
If you go to Winterbite, it's the perspective in the lore tab of the Exodus Indigo, which was one of the colony ships caught out in the middle of the collapse, which eventually founded Neomuna. Middle of its journey, it gets attacked. A massive projectile basically hits Engine 5. And it turns out that projectile starts moving. Actually, it's Engine 7, not Engine 5. Not important. The important bit is the projectile starts moving and then pulls out the glaive and just basically stabs Engine 6. They turn their guns on it and they shoot it away, but Winterbite is what's left in the side of the ship. So, given that the disciples all seemingly wield glaives if they are from before the time of Rulk's death, this would indicate that that is another disciple. That is also based on theory, because we don't know that the disciples all definitively were given glaives, but it's likely because there is stuff from the Nezarek's Whisper lore tab, which basically shows us that Rulk gave the glaive to Nezarek as kind of a gift, as a badge of office. Yeah, that's the Nezarek's Whisper, because it's got the lore tab, and then it's also got something saying, Rise, Disciple, and bear this gift with pride. And it's, obviously Rulk is addressing Nezarek in that one. So it's based off that theory that not only would Nezarek have received Nezarek's Whisper, Also, Rulk has Lubre's Ruin, and Savathun supposedly would have received the Dark Fleet artifact or relic that we pick up in Witch Queen, which turns into the Enigma Glaive. So again, it's all theoretical, none of it's openly proved, but man, it's a really fascinating idea if that's true, because again, it's another disciple we might potentially never have seen who just got blasted off into space. If that's the case, and they're still out there, that's kind of awesome. You know, we have another really powerful entity out there, and we happen to have their weapon, and they might want it back. Equally, you know, could have been all the same as the unknown disciple mentioned in the Root of Nightmares lore. Could have also been the Herald of Finality, if they are indeed a disciple, which again, not entirely clear. Before we jump in and do this, there's only one other thing I really want to explain, which is basically like, hey, there are the enemies in this encounter called Tremels, right? Sounds like a real nothing burger to explain, but basically it's another demonstration of the final shape. The Tremels of time, conflict, and demise basically are all representations of what's going to stop during the final shape, right? So a Tremel, as in the word Tremel, literally you define that as an impediment to something, or something that restricts something. So the final shape is literally all of those things, right? It is an end to conflict, it is an end to time, because if everything is frozen in time, it will cease to be, and it is an end to demise, aka death. Nothing can die in the final shape, it only persists and keeps going. So yeah, that's kind of where that all lies as well. I guess my last question is, are we doing sword DPS? Or are we...
I threw on tractor, we can if you want.
Nice, okay,
Sure,
cool.
why not?
Sword deeps.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, hold on. I need to change everything. Hold on.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Also,
You
do
said
guys...
we have a tractor cannon. Good to
Yeah, I
go.
have it on.
All right,
now.
huge. All right.
Speaking of, I should have asked before I rallied, but do you guys want me to run a well? I can give that a go if you want.
Sure. Why not?
I say give it a go. I have the setup. It's not an inconvenience.
Give-
It's not a problem whatsoever.
Works for me.
I have an out of left field question. Okay, so at the end of the vanilla campaign, post credits, there's the beam of light from the Traveler. It hits all the ships turn, right?
Yep.
If the witness is one being, right, who's driving all the ships?
That's a great question.
That's been eating me alive. I just don't know.
So I'm trying to remember, because there is actually a ghost mission that you get from Micah 10 later down the line in the post-campaign stuff. And it talks about how the Witness's pyramids are kind of empty and longing for someone else to command and control them. Which implies that the pyramid ships themselves are slightly living constructs, but also very much in that place of like, can be controlled by a greater will. I'd need to go ahead and double check that, but I think that's your best answer, is the Witness kind of has control over each of them. That being said, you also have Rolk's individual pyramid. You know, you have Essence, aka the Root of Nightmares pyramid, which was the Witness's prime pyramid. You have pyramid ships that were specific to disciples, like the one on the moon that was for Nezarec. So, like, yeah, there are individual pyramids, and they definitely belonged to individual people, but yeah, it's potentially the case that all of them have something within them that is somehow alive in some sense. But yeah,
Gotcha.
I have a question from chat.
hit me with it. Yeah, let's do it.
Is Judgment of Kelgarath just a human question based on other glaives? Is this based off the glaive Xivu might have gotten?
That's a very good question. For those of you who do not know, Judgment of Kelgarath is the glaive from all the way back in the Season of the Seraph, I believe. The lore tab describes how basically Kelgarath sits before Xivu-Arath, the Hive God of War, and she cores out a part of her own blade to give to him. This construction of it is very much a Haka weapon, you can see, because it's literally got the logo on it, and they talk about how it's a rebuild from the Haka foundry. However, it's using a, quote, Dark Blade Core 1 as one of the components. The exact transcription of what they find from that Dark Blade Core is the rest of the lore tab, to the best of my recollection. So it kind of looks like we might be wielding a part of Xivu-Arath's blade. Obviously, if it's something that's been put into a glaive like this, there is a chance that it's been reduced in power somewhat. And, I mean, follow on from the fact that Xivu generally is a weaker force now than she was before. yeah, there's a lot going on which could imply that it's not quite as powerful as it used to be. But yeah, it might well be a part of the remnant of Xivu Arath's own blade. I hope that answers the question. I don't know. Maybe it does.
I mean, I won't speak for them. I hope that answer does suffice.
Gotcha. I have no ammo, but I'm gonna run a Yala sword and a normal sword. Is everybody has their own thing?
Sure.
Okay. Cross, you get to left side rather with me.
Yep. Yep.
Right. Cool.
All right, Gigs, are we together?
Yes,
Alright.
sir.
Cool.
One last thing. Do we
gaming
go and
follow.
do you guys want to do call to battle immediately, or do you want to pass back and forth without the ads for all of that, just to make things a little bit simpler before we jump in the arena?
I think jump in the arena right away.
All right, let's do it.
Come.
Make it
I'm
exciting.
also an arena jumper.
Gosh,
All right, I'm called. I'm
cool.
Get in there, T.
It's me.
I'm gonna do that for
I'm
you,
going.
Cross, and then I'm gonna just jump in.
going, Gigs.
Go this guy real quick.
All right, lights are up.
Hey.
Shooting right now. Good to go.
Hold on, we might have one up so here. Let me look for.
Yep. Hang on a sec.
Ooh, hurts bad.
I'm peppering it.
it's so bad.
Run
Help.
T, run T,
Help.
run T, run T. He really likes T. I was
stolen.
tilting him. He just was ignoring you.
Stolen favor. We can get out.
We have
Cross,
triangles, Gigs.
We have circle on our
Okay.
side. Cross. Take your time. I'm
You're
ready to
all-
receive whenever.
T,
Go
tell me
follow.
when. Tell me when.
Go for it. I'm ready.
Sant.
Do you want to go up and pass?
I'll
and
go
I'm
up
sending
and
it now. Bye.
All right, cool.
Heading your way.
Then
Cool.
And returning. Do you
Going
want to
back to
collect
your gigs.
circles or triangles,
Alright.
Cross?
Sant.
I think probably
Are
easier
you
for you to
closing?
get triangles.
then
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna pass it
Bounce it
back one more
back.
time.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and grab some circles now and
Going
just do
back
the
to you,
thing.
Gigs.
yep.
Might
I'll
not
lock
be
in
up
this
to...
next one.
Effed up. It didn't
Okay.
show the
Should we kill
line
the
heading
Tremel?
my
No
way
worries.
for some reason.
Then
That's
Okay.
annoying. I'll
I'm
help
gonna
you kill
return
them,
it to
the
you one more
mofo.
time, Cross,
You're
real
good
quick.
to go. All right,
Just lock it.
sending one final time.
Lock.
Yep.
I should
I
be
might
able to...
have-
I
And
need. I
sent.
still. Oh, it changed. Thank God.
Oh,
I paid
huge.
attention.
Might have subjugator on you.
You
Yep.
need me to,
I'm
to
gonna let
close?
it fail. I'm gonna let it fail. It's okay.
Okay.
Just do
Okay,
it again
huge.
because I had to make sure I got that.
Got
correct
it.
shape.
Right. Okay.
Yep. Just send it again. I'm ready.
Yeah, we got time. We got time.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
2 seconds,
Sent
Cross.
right now.
Go ahead and send it again, Cross. I can lock up here.
Very happy I looked at it.
Well done. I'm happy as well.
Nice.
On your way.
And locked, despite the slow, thank God.
And
Box is up.
Duncan.
To the great box of donkeys.
Let's go.
Little tractor in just a moment was debunking. There, you guys are good.
I have a Yala sword. I'm gonna just go
Free the
economy
beast.
mode on that ammo. Ooh, I am down to primary because I did not rally correctly, but that's okay because we're the best.
You didn't rally correctly? What did you do?
I rallied on my thing that I
hate
had
the
for encounter
flag.
1, and then I realized I was going to switch to well, and then I switched my whole loadout, and all my weapons lost their ammo, and I felt like a bit of a silly.
Ah,
That's fine.
Good times,
It's
good
not
times.
big. No, not a big deal. We're the best. This is not day 1. Thank God this is not day 1.
yeah.
Wow, this night is all up in my chili.
He's the lore daddy, chat, not the rally daddy. All right.
I don't need ammo. I just need to speak at them.
Remember that.
Tell them to stop. Demand with some
He's
indignation that you
naive.
stop. Oh, there we go.
Go T, go.
Oh, it's me again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let somebody else go in there first because I don't want him beating my ass again.
One
Nah,
sec.
you're the
It's
best.
someone
You're
else's
good
turn
to
to get
go.
their ass
No. no.
All right, I'm gonna jump in.
I'm in. Oh, hey, dude.
I'm
All
also
right.
in.
All right.
You're a legend.
All right, lights are up.
Right.
I got none over here.
T, if you need it, call for heals.
Looking for the
We
blight
got
on
a
my
blight
side.
on left.
It's,
So
uh,
okay, I broke
That's
it.
it.
Broke it.
One more,
broke it.
one more, one more.
We have
somewhere.
one in middle. I'm killing it now.
Dead.
I'm killing it right now. I'm killing it right now. It's dead.
Shoot head.
Alright,
Shoot head. And
Nice,
nice
everybody
job.
Cross, we are triangle. If you want to go and bring yours down to the bottom when the time is right.
Tell me when,
Some
T. Tell me
motherfucking
when.
Well,
triangles.
I'm cleaning up.
Triangles.
Now, bud.
I am ready.
Yeah, you can
All right,
send
I'm
it.
gonna send it right now, guys.
Alright.
Head your
Actually,
way.
Cross, go ahead and collect
It's
all
done
the
now.
stuff at the top.
Login?
I'll grab 2 circles and then get a triangle third, if that makes
back.
sense. So I can lock it
Sense?
correctly.
Okay.
You said we were triangles, right, Gigs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Bouncing back.
It's bound back
Okay.
to you.
I think that bounced back
Gotcha.
to you. I want to say that bounced back to you. No, it did not
Then-
bounce back correctly.
Throwing it
Okay,
back
okay.
right now.
Going back to you one more time,
Is-
Gigs.
Might
is
need a hand
the
over here.
subjugator on you?
Yeah, I might need a hand down
Yeah, I'm
here.
gonna probably close it.
I missed it. I tried
Yep,
to finish
I'm
it.
in
I
close.
was gonna-
Not gonna let me on.
Okay.
There we go.
Are you okay? All right, cool.
Yeah,
See
we're
what- we'll
good.
see what it changes up to.
Yes, indeed.
right,
Wait, oh,
I'm
no, we're
in
not.
I'm
circle.
gonna stand in
Okay.
here now. Can you
It's
close it?
I'm
I'm
just
not-
closed.
I'm
I'm
just
just
sending
I'm
it
sending
in
it right now,
circle,
Gigs.
Cross.
Or
Oh, wait.
is it locked?
Oh, never mind.
Wait,
What the hell? Why didn't it
send-
close?
Sending it out.
Yeah, it didn't close. I don't
Yeah,
know
send
why.
it. Send it when you can, Cross.
Okay,
Huge. Nice,
Yeah,
nice,
it's
nice.
sending you.
Nice.
I
Good
can't
Hold
send
shit,
on
man.
one sec.
Right, well,
Oh,
I've got
okay.
one. I've got one.
I'm coming to help.
We're good.
Got him.
Did you? Okay, well,
Okay.
I'm
Let's
a,
use
I'm
your
a,
close
I'm a,
up window, we can
I don't
put
think,
some
I sent it. I don't know.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Make sure you lock the
Hold
triangle.
me.
Yeah, get it, get the box, get the
At
box.
the buzzer, baby. Let's go.
There's no way. All right, we're going to bank. We're going to bank. We're going to bank. Oh my gosh, that was
Did
something.
everybody deposit? Did
I
everyone deposit?
I just
Yeah, make
deposited
sure
just
you
now.
deposit, make sure you deposit.
Yeah, I just deposit.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, we're the best.
Huge.
Barely.
Not
Oh, I
even
forgot
worried.
my Pirate Gale. No way. Oh well.
I'm gonna refresh everyone's pack hunter in a sec, but we're at lost stand.
The second I'm out of this
hit
mall,
it.
I'll tractor again.
Cheater.
Fire Gills.
Cheater.
There we go. He's tractor.
Nice.
Dead.
That's
What
nice,
is-
guys.
What a
GG.
save.
Easy peasy, not even worried.
Honestly, wasn't even close.
No.
We had like 2 extra seconds than we needed.
Yeah, we were
It was
good.
fine.
Yeah, see, we got this. It's fine. It's fine. Not gonna lie, I'm actually genuinely astounded that we got that. That was fantastic. Well done.
Well, we
I
didn't
was
get trolled
camping
by the
that
box
chest.
that was, you know, it didn't take its sweet time spawning like it likes to sometimes.
It didn't register ours closing, which is weird.
Hmm.
What happened?
Was it T and Gray on middle there?
No, it's me
save?
and Gigs. But I don't know
I
what
stepped
happened.
on the
Gigs, on
play
this.
and then I shot the thing and it just didn't.
I mean,
didn't
you
register.
guys
Yeah.
got the save in time, so GG,
Yeah,
well
we-
played. Well
Did
done.
our best. There we go, Gigs.
Every
Goats.
day doing the best.
No.
Not even worried. Now I'm gonna go ahead and rally on something, or go and do something different so that I can actually rally on the correct things this time when I go into the next encounter. Haha, totally not me. Would never be me.
Ah.
Because we want microcosm. Because, yeah, this next encounter is fun without microcosm. So fun. Oh god, so much fun. Right. Heading up into this next area, by the way, for those who don't have it, there is some lore that you can grab. I'm sure a bunch of you have it
I
already.
will.
I
do
will
not.
show
The
you.
definitely did
hidden
not.
apple. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, by the way, definitely some references there to the first cutscene / the trailer for the final shape,
Oh, crawl.
where the little kid drops the apple. Yeah, it's exactly the same.
True.
Fine.
Oh wait, I do have that.
Yeah. In here somewhere. I
Yes. You are vaguely in the correct direction. It
think.
is.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
think
it's
probably here.
about here-ish.
Yeah.
Somewhere near one of these pillars. That kind of area.
Look for the apple.
It is right here on me because I don't have it. It's right
There
where
we
I'm
go.
standing.
Huge.
For those who do not know. Yeah.
Boink.
Not much to be really said about the stuff here. Everything that's been calcified very much seems like it's meant to be a representation of someone who has accepted the final shape. If that is true, then there are some guardians in here, which says some terrifying potential things about that.
Ooh.
Which is why I say if, because I don't know. The stuff calcified
Couple
here
guardians.
within the witness could be a representation of something else. But there's a lot
There's-
of statues, as you can see.
I was gonna say there's a lot of them, and actually I didn't even really notice until just now. But if you look like way up in the rafters towards the light, like each row
Yep.
is another row of statues.
There is a lot within the monolith. Also, in the center, back looking towards the encounter, you can see more of the roots and brambles heading upwards and kind of attaching itself to a part of the monolith.
Mhm.
Say attaching itself to a part of the monolith, maybe being carved around a part of the monolith is a more appropriate way of saying it, but regardless, the corruption is still there. You can see it all climbing upwards. That's where we're going to go next. Things
But
get
if I had a
weird
question,
from here.
chat,
Yeah, hit me with
to
it.
if you're able to explain the concept of the winnower.
Oh, that's a
That's what I
very,
was asked.
very good question and very appropriate because it's coming up. So we might as well
Yep,
go
I
ahead
think
and
that's why it was asked. Yep.
yeah, that's the big thing that happens in this encounter transition from 2 to 3. So let's talk about that. There is a lore book from way back in Shadowkeep when we knew next to nothing about the pyramids, the darkness, the light, where it was clear that some of the story was still being written, but it's from one of the artifacts that we originally got out of the first pyramid we entered, which appears to be some kind of conduit by which beings of darkness can communicate with us. When we first touch it, we see a communication from someone that is quite clearly meant to be the witness. However, after we go to Garden of Salvation and find the statue of the Dissenter there, you then start getting further messages from that, and it's communicated to you every week by Eris in a lore book called Unveiling, right? And in that lore book, it's a completely different person talking to you. It doesn't use we like the witness does for its pronouns, it uses I, right? It's very specific because it is definitely a singular being at that point. And it talks to you about a story that appears to be from its own perspective. It talks about a story of the beginning of time, the beginning of everything. How supposedly there was a garden before time and two beings within that garden. One of them, called the Gardener, who every day would build life and would let it flourish in all its different forms, and another being called the Winnower, who at the end of every day would reap and would kill anything that wasn't strong enough to survive. Kind of like somebody who grows corn or maize or wheat, and then the farmer who comes along and reaps the crop at the end of every day. It's basically this cycle of growth and then death. And this cycle went on forever and ever and ever. Keep in mind, the garden is both real and an analogy, so that applies to the next bit I talk about as well, which is the game that the Gardener and the Winnower played, which is called the Flower Game. It's this game of possibilities where basically they would play out a simulation of the universe itself. It has its own selective rules, but you can actually create a copy of the Flower Game as they say it, and within the Flower Game, if you build it out big enough, you can build almost any pattern. But they would play this game out constantly, and it created a single pattern that would succeed every single time. This ultimate perfect thing that would always win, and which there are hints to that might have been the Vex, right? When eventually we get to that point where, you know, this has happened enough times, the Gardener basically sits there and says, I don't like this is boring and repetitive. That's at least according to the Winnower. By the way, if you don't have it, there's raid lore where I'm sitting.
Another apple, right?
Yeah, another apple.
Oh,
Those who do not have
I
it.
think I have that one. Yeah.
But yeah. So, Gardener and Winnower have this discussion. The Gardener is basically like, I am so bored of this, we need a new rule, right? And it's literally a point at which she sits there and says, we need a rule to encourage complexity, something that rewards people for making choices other than this same choice that keeps happening over and over and over again. And the Winnower here gets really mad, right? And basically says, why would you do this? You're encouraging so much unnecessary suffering and death. This is ridiculous. We can't do this to the universe. And she says, no, it's not going to be like that. I am going to embody that rule. I'm going to become that rule. And in that moment, the Gardener and the Winnower become rules of the universe. And according to the text, the Winnower then looks down and sees in its hand the first knife. There is a lot of questions about whether that metaphorically is the moment when the Winnower conceived of the witness, but still very much unclear. The point is, the Gardener and the Winnower then start fighting within the garden. And this becomes a really pressing moment because this is the point at which they burn down the stump and the Tree of Silver Wings. But by this point, two other big things happen. The Vex escape, which is the pattern fall that happens where they fall out of the Flower Game and into the real universe, and some of them still persist. And then also, the moment where they burn down the Tree of Silver Wings. The Winnower itself, much like the Gardener, becomes a rule of the universe. In this instance, the rule is sword logic. In order to survive, you have to be brutal. In order to survive, you have to be stronger. It is I mean, the simplest way of putting it, I think, is basically just Git Good personified. But
Yeah, baby.
so that's kind of the idea. And if you want an idea of whether or not the Winnower is, I mean, real or collected properly within the lore or not, there is actually a couple of things that happen. The first of them is the witness up ahead, who is going to mention the Winnower, spoiler alert. And the second is there is a ship that was released as part of the pre-orders for Final Shape, and it only just got a lore tab added to it. I called it Nukray. I don't think that's meant to be the pronunciation of it. I'm pretty sure it's not, but whatever. But it is literally a ship that contains a message from the Winnower to us, and it is fascinating. It's so cool. You have a massive moment here in the lore because it basically sits there and confirms, "Hi, I'm still out there. I am the original big bad, kind of. Everyone is still making my choice. I think that despite the suffering of the universe going on, this is fantastic. Everyone is still choosing the logic that I put forward." Toodles. I'll see you at
When
some
did
point
we
soon.
receive this message?
This was a Final Shapes pre-order. If you got the pre-order ship, that's got a lore tab which has that in it. So if you did pre-order it, if you go to equipment under episode echoes, it will be there.
Okay.
Yeah, the ship's name is Nukray, which I'm sure I'm pronouncing wrong. Ooh, by the
Someone in
way-
the chat is telling me what it is pronounced and what it's supposed to mean, but I'm not sure if it's correct or not.
Yeah. I know what I looked it up. The actual thing itself is meant to describe the kind of inside of certain oysters and the kind of shimmer shine that you have on the surface of a
Yeah.
pearl. It's the specific combination of carbonate molecules that you get, which
Yeah.
like gives you that mother of pearl kind of iridescence to
Right.
it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a commentary on that. But I think it's also the Winnower kind of laughing at the witness using that description. Because the idea was the witness was supposed to be this perfect being with zero flaws and a perfect amount of resilience to it, and nothing would possibly, disagree with it. But it has its dissenters within it. So, like, clearly something is going wrong there, and it's making the commentary of even the best of pearls has grit at its center, which, of course, is how you make a pearl, They're made from grit that you put inside an oyster. And speaking of the Winnower, this is actually the bit that's coming up. If we cross the threshold here, that should be the bit that we're about to hear. There we are.
You fear answers. Fear the truth you claim to seek. Look beyond this dying garden, or rot in entropy. Each child we save from the game. You again, forced to play. You call us Winnower. We are not. But the first knife clutched in its hand. Gods forged us both. But they cannot tell the knife what shape to carve.
So,
I don't know. Well, what does that mean?
Okay, so yeah, this is basically the witness sitting there and saying, we're not the Winnower, like confirming, yes, the Winnower totally exists. However,
Aw. Okay.
we may be its first knife, however, it cannot tell us what logic to follow. So, the Winnower was all about that idea of get good, right? Strongest survives and that's it. Sword logic, right? The
Right.
witness has an idea that completely defies that. The stillness of the universe, perfectly preserving everything, stopping suffering, stopping entropy. That's the antithesis of the sword logic. Nothing grows stronger, it just stops, right? The way that it's described in Season of the Witch by Imaru is actually great. The Hive conceived the final shape as this idea of there will be one perfect being at the end of the universe, and that will ultimately be the strongest thing, and that will be the final shape.
The last thing standing.
Yeah, literally last thing standing.
Yeah,
However,
okay.
the witness is like, no, the final shape is perfection for everybody. It's this perfect stillness. There will be no more entropy. And it's the witness sitting there and saying they can't, the Winnower made us, or gods forged us both, but they can't tell what shape the knife must carve or will carve. It's basically a way of saying, yes, the Winnower made me, but I am my own being. It doesn't control me. Like, it's a very direct callback and defiance of the idea of the Winnower.
Damn.
So it's aware of the fact that there are gods out there, and it's aware that it kind of also has godlike power, and that it will change the universe forever. But it's openly defiant, and it says, no, screw these guys. I don't care. Also, do note, yes, we are standing on roots now, and yes, that column of light that we talked about earlier, if you start to look directly down, you can start to see vaguely that we are right above where we were in Encounter 2, but we've moved along to where that column of light was at the very end, and the gnarled roots are here, and they go all the way up. This is only going to get more and more intense the further up we go.
Hey, baby, do those roots go all the way up?
Oot and
Sorry.
stem. I'm terrible. I'm
so
sorry.
the Winnower is super down with sword logic, as
Yes.
opposed to interesting.
Yes,
'Cause
indeed.
I think there was some kind of moment in the campaign. I could be making up a memory. There's some kind of line in the
Where-
campaign where I think the witness was making fun of like Savathun or something like that.
Yeah,
or
making
being
fun of the
like,
hive, like obsessed
Yeah,
with
for
the first
following
cut of the
sword
knife,
logic.
right?
Yeah.
And that's also a direct reference to this kind of thing, right?
Hmm.
I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna take a question from chat that I'm sure everyone has had multiple times throughout all of their time playing Destiny, which is why horses? You ever wondered that?
I have actually. Yeah.
Yeah, so there are a few different answers to this question. None of them are guaranteed, but it's based on some different interpretations that people have. The best answer to this actually comes from Moonvald, in my opinion. And her answer to this is that in some hermetic circles, in some esoteric interpretations, horses are representative of transcendence. Which is amazing because, I mean, look at the other bits of context in which Destiny shows us horses, right? Let me go ahead and just turn
Trials.
these off. Yeah, we have Trials. We have the Star Horse from Trials of the Nine. In particular, you take a look at the goal of some of the Nine and why they've been sending things through the Cocytus gateways, such as Zur, I believe, and potentially the Emissary. It's because they are trying to find a way to become more than the dark matter they are. They are trying to turn themselves into something more. They are trying to transcend into our physical universe. Equally, you see horses in Valve the Disciple, the horse with many asses, as people will put it. Yeah, uncertain of what that's meant to be with regards to the many asses, but it may be the case that this is a demonstration of the fact that when you jump in with the final shape and the witness, you will transcend, and that you will become a part of this perfect stillness, much like the statues that are there. And equally here, inside the monolith, we see this big broken up horse as well, which is a thing unto itself, but I mean, you're looking at something which might again indicate transcendence, something which the witness is about to achieve, something which it has then been able to finalize properly. This could alternatively be a representation of the Nine, and saying they will also be a part of the final shape. The sad thing is, there is no concrete definition to it, there is no concrete explanation, but this is the best that we have at current, is just transcendence. The alternatives are that horses are meant to be representative of war. You see a horse and there's a likelihood that you think of World War I and everything that happened there. Also, in various depictions of it, horses are commonly seen as the four horses of the apocalypse, you know? So if you sit there and remember all of those, that's kind of a herald of something terrible coming along. All of these are different interpretations you should have, but in my mind and for my money, I think transcendence is the one that fits the best across all the different iterations. And considering it's a literal mechanic in Final Shape, I think it's just too perfect to sit there and ignore. Like, you're literally looking at this thing and saying, like, hey, you know, this is representative of the power that you've just learned to use light and dark together perfectly. I've also learned this thing and I've used it to make the final shape. Just come join it already. And in fact, that's a lot of what the witness says throughout all of its dialogue. In most of the instances where it's talking to you, it's directly coaxing you and telling you, like, hey, look, listen, enough of this silly game. Just join the final shape already. I am waiting. You have kept me waiting long enough. Your idle contest is going nowhere. You keep trying to resist. It's not happening. Like, guy, please get over it, you know? So yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting with all of this. I hope that that gives at least a few answers to things potentially, but like, I understand as well that, again, like I said at the very beginning of all this, everything here is mostly interpretation. I'm not going to be able to give you concrete answers on things until a Bungie dev sits there and says, oh yeah, I'm from the narrative team and this is what we meant by horses, you know?
Oh, dude, I would be so hyped if they did like a deep lore, like a Bungie dev lore stream, and they have like you and other people on there. That'd be great. But it would be like a 10-hour stream though.
I'm going to let you know I'm not doing anything that's 10 hours long for a while. that's not,
Come on,
that ain't
that's your
happening
favorite
again for a
number,
while.
buddy.
Oh.
Wait, is there a
Oh,
red
so
border
much
thing?
work. No, we've got the red border thing. We've done it.
Oh, already done?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did it.
maybe.
I
Yeah,
went and
we
did the
nailed that.
thing.
Yeah.
Ah.
He
only have
did
to
the
do 3 of them.
thing.
Yeah, you only need to do...
That's incredible.
Yeah, you need to do 3 of them, but the I've gotten all the ones that we need. And the...
Okay.
Yeah, the 4th and 5th ones, which you get in the transitions between 2 and 3 and 0 and 1, you will you get both of those, and you also get your mod and your extra lore. Which sadly, I didn't do the Verity encounter and the Witness encounter special triumphs, so can't unlock the chest for that. But that's fine. We get red borders at the end of this. That's the important bit.
Word.
Yeah.
I have
Wait,
a
so in order to
question.
get mods, you have to do the triumphs?
Yes.
Yeah, you get it the triumphs.
Yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
I
Yeah.
have a question as far as the witness becoming the first knife.
Yes.
Did they seek the veil because they realized that they were a pawn? Like I would assume they were the first knife even before they discovered the veil, right? But would it be unknowingly? So like as in, did that discovery not occur or that epiphany not occur until they encountered the veil?
I hate
and
to
then-
say the answer to the question is I don't know, but that's also because it's such a great question. Like, this is the core thing of we don't understand the perfect intersection between like the Gardener and the Winnower and how the precursor lore works, right? Because clearly, if the story of unveiling is correct, the Gardener and the Winnower came first. So it could be that the plan of the first knife was the first thing that was conceived, and then the actual first knife itself of the Witness was then realized later when the Witness was created. As for why they went seeking the veil, initially it's for purpose. I don't think that they had the idea that they would be the first knife in their mind when they were initially looking for it and bringing it to the Traveler. But if this was all a long-winded plan of the Winnower that it was trying to put into action over however many millennia, then yeah, they would unknowingly have been the first knife the whole time. It's a great question, though. Legitimately fantastic question. Because, like, yeah, the interaction between these ancient gods and this one ancient civilization, totally unknown. Like, it's all up in the air, and until we discover more about the precursors themselves, there's no way we're going to easily be able to dissect that. Seriously, though, that's a fantastic question.
I have a question as well along those same lines.
Yes.
So then how specifically does the Winnower fit into the Witness's final shape? Like, is it a concept so far beyond the Witness that like it just exists outside of the realm of this final shape, therefore doesn't need to be like understood or dissected or removed from entropy?
Potentially, but I think it's also worth remembering that there is an opposite to the Traveler in the form of the Veil. The best current theory is that the Traveler and the Gardener exist, as does the Veil and the Winnower. Yeah, it's basically this... Sorry, one sec. I'm just going to go ahead and do a /clear. Sorry, L came in and reminded me to do something. Yeah, so if it is the case that the final shape is... if it is the case the final shape is there and is just, you know, incorporating everything in the universe into that perfect stillness, there is a chance the Winnower gets involved, but also it seems wholly unbothered by it. So I don't know, maybe it would be above those things. It's a law within the universe as well, according to its own words, right? Like, it becomes the law of the sword logic as the Gardener becomes the law of growth and complexity. So, not totally sure on that one, but you've got to assume that if the Winnower, if the Witness can harm the Traveler, and if the Traveler is somehow connected to the Gardener, then it's entirely possible that the Winnower would also be at risk. So, like, yeah, just don't know, but it's a really fascinating question. Also really good.
Thank you, teacher.
I have one more follow question.
All right, hit me with it. Yeah.
Are we in fact one of the Winnower's knives?
I think at this point in the universe, a lot of things are the Winnower's knives, right? Like there's that
Yeah.
reference in the lore tab of like, everyone is making my choice. Like here at the very end of the one ship. This great beloved cosmos, always decaying, always finding that same old lovely pattern, despite every candle flame burning amid the flowers, a billion electrons taking the path of least resistance. In darkness or in light, someone is always making my choice. That's the one of the very last lines of the pre-order ship there, where the Winnower sends us another message. So, like, clearly there are some characters that fit into that description better, right? Like Zivur Wrath, definitely up there with that. The idea of the Hive under even Savathun, who still practice sword logic to an extent, even though they have the light, definitely one that's up there. Anyone who practices brutality in the way that we do, yeah, probably knives as well. The question then becomes, is there some great plan for all of these interactions, or is it all just there to prove a point? I think that if there is a great plan, and if the Winnower did plan for all of this to unfold in the way that it was going to, that's some supervillain level stuff right there. And I think it would be appropriate of something which is potentially the big bad of the next saga, but yeah, we just don't know. We'd need to uncover more about it, we'd need to uncover more about the Gardener, we'd need to uncover a little bit about the Precursor civilization probably as well. But like, yeah, we may all be knives and we just don't know it, especially now that we have access to certain locations coming in the Heresy season that might have stuff to do with that. I don't know. Feels like that's the kind of direction they're veering with the Dreadnought. I don't know about you guys, but that's my interpretation at least. Anyway.
Well, plus, with all the lore that Micah had about, translating or being almost a speaker as well, like the very interesting question was posed of like the Traveler, like when the Traveler makes things, it's always like animals, like it's life.
Yeah.
So I think it kind of lends more credence that like the Traveler might be the only thing not playing the game by the Winnower's rules, at least, because like we might do it because we don't see a different way, but maybe we're just not quite strong enough to uphold a different method without using the knife, so to speak.
Right? Or maybe it's a case of seeing there and being like, hey, our methods are really undefined, right?
Mhm.
So, I mean, when you take a look at a solar super, you're literally summoning the energy of suns to do something. But the energy of suns, as is so commonly pointed out with solar, isn't just a thing of destruction, it's also a thing that brings life. Equally, when you conjure a nova bomb, you're conjuring the energy of a dying star. But when they talk about the void energy in the lore, they also talk about it as being not just the energy of entropy and the nothingness between solid matter, but also about it being the energy of something that could be, about the potential, right?
Oh my god, I'm so torn right now. Like between like doing more of the raid and like I could just sit here and just ask
Oh,
you so many
100%.
questions. Like I have like other things I wanted to do today, but I'm like, oh, but like talk to Bife though. Like I want to hear more about the knife, bro.
Hmm.
Was
How
Oryx
big is the
ever
knife?
considered? Was Oryx ever considered to be a witness, or not a witness? Excuse me, a disciple by the witness? And like,
I don't believe so, right?
no,
Like,
why not? Oryx is so badass.
Because it's one of those moments where just because they all happen to use those same powers and similar darkness doesn't mean they're necessarily aligned and overlapped in the exact same way, right? Like, creating the Hive, it seems clear that the Witness's focus was definitely much more on Savathun as the one who initially deceived everyone, and as the one who was the most cunning of the bunch. Meanwhile, you have Oryx, who may have actually spoken to the Winnower in the Books of Sorrow, because it speaks, an unknown presence which was, quote, the Deep itself, goes along and talks to Oryx. And again, doesn't use we like the Witness whenever speaking, it uses I, it uses singular pronouns. So again, it's that indication of like, this was probably the Winnower, not the Witness. And, they've only confirmed that again by reinforcing the different uses there and the fact that the ship turns up again.
Damn.
Yeah.
I have a question from chat as well, and maybe this is not a raid question, but they were asking that, in regards to the Traveler, what did like the Dissenter mean when it corrected the Witness and said lies, we ran from it?
That is such
the
a
dissenters rejecting the traveler running from the traveler?
That is such a good question, and I've had that exact same question in my mind for so long, because it's the biggest part of it all. I think it hints towards a future mystery, but I don't know. But it's such a good question, because the answer is out there, clearly, and there's something going on, right? I just don't know what's happening with it. I wish I had an answer, but, like, it's the most fascinating bit, because, again, you don't get to hear a precursor speak a lot in the lore, let alone a dissenter of the witness, you know? So yeah, not certain whatsoever. Man, I wish I could answer that question though, because that's so good.
My God. Complete side note, like in the future, but I think you've played with me and my fiance Anno a few times. You know her, right?
Yes. I believe so.
She's super. She's probably gonna be mad I said this later. She's very jealous that I get to be on this ride along and not her. She's really knowledgeable about the lore, like really, like, you know, that you put out that beautiful 10-hour video. I put out the really short version recapping the lore, kind of like in a more meme, you know, format,
Yeah.
like just kind of a more hilarious.
You were
recap,
you were
but
doing a much more abridged down to earth
Yeah,
basics version, not getting into the
for
minutia.
sure. So much of that was me with her in a long car ride and like asking, like I just kept going down like a rabbit hole and like asking questions, and she answered all of them. Like she's very knowledgeable. At some point in the future, I would love to do maybe like just this is so unprofessional of me to ask. At some point, you, me, and her do like some kind of content together. Like it's just like it's such a great opportunity. It's so cool, man. I can't believe like how do you keep all this shit in your head, dude? Like I said I wouldn't swear. It's like the 4th time I've sworn. I'm so sorry.
I was swearing a bunch in Encounter 2. It's fine at this point, don't worry. To be real, eidetic memory, but that's on account of the fact that I have the tism ever so slightly. So, you know, I can actually just remember a whole bunch. That, and also they say something along the lines of you become an expert in your subject after you spent however many 1,000 hours doing it. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I have 7,000 plus hours on Steam alone. So, like, I've easily played this game across 10 years for 10,000 plus hours. So, like, you know, I've been doing that. And that's not even counting the time I've been sitting there reading the lore, writing scripts for it on a regular basis, doing the background stuff when I don't know and I need to research it. Like, it's a lot. It does mean that occasionally I get things wrong, but it's one of those moments where you sit there and you just kind of build this repository and you can kind of refer to it. It leads to the reason why I love that you made the 20-minute video though, because like unironically, like I made a note about it the other day where I was like, look, listen, what do you guys who play Destiny on a 9-to-5 basis, like, you know, having 9-to-5 normal day jobs, what do you think about it? Because I'm stuck in the weeds, right? I'm the guy who's looking at worm poop on the Dreadnought and sitting there trying to figure out what they eat. Right?
Right.
Meanwhile, the real question that everybody's asking is, what's the Dreadnought and what do you mean a worm? You know, like it's different levels of everything, right? And the you know, perspective gets lost otherwise like that.
Definitely. TLDR. This is so much cooler than I thought it would be. I'm super appreciative that you're doing this. This is very interesting.
We'll figure out something that's 3 players to go through with you and
that'd
Hal
be
at some point.
really,
for sure.
really fun.
Because honestly, assuming that the stream does not crash and everything stays well and the audience is enjoying it on every side, I'm very happy to go ahead and do that with future.
It's just
Extend-
cool, man.
Extend that offer to you all, by the way, if it is of any interest. I know we've done a bunch of things in the past gigs, but like it's always open to anybody who wants to go ahead and do it.
Freaking legend.
Let's do 4 and go into Gambit.
Oh, let's go.
all right. Oh,
Bife,
salt
we
on the
did
horizon.
Bife, I did have one more question that we had in chat. That was like a good one. Since we were talking about the we and I, like the singular versus the like plural, like use of the pronouns from the witness saying we, and obviously the winner saying I.
Yes.
He's saying at the end of Excision, the witness says we, and then I don't understand. Like,
Yep.
So is there any significance to the last word that the witness says at the end of Excision, kind of switching to the I?
I'm actually so glad you asked that, because it is a really good question. When we're actually in Excision and we're taking the bunch of swords, like we did at the very end of the campaign, and we're just cutting away the dissenters, we are
Mhm.
effectively severing different voices and minds from the witness. We're cutting down the group that's inside the witness until eventually it's destroyed. And the moment when it is destroyed, it changes from being a compound being of many different individuals to just one, right? And that
Interesting.
moment where it changes from we to I is representative of the fact that it has been split into all its different pieces, right? It's the perfect representation of you've won, and you can tell because there's no group left in there. It's not a chorus, it's now a solo, and it's petering out to its end. It's a really beautiful way of showing the change of that particular being in that moment. And a great way of
Interesting.
showing, like, yeah, you've won at this point, you know? That is a
Wow.
great... I'm so glad you asked that and picked that up, though, because that is a great question, honestly. Legitimately
Yeah,
fantastic question.
No, this has been super dope. Thank you.
No worries.
Who is going where in the room?
Yes,
by the way?
that's a good...
Hang on over here.
Yeah,
Let's-
that's a good question.
Let's pause that.
Still over here, I guess.
I'm happy to go on left-hand side with you, Gray, if that's okay.
Sounds good. Yeah, that works for me.
Okay, cool. Do you want me at the
I'll
front
do
or the back?
middle.
I'll stand further out here since I guess I'm already out here.
All right, cool. I shall
I'll do it
support
towards the
with...
side.
I shall support with laser beam. Is it going to be crossing gigs in the middle, by the sounds of things, or...?
Sure.
Okay, and that would mean Fallout and T on right. I don't know how you guys
Sure.
do
Good.
things as lines crisscross, but I'm sure we'll figure it out on the way.
T, are you?
So just because you also mentioned all like the sound stuff, when you actually touch this big cube, there is like that very resonant sound when it pushes you back.
I want to
cube
touch.
is this?
I want to
Big
touch
cube
the
in the middle.
cube. Let's touch the cube.
Yeah, it hurts you.
Oh my god,
Oh,
it
the
does
same one
push
when you run into like Rogue Shield. Yeah.
You go. If you stay on top of it, and you
Ooh,
can
it
kind of
does.
like.
It does make a
it also-
noise. Yeah.
Yeah.
T, I've never known about this, and I'm so glad you pointed it out.
Well,
You
isn't this like assumed to be just like a giant block of resonance?
I have no idea.
So
Is
it
this the
would
final
make
shape?
sense that-
Oh,
Well, yeah, like wouldn't it
The
make sense that like
cube.
you know if we pick up 3 we die, so we obviously can't pick up something that big, so we get damaged and
Oh,
pushed
wow.
away.
Right?
Gosh, sorry.
So this actually brings me to the point of the cubes. I have no clue what the damn cubes are throughout this entire raid, but legitimately,
Man.
it could just be something along those lines. A Bungie dev will have to go ahead and point that out for me because yeah, that's such a good question. I just don't know. Anyway, I am gonna go ahead and drop this box in the great
do it.
altar of the
Hey, T,
donkeys.
you closing, right? You closing?
Yeah, I can close.
Huge.
Ain't no
Okay,
thing.
I'm on the way.
It's already almost dead.
I'll let you get the final hit on this, by the way,
That
Greg.
sounds good. He's gonna be dead in just a moment.
Apparently,
Please die.
what?
Bife, where did he go?
Apparently, I got that. I don't know how
Oh,
though. 'cause
okay. Well,
it's-
that's fine. That's fine. All good, all
Okay.
good.
We are cube. my
Sending now,
friend.
T. Sending now.
I'm
on
gonna send
your
it to you,
s-
Bife.
Okay, sure. Right.
We'll just for this one have you
Yep,
handle it
working on
and
it.
we'll swap.
Gauge
Ah,
rid
sorry,
of
I was
them.
too late.
Swap
Yep,
that.
yep,
Swap
send.
the next bit. Sending back, by the way.
Okay.
Fine. It's going back to you, Bife.
Sorry about that.
I don't think
Not
I
sure how
got
that
it. I'll
happened.
just resend it now.
No, you have to send it again.
Going back?
I missed
Oh,
it.
okay,
I was
gotcha,
killing
gotcha.
turrets. Here it
Heard.
comes. Coming back.
Heard.
I have
Go on, see you,
resonance
Bife.
needed
One
for
more.
square, by the way.
And
I'll send it back and
throwing
then we'll let it
back.
fizzle.
You say you have enough for square?
Yes, I've grabbed 3
Alright,
square
cool.
now.
Grab some extra.
Circle is on left-hand side, by the way, for whoever's grabbed the circle resonance.
Oh, I'm so sorry, T. I effed up.
It's okay.
So
It's all
sorry.
good. We'll just kill our guy.
I can come cook it real quick with a
Yeah.
with a goldie shot.
Where's triangle at? Is it center?
Triangle on right
oh,
side.
There it is.
Which means, okay.
No, I mean,
So-
I picked up triangle. So where am I dunking at? I didn't see where.
Oh, we're doing it like that.
Oh.
that's
Oh,
fine.
we
No,
should have
my
checked
apologies.
on that strategy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
that's
Also,
okay.
It's okay.
um,
We can.
We can wipe it and run it back.
yeah,
It's fine.
yeah, let's just wipe and run it back. I died with all
Okay,
resonance
sure.
as
Yeah.
is.
Do we
All
want,
right,
do
F
you
it.
want
All right,
to
yeah.
do your own platform, or do you want to do someone else's platform?
I kind of like the way that T does it because you grabbed triangle because it was near you, and it's like, okay, where
Yeah,
do I go?
that way
Where do
there's
I
less
bring
running
triangle?
I think,
I kind of
yeah,
like
I think
that,
that's more
but
intuitive, to be honest. Yeah.
no.
I stand
That
by
way
the
we don't
idea
gotta,
of
run all the
if-
way around.
yeah. Encounter 3 is the easiest, yet easiest also to over-explain, if that makes sense, I feel. Just like, based on all of the other stuff. I have a better thing than
I
that.
can type it in chat,
Fair.
left to right, what we have each room. I'll try to remember.
Thank you. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and actually not. I still don't know how I killed that guy. I'm so sorry.
No,
Greg.
it's all. No, you're all good. And
I
so
mean,
just
as
one
long
more
as we
time,
type
just to
what they are in
confirm.
chat, I don't think it typically matters because as long as one person can look at all three,
Yeah.
ain't no big.
Ain't no big thing. Sorry, real quick. I'm just checking. Okay, stream health is fine.
Cool.
Phew.
And one more time on
Right.
the chat, we said what we're doing, guys. You said which of the two? Sorry, because I was.
We're doing the we'll just call out what left, middle, right, what symbol, and then whatever symbol is close to you, you just grab, and
Sounds good.
then
That sounds
we'll,
good.
you'll go dunk
Then
wherever.
you'll close the corresponding conductor on a different plate.
Easy,
Yes.
easy enough. Sounds
Mhm.
easy enough. Let's do it.
I guess in last room, just grab something near you to close the one near you because it's all
Yep.
chaos there.
Yep.
True.
Right? Let's do it.
Okay. Okay.
That feel when Fallout does not help you kill your sentinel.
I mean, it's
Square,
hard for me
middle,
to see the one on the
circle,
right.
right.
Like I can see the one in the middle, so I'm gonna help the one in the middle. T,
kinda
you're a
caught
legend.
me
You don't
right
need my help. Come on.
All right. We have. Okay.
Yep, that's
Sent.
correct.
Oh, I may have sent that early because of the turrets. If you can.
I'm there.
Uh,
I got it.
Gray, I'm sending
All
it to
right,
you.
I'm
you're
ready
the
whenever,
best in the game.
Mr.
Perfect. Yep.
Cross.
I'm sending it back to you, Brave.
Sending back,
Gotcha.
buddy.
I have squares next to me.
Send it.
Bounce.
Let's send it again to you. Coming back to you,
Alright, I
Brave.
have 3.
Sent back, T. You may do whatever you
Oh,
like.
I just got body
I'll
blocked
bounce
by
back
a.
just summon everything else, but we're
That's
done.
We're gonna
fine.
have
You
to
should-
kill a guy real quick,
You
Brave, and then we'll do it
should
one
have
more
what
time.
you need, though. I think if you
I do, yeah. I'm gonna go slam it. Let's just
Send
kill the
back
guy.
for-
Omens respawn.
Yeah.
If anyone
Kill
can
your
make it to far right,
omens.
if not, well, we got something to deal
Okay.
with.
All right, perfect.
There's gonna be an omen on right.
Okay.
Cross got my spare. That's all good.
Oh my bad.
No, it's good as long as someone's got it. It doesn't matter, right?
Whoever is
needs
on
to
right,
Right,
you can send
I'm
it.
ready on middle
T,
square
you
whenever we
ready
can start
to
it.
have left?
Yep. Do it.
Gigs,
sending
I'm
one.
sending to you right now.
Alright.
Ready in middle.
Dennis TV.
Perfect. Thank you.
Closed.
Closed.
Huge gamer.
Nicely done.
Wait, why didn't it close? What?
Which one now?
I get another subjugated real quick.
Do we need to
Let's check.
re-send it on right? Are we
Yeah,
good?
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
fine.
okay. That's
Sending-
Make sure
sending
to
it out.
shoot it and then step
sent
on
out.
it, by the
It's
way.
on the way.
There we go.
Yeah, you
We're
got
good.
it.
There
And
we
dunk
are.
time.
And the great box of donkeys. Watch the turrets.
Turrets.
Please let me dunk.
Just imagine
Could
the
be the
docs kind of
unstop.
responding to you. Just being like, we're sorry, you're currently in a queue.
Literally.
I forget what it is. Middle goes to left and left goes to middle, right?
Yes, and then
Uh,
right stays right for this next room.
Yeah.
Correct.
Damn, Fallout. That looked swish as
I
heck.
mean, just swinging around out here. You know how we do.
These hunters out
All right,
here with their
Fallout.
grapples.
You're
I'm
gonna
so
help
jealous.
me kill my guy this time, right?
I will.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
won't.
Okay.
I got you.
Crisscrossing here.
You are banned.
Bad.
These two tormentors really like each other. They're on
Okay,
this left
well
side.
now I've gone a little too far. I popped my goldie and I realized I can't help you with that.
Hi.
There we go. We're good. We're fine. We're good.
We got
Everything is
square
fine.
on left. Let's see. We got triangle middle, which obviously means okay. I got you.
Ready
Yeah,
to
it's square,
send
triangle,
whenever you're
circle.
ready.
I just typed it in for you guys.
Nice.
Yep.
Huge.
What
I'm
a gamer.
I'm gonna send it your way, Gray.
T on the way.
Yep, I'm ready.
Oh, actually, oh goodness, my apologies. I didn't realize.
I sent it
Come on,
to, I
come
think,
back.
Right back to you.
Yep. Okay, Cross is sending to you this time. My apologies.
Oh,
Gigs
Oh,
sending
all
it back
good,
to
all
you.
good. All
sent
Right
back.
Circles.
I
And
bounce.
back again. On the
Oh,
left
this is
side.
not good. This is not good. This is not good.
Returning to you, Gigs. Don't know if you want to let
Send
it
back.
fizzle on the next one, but
Yeah, I'm just
probably
gonna let
working.
it go.
Are we letting
I'm
it
gonna-
die
I'm
now,
gonna go
T?
to-
Here.
I'm gonna send one more time.
Yeah,
Brave.
I can. I'm gonna bounce it back, but just to
right.
sure there's a little more
All right,
time.
yeah, why not?
But
Why
yeah,
I
you can let
can
it
lock
fall.
up right side
Alright,
if it doesn't.
killer guy.
One more
not? Sending it back
square.
one more time.
Okay.
There we
I think
go.
I
Because why
come
not?
on.
Kill your
Oh,
elements.
it's just barely late. Okay, I'm gonna come back and kill, and then we'll lock it up after.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Uh-oh. Alright. Please help.
Let me know when you're ready to
What
lock
do I
it
need
up.
to help with?
Yeah, I just gotta kill the
I got
omen.
suspended, so I was like,
Oh,
uh-oh.
I'm
I don't
coming.
know if
Is
the
he-
rift
is he
above you
almost
was
there?
help. I don't
Yeah,
know if the
he's
rift
almost
below
there.
you was
Need
helping.
help
but
on
maybe.
the right side too.
1 sec on my way.
That's
Okay.
All right, ready
I'm
whenever.
sending it
Ross.
up.
Where
Yep.
even is this thing?
Oh,
Where
behind
is-
you,
oh,
Greg.
it's middle.
Oh.
Okay.
And then right. Thank you so much, buddy. If I love you.
Yeah.
Alright,
we're
good.
middle
Okay.
is ready.
1
Triangle's
sec.
ready.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm ready on the right side too.
Sending
Circle.
over on right
2
now.
seconds. I'm on the other
All
side of
out,
the room.
all
T,
out.
you'll need to wait just 1 moment.
You're
Yeah,
the
no
best
worries.
Fallout. Okay. Right
Nice
is locked.
job, Gray. Let's go.
Right, T, it's coming your way now.
That
Word.
guy fell off the map, Lamau.
Closed.
And box is up.
Dunk time. Let's go.
Watch the turrets.
Sure.
Oh yeah, word.
Donkeys, donkeys, donkeys.
Something now.
All right, how does it switch up this time?
This one is chaos.
Yeah, this one is
It's
kind of chaos.
unstoppable.
Just do what we do. I believe in you
So-
guys.
If you're on, if you are the left plate, you go right. If you are the middle plate, you go. Oh, I waited too long. Well, I'm gonna die.
Oh god.
The
T,
unstop's
jump-
here, by the way. He's in the middle.
Oh,
that's-
yes. Must kill. There you
That's
go.
weird.
Dead.
T, how many seconds do you have left?
I have 40.
Okay.
I'll
Maybe
just die the
jump
next
and we
round.
get
I'll
a
comment
quick
if
res.
Something.
Oh, we could. Yeah, I was about to say I could give you a quick
Yeah,
res.
we'll go forward because everyone has to be there to spawn the stuff anyways.
Yeah,
but when the
for
ship
sure.
spawn, I'm gonna jump in a pit.
All right, sounds
Cool.
good. By the way, as a quick note, don't progress to 4th encounter right away. There are bits I want to point out at the end of this, but that's just lore stuff. We'll get that when we're done with the encounter.
Just
Cool.
to say it, left is middle, middle is right, right is left.
Okay, ZK mushroom.
No, that was Frost and our raid. That was our
Yeah,
fault.
Yeah,
my
se-
God.
second one's first. First one's
First is
second.
third, and
Third
That
is
was
third.
that was now, I was in that I was the
What?
one who's supposed to shoot the oracles on that call out. I don't know what.
Okay, I'm gonna bite it.
Thanks for the P. I got you. I got you, T. Thanks for the
Thank
PTSD.
you.
we got the res.
all out.
Nice.
Thank you.
Of course.
I still have
I
nightmares
have
of
no
that day.
heavy.
That's a great clip. Maybe a top 10 Destiny clip.
It's funny too because it's just so Destiny. Like everyone's had that moment of like, oh yeah, the raid callouts.
Yeah.
Damn, what are the raid
First-
callouts?
First one is first, second one is second, third one is third. I said Frost.
Classic.
And I just shot a random one and we died.
Vintage Frabo.
Okay. Okay.
All right, I'm sending
Okay.
from
Turrets,
right.
turrets.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, turrets first. Those things hurt
Turrets
badly.
first. I'm
Yeah.
sending from right to left.
I am sending from
Sending
left into
I am
middle.
on the
Now.
right plate.
I am.
Ooh, did we get that
Oh,
one? Yeah, we did get that
Am
one.
I?
Good save, Gray.
All right,
good
Gray. I
save.
guess you're gonna be there then, bud.
Yeah, I'm here on left. Is fine.
Hey,
That's
Gray,
fine.
sending back,
Okay.
buddy.
Okay.
And I got a
Triangle's on right side.
Is someone in middle to receive that real quick?
I'm here middle now. That's
Oh,
fine.
All
Go.
right, cool, cool, cool. I'm sending that now.
Fallout, send it.
Oh no, no, no! Oh my
Got
god,
some back.
I got shaped, bro.
Your sub together.
We have a stubby. Yeah.
Okay.
do we?
Bring him, Marco. Bring him,
Returning.
Marco.
T.
Yep.
Hold on,
I will-
help him with sub together real quick.
Help you. Yep. Help with that real quick. Where'd he go?
Got it.
I was already dying.
Okay,
Is
we
there
can
another
close-
one?
We can close whenever you
I'm
want.
just gonna let that
on.
fizzle. T.
Oh, it's another sub together.
Oh
Okay,
my!
That's fine.
Once they're all done,
Where
I
is- from right to left
uh,
right now.
circle.
Okay,
Sending from
I
right
am-
to left right now.
I'm
Where's
sending
the-
mine. Look
Oh
forward.
man,
Diggs.
no! I thought someone was there. I am growing massively right now. It's okay. I'll go
You're
with this
good.
guy.
Wait.
You're fine.
Oh, nice
Subject
job, nice job.
existed.
Okay, I need to
It
send
is
from right to
square,
left again.
Circle, triangle. Square,
did-
circle,
yeah.
triangle.
Someone already did circle.
Is someone
okay,
ready on
whoever
far
can send
left?
on left.
Oh,
Yes, yes.
is triangle on the right side?
Sending
Is that
now.
what you said?
Triangle is
Triangle's
left,
on the
correct?
right side.
All right side. Okay, I'm gonna lock it up. On
Sending down. Be looking.
Nice job, nice job. Oh,
need
okay.
triangle.
We need to
I just
close
blocked
middle.
right.
All we need to do
Yeah.
now is close middle. We're good to go.
One sec. I'm
Yep.
getting
Looking
ready
for
to
a circle
send.
to pick up. I do not see Eddie.
Oh boy.
Sending middle because
Wait,
we kind of
oh.
got to right now.
Oh, it was
We
closed
kinda
because
have
of the
to.
omen.
Yeah, I think
who's
that
closing
we
middle?
Need to
Who's
make sure
closing
you go to
middle?
your right
Oh,
plate, 'cause
no.
I think
Nah,
that, or someone picked up all the circles before we
damn.
were ready.
That's rough.
Like,
It's okay.
I thought all the
It's
omens
so
were
long
dead.
encounter,
I
to be
had the
honest.
circle, and then I was like,
Damn,
wait, did
that's
someone
rough.
close middle? And then
Oh,
So,
shoot,
so
I
make
had-
sure
I had it, like,
that for that, if we're gonna do it this this strat, make sure to go to the
Yep.
correct plate at the start, so that way
Yeah,
we
that
don't.
sounds. See, I thought that only the start plates were swapping. I didn't realize the end plates were
No,
swapping.
it's
too.
the
oh
other
no,
way
the
around,
end plates
unfortunately.
are. Yeah.
Yeah.
the start plates stay the same. The end plates
Okay.
swap. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's all good.
Yeah.
All good.
Encounter easy peasy, just a case of get the stuffs and then put in the thing.
So then T left
I'm
was
hearing that.
which on the swap?
Left
Call that
would
swap
be
one more
middle.
time. Left was middle. Okay, gotcha. Cool.
Basically, everything shifts over to the right. One. But if you're on the
Easy.
far right, you just go left.
You just go around. That makes sense.
T, what if I didn't help you with your?
Yeah.
tornado?
What if you didn't help me with the sentinel
It's a
again?
bad angle on the right.
You no. You walk
I'm
up here
shooting
with
it. I
me,
I
and you
know.
just
I
wa- and then
know.
you
I
go
know.
back.
Oh, good. I took it. It's a circle for you, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know
Oh.
what the call out is.
Thank you.
If I just
Middle.
kill that
It's
guy,
okay.
so
Circle
Wait.
on the far right.
saving
Okay, we
everybody's
know
more
the calls.
important.
We can do it normal
It's-
because that.
yeah,
they'll
sure,
call it
sure.
out.
You can say whatever, Russ.
It's triangle on that side, just in case.
Sending to the right, by the way.
Sending,
Sending
Gray?
right.
Sending it
Right.
back.
All right.
Send it back to you.
What's-
And
Got
throwing
Tony?
it back. Actually, I don't think I should get that one. Should I get that one?
Pong
I'm
it.
getting it. Pong it.
What's the order on this one?
Triangle is left. I don't know about the other two.
Circle. Someone said
Sent
circle
back.
is
Sent back.
right.
Sent back.
Yeah, so that's
square middle then, is that-
triangle,
Triangle,
square,
circle.
circle.
Triangle, square, circle.
Okay.
Okay.
You can let
Gray,
Fizzle
Whoever's
I'm gonna-
on
I'm
right
gonna-
can
I'm
send it
gonna let
over.
Fizzle here real quick.
Okay. I will lock middle then after we kill everything.
Sounds good.
All right, got my last triangle.
I gotta kill the omen.
Okay.
Picking up the square.
All right, sounds good.
We have a subjugator here on the left side. Nice.
We're good here on the right.
Dead.
Good on the left.
Right.
All right, I'm
Alright,
ready on
and
the
that guy
I'm ready.
is dead.
2
All right,
seconds on my
Gigs,
way
I'm
to you.
gonna send to you.
Yes, sir.
Sending to you,
Ready
T.
on the
Yep.
Bonk. Closed up.
perfect.
Okay.
Closed up.
Turret.
Yep.
Might have got one.
No.
Get your donkeys. Where's this
Anybody
unstop?
still? Okay, there we go. That's weird.
Yeah, it's just does its thing, you know. I think we can all agree that the worst part of this is that it wastes a solid 5 seconds opening the door.
Yeah.
Damn.
You can if you dunk enough, it feels like whenever it gives you the 330, if you still have like someone with resonance left over, you can kind of stagger it to reset it. But
Yes, I have noticed that. Timing's got to be real tight though, right?
yeah.
That
But
is
basically, like I think the door opens when the champion dies, and sometimes it'll spawn early before all the dunks have happened. This guy is a jerk.
Right.
Okay. Looks
Middle
like square,
triangle.
triangle,
Come
purple.
on.
You did not get him.
The gigs, I'm sending yours up.
I believe square,
To mid.
triangle, circle.
The mid.
Yeah,
job.
unless you're not there, in which case.
Turret.
CP, I'm sending you.
Perfect.
Yeah. supposed to
I'm
be left.
gonna send you now, T.
But we
Yep.
can swap it, whatever. You can send it.
No, it's okay. My
Send.
apologies.
No,
If
no,
there
we're
is
not
room.
swapping. I think just send it.
I saw
Pong
the
it.
Oh,
I saw
yeah,
your
yeah,
name and I made an
bouncing.
assumption.
Yeah,
It's my
yeah,
bad.
yeah. No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
It's sent back.
Oh god. Oh god.
Returning?
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
Send it back.
Alright.
Okay.
Subjugator
He's dead.
T.
All right, it's being sent back,
Send
and then
it.
I can go close
Sending
right
it
up.
again.
To you,
now,
Gigs,
for real,
you can,
for
You
real.
can let that fizzle, I think.
Yep.
Come back.
Okay. Huge. Huge. Huge.
Might just felt it.
Sending back
Subjugator.
again.
See if I can close this. It
All
might
right,
be good
let
here.
it fizzle. I got my third
I
one.
have
No, subjugator up,
circle.
subjugator's up.
So whack.
I just locked the right.
Nice.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
Shoot, I completely botched my right over here. I have nothing to dunk, but oh well.
Okay. With
Where-
time.
I mean, you can
What do
figure
you need
stuff
to
out around
dunk?
the
What do you
arena
need
if
to
there's any
dunk?
extra.
Pull out. What do you need to dunk on?
I
right?
don't need anything. I mean, I just need to dunk to extend the timer. I'm not a closer.
close-
I'm
I'm
just
not a
Oh, I
closer.
see.
saying
I
as
see.
a-
I see.
Yeah.
I'm
Is there an
ready.
I'm
aim
sitting
alive or
left side.
something?
I'm sitting one to the left. Whoever's going to be closing on left.
There's middle ready.
This is a bit of a problem.
What do you need in middle?
I need
we gotta-
I think someone did one that they weren't supposed to have.
What
What
do we
do y'all
need? in
need? What do
middle?
y'all
I
need?
have triangle now.
We need
I'm ready to-
square and triangle, but I have circle at
But it-
X3.
But is square in middle? Because I can do square in middle if that's the case.
Wait,
Square-
Gigs,
uh,
you.
square-
Squares
triangle
left.
right.
Squares left, triangles middle.
Yeah, I have
Triangle.
circle.
Okay. Does anyone have a triangle then?
I do. Send it mid. I can close it right now.
Cool. 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 Right. What about on the other side that we've not closed?
Square, yeah.
I just need someone to send me the energy.
There you go. Sending it now.
See if y'all can close that.
I can
I
close
think we
whichever one is.
need-
If we need a square on the last one, I can close that. I've got 3 squares.
Yeah, we
do need a square.
Right.
square. So
Go
yeah,
ahead and
send
go
it
ahead and
out.
send it right now.
Send it
Send it
to
right now.
Yep.
Okay, send it.
'Cause I am about to die, so we're gonna see if this wipes us or not.
Oh boy.
Nope. I got it in and it refreshes your time. Cool.
All right. I'm already here. I
Ayo,
Okay,
dunk
the
on
first
chest.
one.
I don't know how much time we're gonna
Nice.
get, but she.
Why did
Did
I
you
die?
did you dunk
Oh.
before you died or no?
No,
I
I
don't
didn't.
think
Nah,
it
that
dunked.
would have
Oh,
been
we are
timer.
in trouble.
That might be timer. We'll see.
That
We'll see.
might be GG right
We'll see
there.
what we get, because if we get 320, we might be okay. Oh no! That looks like a wipe, ladies and gentlemen. Unless it updates
Unless we're
later
very
on.
fast.
Unless we speed this real fast.
What if
I don't know,
we
man.
speed run it like a couple of gods?
Oh, there's no mantle. Oh, that's
Oh,
fine.
that's a
well,
fucking
that's not gonna
shame.
happen.
I got
Yeah,
you.
that's not gonna
No
happen. It's just,
mantle on those walls.
All right.
should
I
like that.
am going to make my own fate.
yeah. Oh,
Oh man.
we should have been typing out the things in the chat.
Yeah.
I typed the order. Did we just both end up with circles, Gigs? Is that what happened?
Yeah. I think it was circles were being like delivered middle, but then it's kind of weird on that side because the squares and circles seem kind of like they're on the same side. but-
Kind of overlap a
because
wee
it's
bit.
right by the wire.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, I won't follow where the wire takes my ones. I'll just go from the far left. So that
For
doesn't
sure.
happen.
All right. Are we good to go?
Wow.
All right. I'm gonna
Yep,
I'm gonna
run
dump
it.
it.
It's ready.
All right. You're not gonna miss this time, right?
what are you talking about?
Nothing. Yeah.
Well, look, what do you? What the-
I'm just waiting for the orbs to appear. Fallout. Where are the orbs?
Shut
All
up.
right.
Look, the tormentor tummy is not always a perfect shot. All right.
Hang on, let's get turrets.
Ready whenever, Ross.
Gray,
Like
I'm sending to you.
circle, triangle, square.
T sending to you now.
Bounce.
Sent back to you, both.
Sorry, I was too late because I was typing and then had to do ads. Try
Return.
again.
Understandable problems, TBH. Sending back then.
Yep, I'm ready.
I'll return
Oh,
one
she
more
ready.
time, CB, and then we'll just let it fizzle.
Yep, that's fine.
Sending back again.
Okay. See if I can lock that square quickly again. I'm gonna see if I can get yours T before it fizzles.
Sending
Yeah,
back
I just keep
one
bouncing
more
it.
time.
Oh,
Actually, no,
perfect.
just close it now.
So I'm gonna do. See if I make it.
Close that ish on the right.
Subjugator in the middle.
All right, we're locked on right side.
Huge, huge.
Okay.
Subjugator
There's an
almost
extra
down.
square over here if anyone wants
I can
it.
help. Where's that subjugator? Oh, it is
I'm
there.
ready to close middle.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and grab that.
Oh, we can bounce it to me on left.
One sec. I'm gonna bounce that to you, Gigs. Got that? Sending.
Alright, we're good.
Turret time. Oh my god.
Spirit time.
And here comes the box of
Oh
donkeys.
my god. Okay.
All right.
Are you serious? Alright, there we go.
Tangles have tracking, I swear,
Oh, I
guys.
see.
I swear, chat.
Yeah. Apparently.
Allegedly.
Swing.
All right.
And then I'll go to the left side here. Gray, take middle.
You want me to take middle?
Yeah, yeah,
So that way it keeps me and Gray on the same line, that kind of thing.
yeah. Yep.
And you and Cross on the same line. Alright, cool.
Yep. At least to start, yeah.
Yep. I'm just gonna kill this tormentor, then I'll head over there.
That's a shame.
Hell
You
yeah.
have square T.
Okay.
Watch the turrets.
Square is on far right, and circle is middle. So triangle, circle, square.
Gray, I'm sending to you whenever you're ready.
Sounds good.
Triangle, circle, square. Send in now,
You got it.
T.
You can send whenever, Ross.
Yep.
All right, sitting.
Okay. Huge, huge.
Bounds.
Gigs, what are you
Turning T?
grabbing on that left side, just so I'm coordinating with you?
Sending back,
I
T.
believe we are squares.
You're grabbing squares? Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Alright, then I'll grab these circles. Yeah, they're so intertwined, it's crazy.
Bounce, but I'm letting it die.
Real quick,
for
what's
me.
the
Sending back.
what's the order of things for this? If
Triangle,
anyone's-
Triangle,
circle,
circle,
square.
square.
Subject getter.
Left to right. Triangle, circle, square.
Alright,
Just,
same again. Cool. I'm gonna let this one fizzle here, so we can deal
There's a
with
random
sub.
circle near me.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's how it
Sending
ended
on
up
right,
happening
probably
the
gonna
other time.
fail
we did it.
that.
Bad.
And I think that's how we overlapped.
Yep, exactly. On this one, middle and left gets all.
All tangled.
Whoops.
Two omens down. Should be omen on right still.
There's one on right.
I'm gonna
I'm
grab
good.
this
This
last
slammed.
circle over here just to refresh.
Yep.
guys,
Once
you
you
guys
send
see-
it
Gigs,
up,
you want me
I'll-
to send
I'm
it
ready
over?
to close left.
Nah,
Yep,
yeah, I gotta
send
kill
it,
the
do
other.
Not
nothing.
yet. Okay. Just tell
I'm
me when.
good to lock gig. I see
It's
You
close.
can send.
Yep,
Yeah.
right. Sending to mid, CB.
Gigs, good to go.
Perfect.
Yep, go.
Sending now.
Locking. Yep, locked.
Turret
There we go.
Locked
time.
on right.
There's the box.
Huge.
My bones.
I got the first dunk.
My man. Big.
All right.
All right,
The
head middle.
Full
guys
time.
over there.
Yep. TL head middle and when we get over there.
There we
Yep.
are.
All right.
Easy peasy.
Guys dead. I'm gonna go left.
Perfect.
Gigs, you're going right.
Yes, sir.
We are actively pogging.
I need context on this. Someone has just typed in my chat in all caps, nude Aztecross oil paintings, and I'm very concerned as to what Fallout and Aztecross were sending each other earlier.
Written anything.
I have so many questions.
That was
That's just
that was different.
Like, you
That
know,
is a
free
different
real
thing.
estate. You know,
I do-
that's just free income.
Look,
Oh,
don't loop me in on that degeneracy, all right?
So many questions.
Degenerate.
Oh, no, no. Fallout
Don't
definitely
loop me
part
in
of
on
it.
that
friend.
beautiful
What
art.
It's a
the
part
fuck?
of this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we call this piece the final shape.
All right, let's type out that order and
Circle, triangle, square.
circle, triangle, square. Okay.
I am
triangle,
ready whenever,
Okay.
Ross.
Okay, sending.
I am sending your way,
I'm
Gray.
ready as well.
Okay.
I'm sending from right to
Bounce.
left.
Sending now.
I'm gonna take
Send
that.
it back.
And returning.
Okay.
Sending back, right to left.
Sending right back.
What's everybody picking up? Just to be
I'm
clear.
picking up
in
squares.
circle.
I'm gonna pick up squares.
And
Just
returning.
right
I'm
next to-
picking up. Then I need to pick up triangle. Okay, got it. Just making
Great.
sure.
Sending
We can-
back,
We can
right
let
to
things fizzle here.
Yep.
We got
I
subject getter
am-
spawning.
Whoever was sending for T, I'm ready.
Sending right to left again.
I'll be ready on the
How'd you
right
get her up?
side after you.
Are we ready to close on left?
We just need to kill subjugators first, then we'll be good.
Yeah.
Picking them up.
One sec. Let me head up
Okay,
there.
I am
Ooh,
good.
left
Closed
closed,
right.
huge, huge.
Good.
Okay.
One is
Closed right.
down. Other
So
one's
we
here.
need to close triangle and square. One sec.
Yep, I'm chilling
yeah,
on
Where is
right
triangle?
now.
I think it's on the right.
Triangle's middle,
Triangle's middle,
Yep.
square is
triangle
right.
middle.
I am ready at middle.
I'm ready square
Okay,
on right.
huge.
I need
Choose-
right to be sent.
2 seconds. I'm gonna send to middle.
Yeah, is that what it is
There you
to
go.
do?
Perfect, thank you, Cross. All right, mine should be locked. Yeah, locked over here.
All locked. Well
All right,
done.
Good
Cool.
to go.
What we got?
Turret time. Turret
Taking
time.
bed.
Turret time.
Remember,
My
don't
least
advance into
favorite
Verity
time.
but when you finish the encounter. Just hold here because there's more stuff to talk about.
All right, all right.
All right, GG.
All right,
well
coming.
played.
Nicely done.
Okay, right. So, when everybody's grabbed their loot, there are some more images in the reference thing that I sent everybody, and one of them is going to be, I think, pretty interesting because it shows what I think is one of the first iconic images that you get whenever you enter Final Shape for the first time and see that cutscene. It's after Earth has been finalized for just a brief second and everybody is kind of losing. You see this image not of the haunts, but of the witness standing here. And if people had not noticed, yeah, this area that we end this encounter at, same place, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
You can see even down to the roots leading upwards into this circular structure at the very end on the left-hand side. And it's here that I want to go ahead and refer to a theory of what I think is happening in this place and at this moment. If the witness is making the final shape here, obviously the stuff that you can sort of walk around in here, this blue goo, is very much a substance of light of some kind, as well as the roots around it. You know, it definitely looks like that whenever you see it in that first opening cutscene bit. However, there is a really grisly lore tab from one of the new Warlock exotics, which if I'm... let me check this. Yeah, the exotic that T is wearing, Hermatiodoxia. It is basically a moment where it looks, at least, as though the witness is kind of dissecting the traveler into what it needs. Right? It's a very, very grisly set of lore tabs. Let me see if I can actually go ahead and find it. There's a lot of stuff about how the witness starts feverishly cutting away beneath the flesh, beneath the bone, into the marrow of the traveler itself. Right? It's really grim. And I think that what you're seeing as you go through all of the next encounter and all the way up to final encounter, if you start to look up, by the way, you will see that, yeah, this is kind of the remnants of whatever has been done by the witness. The interior here has a very strange note to the tree in particular, because it's all broken, as we've seen before. Like, it's all very gnarled and dried out and whatnot. Desiccated is the word I continuously use because I think that's the best way to describe it. This, I think, is the remnant of whatever the witness has built out of what used to be here. The structure that we see and what we're about to get as we go inside, it looks very reminiscent of a tree of silver wings. And I think that that's exactly what the witness has kind of found here at the center of everything. There is a potential for all of that to mean great things if you go ahead and use it for good, because combining light and dark, as we've seen, is a powerful force. But the witness is keen on using this for the final shape, and so this is kind of the apex of its seat of power here. This is very much also implying what the point of this area as the third encounter is. It's called the repository. A repository is a place where you store things, right? So this is essentially saying, like, hey, this is where the witness keeps all of the light that it's captured from within the traveler, which it's then using to create the final shape. And again, final shape is only brought about by a combination of light and dark. So this area has a huge amount of significance as far as the actual power the witness can draw from it. Also makes sense because of what happens next and when you go inside. I gotta ask, people who made it here on day one, how many hours did you spend here?
On the fourth encounter,
Yeah.
I think we got off pretty lucky. I think only 6 hours for us.
Yeah, 6 hours in Verity is relatively pleasant compared to some of the teams that were there for 11.
Right.
So, this place, you can start to see the root structure evolving even more. You can even see here, this bit that's highlighted in blue. I mean, if you remember from back in Season of Rivals, the roots of the Tree of Silver Wings we find on Io literally look like this. The only difference is it's shaded blue instead of being pure white. And the rest of it is heavily corrupted. And all of a sudden, you drop down into the main part of the encounter, and, oh, you know, everything's fine. You know, this is exactly like the tree that you remember. You know, everything is completely fine and looks great and whatnot, except, as I'm sure some of you will have noticed by playing this raid at least a few times or spending some time in here, at the corner of your vision, things seem wrong. Because as you start tracing around the very edge of your vision, you will start to see bits of corruption at the edge of your vision that slowly overtake and then recede as you turn towards them. And this is, I think, the indication of what I think my interpretation of verity is. And I think that verity, ironically enough, because the word verity means truth, I think verity in itself, or at least this version we look at where it's all covered in light, is a complete illusion, right? I think this is the witness actually lying to us quite actively. There's also the stuff on the back of the wall, which is going to be of importance because there's a lot of stuff to do with perception that you can draw on here. In fact, Gray, you'll know this. At a certain point during day one, I think it was you and Evan brought up the analogy of the cave.
Yes.
From Plato.
Yes. Yes. Plato's analogy. Yeah. Yes. Allegory. Excuse me. Yes.
Yeah, the allegory of the cave. It was something like hour 8, 9, 10, 11, something. Everyone was kind of just in the depths of it all. Yeah, that's actually, I think, appropriately referenced, and also very much what the back wall of Verity is calling out to. It's this idea that truth is very much a thing of perception, right? Let's see. Yeah, sorry, I've got my entire section of notes here for Verity because it's just very important to actually get some of this in here, because otherwise it's really complex. Verity, if it is an illusion that's being put forward to us, which is at least my interpretation of what's going on here, it's the witness trying to say that this is the truth of the universe. This is potentially its last moment where it tries to convince us to take up the final shape. And so in this moment, you have these images of our guardians here, and it's effectively trying to show you what you could be. It's giving you literally a note of your own greatness. And all the way at the back, you see those 3 statues, obviously, the ones which are at the half of the team that get teleported in, and you will all be holding shapes, right? The way that I can best explain Verity is that that is essentially the witness initially deciding a shape for you. The shapes in Verity, I think, are representative of one's own fate or destiny. And by removing the shapes in Verity and just basically doing all the mechanics of the encounter, we are essentially defying the witness and saying, no, you don't make my own final shape for me, you don't make my destiny, I am a guardian, I make my own fate. Which is why the entire encounter's mechanics essentially are a thing of saying, okay, the witness gave me the square shape. No, I'm not a square. I have interesting things to say every once in a while. I'm going to go ahead and make a 3-dimensional shape out of the 2 other things that are not a square. I'm going to make a cone. And the outside team basically has to help you make that fate for yourself as well. It is escaping that stillness that the witness wants to impose on the rest of the world, but it's also doing it in a way that philosophically defies the witness. Now again, is that guaranteed? No, because they give us basically no true way of understanding all of this and interpreting it properly, but it is still one of those moments where it makes a lot of sense with regards to the way that you're interpreting all the symbols, with the way that the witness will stop you if you start to openly defy it, which is the part of the encounter where it literally kills you. And furthermore, it just brings about this idea of shapes into everything so beautifully in a literal manner, you know? We've been going on about the final shape over and over and over again, and we've been doing some stuff with the shapes, but this time we are literally doing the most geometric, intense encounter, where we're literally building up shapes. So yeah, Verity, in my opinion, is just the most genius raid encounter in the entirety of the game. Like, you're marrying encounter mechanics with lore, with a literal understanding of what it's talking about, and the metaphorical understanding of what it's talking about, and it all comes together really smoothly. And if you actually understand and push through Verity to the point where you succeed, it really does give you a sense of like, wow, whoever built these raids and whoever made these encounter mechanics is just
my God,
it is wild. They have this brilliant team, clearly, that is able to marry all of these elements together, right? Like, Valve the Disciple and Last Wish do this with some of their encounters, particularly, I think, with Rulk and with Volt. But, like, this is just... it's a total other situation with this. It's the most literal way of sitting there and saying, I defy the final shape, I make my own fate, that you could possibly imagine. You know, the witness is trying to choose your own place within that, and you're saying, no, I choose my own. Also about this room, yeah, this is a structure that looks like part of a Tree of Silver Wings, at very least by the aesthetic. But being inside the Traveler makes a bunch of different questions for us. If the Witness's monolith is a structure that was remembered, or if it was a structure that was specifically constructed around a part of the Traveler's innards, then this structure in itself, regardless of whichever of those it is really interesting. Because either this was something that was remembered by the Witness, and then has been brought to life through the use of light, or alternatively, this is a core part of the structure that has been here before and that the monolith was built around. So, like, yeah, this is clearly some kind of nexus of power either way, but the origins of it are still really unclear, just because of the fact that we don't exactly know the inner workings of why the monolith was here, and whether it was explicitly like, hey, this is where the light welled up, or whether the Witness built it with the memory of that in place. Either way, the center of the pit here, you can see this kind of beam of light traveling up into the sphere here. And that beam goes very, very, very far down. So far down that if you jump in that hole, obviously you wipe. We also escape up that sphere if we go further, and we could see it outside at the beginning of the encounter. And that leads us all the way up to the final DPS encounter platform in Encounter 5. It's the thing that has been bisecting the entire raid. That is... I don't know if it's the purest thing of light, but if that is the source of light that the Witness is pulling on for the final shape, that means that this room is of great significance. This might be something akin to the wellspring from which the Witness was drawing. That makes the corruption of this place even crazier.
Wait, what did you just say? Like, sorry, repeat what you just said, that very last part.
The whole beam of light has been bisecting the entire raid, right? Like, you see it before Encounter 1, you see it at the very edge, off in the distance of Encounter 2. At the end of Encounter 3, up above, you can start to see it go up into the tree-like structure. If this room here was originally within the Traveler in some form, if this tree structure was within the Traveler at some point, even though, again, physically manifesting a lot of the spaces in the Traveler requires memory, then this might be something along the lines of the nexus of the Traveler's light. Now, that's not at all guaranteed, but it's certainly a reason why you would find a Tree of Silver Wings room with a structure in the very center of it, and why all the architecture here is the way it is. This is the only time we get inside that tree, you know? Like, and everything above it, oof.
Someone in the chat mentioned, does anyone else think that the sphere in the middle is the actual heart of the Traveler?
Right.
Yeah, so, I mean...
Such a good question.
It's an interesting question, yeah.
That's the thing I don't know, but it's... I kind of wish that that was something they would confirm, because, again, if Bungie ever does a thing where they go through the raid and they talk about all of this, that's going to be great, but, like...
That'd be cool.
Yeah, to the best of my knowledge, this is it. This is just where all of it comes from. And also, when you complete a phase of this, by the way, the heart in the middle will actually pulse with light. Right? So, make of that what you will. Could be something along the lines of the Traveler responding to us defying the Witness. It could be something along the lines of the light using our imagination of our fate to make it real. Could be anything, but there is a response to it. I already talked a little bit about the shadow on the wall. You know, Plato's analogy of the cave is basically like, hey, your perception is kind of your reality. And therefore, you know, it's referring back to the other mechanics in this where you trade your shapes across the wall to each other and they need to be cleansed. But yeah, for the most part, I'm just always here in complete awe and admiration of Verity because it's just a wild encounter. Like, unbelievable that they married all of this together. Before we start, though, let's take a ghost check.
I am Egg.
I
Egg.
am Sagira.
Egg.
I am Bird. I see T.
My ghost is wrapped
Bunny.
in poo.
Your ghost is wrapped in. Oh, yours is the snake.
Yeah, yeah.
Cross, what do you got in your ghost? Do we have a cross in the AFK?
Oh, you might have actually ran for a moment. I might
Hmm.
actually use this a moment to run to people. real quick.
Ran.
Yeah, everybody go ahead
He
and take
bailed.
everybody go ahead and take a 5-minute break or so. We'll go ahead and we'll
I'll
just
stretch.
chill for a second. Yeah. People on my side of the stream, haha, terribly sorry. We'll be back when everyone is here, but I'm going to go ahead and insert an ad. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. But yes, just because we're on a break, you're not going to miss anything, I promise. Go. Should be all good. Thank you for reminding me, everybody who's in chat. Would not have been able to do it without you.
With those far statues having like that darkness emanating too, it really does just kind of feel like, I don't know. This is, I guess, what the witness is looking to do.
It's like there's the real versions of you out here, and then there's the witness's interpretation of you.
Yeah.
It even has the more triumphant pose, right? You're literally holding a shape and you're pondering it.
I have
Can
a chat question while we're waiting. You're
Yeah.
curious. It's not necessarily about the raid though, so feel free to take this.
Oh,
as well.
great.
Folks
Bad.
were, I
Yeah,
mean, it's
go
not
for it. That's
it's not a
fine.
bad one. It's just like a running theory about whether or not the in the vision we have where we see the astronaut behold the traveler, and then this astronaut gets prismatic. Do you believe that the main character player Guardian is the first astronaut to discover the traveler?
I think no, and the reason I say that is because it binds all the characters in Destiny, or it binds each player rather, to being one of 3 astronauts, which is Chal, Mielova, or Hardy, right? So it binds them into being those specific people from those specific nations, of those specific genders, of those specific heritages, of all those different things, you know? So I think it's definitely representative of humanity generally, because that was the first time humanity encountered the Traveler. But I don't think Bungie would tie in individual Guardians, particularly player characters, with any set character in the lore. I think that the entire point of it is definitely going to be like, hey, you make your own destiny, you are your own character, we're not going to write that story for you. But it's a very fair question, because the astronaut is kind of out of nowhere, you know?
Makes
But
sense to me.
Yeah. I do wonder why that was the visual they went with, though, because it is a fascinating visual. I do also kind of wish they'd given us the little cross-reference and hint, because I don't know if there's ever going to be a 6th subclass energy, and if there's going to be darkness of that particular flavor to make it 3 and 3, but if there is, would have been the perfect time to tease it. Would have been so good. Let's see, real quick, is anybody, are we missing anybody right now?
I am back.
Nope.
Do we have a cross?
I'm here. Yeah, I'm present.
Okay, I think, I'm not forgetting anybody. Do we have a Fallout?
Maybe.
Okay, I think that's everybody.
Me.
Alright, we're gonna,
5 gigs.
I've
Okay, I think I have
spent a
everyone's
couple
model.
minutes in this encounter.
just a few, it's fine. We'll,
Oh yeah.
we'll complete this first try and we'll get it done in under 10 minutes. I'm sure everybody knows how to do dissection and all that, so should be all good. If everybody's rallied, I'm just gonna go ahead and start us. I'm that confident.
Yeah, let's run it.
I was hoping they were going to be like, where the hell are Fallout and Gray right now?
I was hoping to.
We're like way up here.
We'll just get teleported.
It's that moment where you go BRB, AFK. It is square, triangle, circle.
I will type square, triangle, circle. Ooh, you are fast. Oh, I forgot to mention what strategy are we doing? Send double or just go for it right away?
Send each other their respective shapes, I guess.
Sure thing.
Yeah. Do an organizational step, but ultimately it's fine. Not particularly worried. I've sent a
I'm
square.
doing a triangle
Are you doing
to-
it, gigs?
Right?
Triangle to middle cross?
I'm
Perfect.
Oh,
I got it.
I
too.
already have.
I've got double shapes.
need-
We should have double.
I
now.
have
I have double
shapes
shape as well.
Cool, alright. Let's
Yeah,
start sending
I'll
them
just
out.
keep-
Alright,
keep you safe.
yep. send one to you.
Sending circle to middle.
All right. Witness notices. Yeah,
Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was
I'm
stupid.
bombing
just-
at you on the right.
Frozen on left, kind of.
I'm on the
Fallout
left-hand
is,
side. as
Cross,
Fallout
did
well.
you
is
say you're
egg.
on the right side?
Who has
I'm
the
on,
hawk
Cross is on the
ghost?
right.
The
Okay,
bird
so you're the-
ghost
you're
is
the
Bife.
lion
Bird
ghost
ghost
cross?
is Bife.
Okay. Where's Bife?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Lion ghost is crossed. Bird is Bife. I don't know
Five
about
is
who else.
one.
Egg.
5 is 1.
What is
Uh,
cross?
Is Cross wearing the
I have
class
Cross. It's
armor?
the lion.
Whoever is
Yes.
the
Yes.
cowboy hat
Okay,
is
Cross
3.
is 5. Cross is
I'm
5.
I'm slamming cross right now.
Okay, huge.
Oh, please don't die. That would be real
Oh,
bad.
Jesus Christ.
There we go. Okay. Right, I think I can construct
damn
my
it.
nonsense now.
I need to send right a square, which I will
Sending
do
you
right
left
now.
is circle right now.
Oh no. Oh dear.
How kind of you.
Okay. I need both shapes on my end.
I sent a square to both middle and right, so you
Okay, I
should
got
have a square.
Just need
Okay.
need a triangle now.
Okay.
2
I'm
seconds.
good to go.
I've slightly buggered up, but I'm gonna send things appropriately.
There's a circle right here, Biggs, if you need it.
Oh wait, I think I just messed it up.
Shit.
See about doing that. Hopefully that's fine. Yeah, I have one of each.
I have what I
Unstops are up.
need to
Here.
leave.
I just need to kill an ogre, and I need to send someone who needs a triangle, by the way.
Put
Triangle on
unstopped.
right.
Noted. Thank you. I'll get that to you as fast as I can.
We have
There
1
we
minute.
go.
Plenty of time. Plenty of
Yeah,
time.
easy. We got this.
T-Rex, thank you for doing that.
That's left, not
Yep.
right.
I'm
So-
trying to
forgot
find him.
I don't-
I forgot
do that.
unstopped. I'm good now.
Cross, I've sent you your triangle. Should just
Did you
be.
put it on right?
Yes, I did.
Well,
Oh wait, hang on. Nope, it didn't actuate. Let me do that properly. Sorry about that. Now it's been
all
sent.
good. Perfect.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
30.
Just, I just need one more shape, and then I'm good to get out. Alright, I'm heading out.
Everything good on that 3D
Where's
side?
the other
I
shape?
can't leave.
I can't leave.
Yeah, where's the other shape? We need one more shape. It's on the ground somewhere.
Where is it?
no.
Oh.
The triangle here.
Oh.
I don't know if that matters.
Oh, it was.
Oh no.
I think we're good, but nope. Oh wait, did it work?
Wait.
Nope. Nah.
right.
Oh, that's-
That is
That
a
is on
shame.
Fortnite. Oh
We had
dear.
to do an extra cycle. I think one disappeared.
That is rough. Everyone on the inside had their stuff in the end, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was the outside. We had to do one extra cycle, and it took, I guess, a second too long.
Damn. Okay.
It's all good.
Yeah.
These
Right.
things do happen.
Astoundingly enough, even we professionals occasionally get it wrong. Alright, are we all rallied and ready?
And
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
You said give everybody their respective shape at the first part for the formality. That's what you said the other
Yep.
time.
Indeed.
Circle, triangle, square.
Damn, he beat me to it. I have
Nice.
2 of mine, I believe.
Okay, just chill. Yeah, just hang out while we send what we need
Yep,
to each
do
other.
Do your thing. You guys
Yep.
got this. Let me know
I'm gonna
when
send
you are
a
ready.
circle to the circle. And if I get sent my triangle, we'll all have double,
Alright.
and then we can move.
Okay, my first one was a circle. Where's the second knight? Where are you hiding, sir?
Are you doing it, Gigs?
Yeah,
Or
I can
wants
do
someone else
it.
to do it. Okay.
There he
I,
is.
I mean, I can do it too. I
I'll
just, I don't want to
I'll just put squared on the right side. I'll let you do
All
it.
right, I'm grabbing that triangle, and that is going to you right now, Mr. Fallout.
Square was
Hell
on the
yeah.
right side there. Gives.
Okay, we can send out our own shapes now inside people.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, one triangle to left,
Square to middle. Witnesses noticed
and
us.
one triangle to right. I want to send my shape.
I've sent.
go.
I've sent
Huge.
both shapes, I believe. Yeah, I sent both
Fallout.
mine.
Egg is on far right.
The bird is on far left.
Where is Fallout?
Uh,
Let's
My
see.
statue or my egg?
Fallout is
Your statue.
There was two
Aha.
on far left there. I picked up someone.
You're-
with,
you're
like,
the cowboy
stun
hat,
gun.
right? Fallout-
whoever
you're
is
5.
Fellwinter Helm is number 6.
Life is
Fallout is
6.
5. I'm the
Five,
hooded
AKA
I'm gonna
Titan.
try this. I'm gonna try this.
Bird
I'm the
goes
hooded
to
Titan.
six.
Segura is CB. I'm the hooded Titan.
Oh, okay. So
need to
that would be
know.
that would be one. CB slash
okay.
Segura is
Yeah.
Okay,
one.
then
Yeah.
then this must be you. All right.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. All right. So. All right. Which of you needs a circle?
Middle statue needs a circle. If you're talking about the solo people.
Yes, that's
yeah.
exactly
Yes.
what I'm talking about.
And
It's going right
Did
now.
someone re-send me a triangle?
could someone resend
Who
me a
needs
triangle
a
too?
triangle? Are you left
right
or right?
side, right side, right side.
Right
needs
needs a
triangle.
triangle. Understood. You have received
Okay.
a triangular.
All right. I need to send off.
Okay,
one
I'm ready
more
to make my
circle.
key.
I
now,
apparently
so-
have 2 triangles now. What?
The
But
next
I
square
have
right
great-
here. If you want to put it in this one.
Unless I have one
I just
triangle.
picked someone else take it over.
don't
I accidentally
know
picked
what
up
is
a thing, not realizing one was already in.
Okay. Let's see.
Uh,
But
if
what do
someone
you
has a-
need, Pipe?
I
Who
will need a
needs a circle? I
circle.
think you need a
Circle
circle.
on
You need a
right,
circle. You're on the
on
right side. That's
Yes.
coming over right now.
This looks right.
I'm gonna go ahead and
That's
see
right
and make sure I
action.
don't have extras.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, that's
Anyone
fine.
know who the British guy is? You did not just ask that in my chat right now.
Rather. Who needs a triangle? Someone's sent 2 triangles over
let's
here.
What
see.
is this? Day one in the community?
I'm
Come on.
good. I'm good on mine. So it must be Fallout. Fallout. What do you need?
I need
Yeah,
nothing.
these all look right to me as
I
well,
need
by the
nothing. I just need my knights to spawn.
I need
I'm-
my nice spawn too. That's where
I'm
I'm at.
literally waiting
Give Fallout the
for my
triangle.
knights to spawn. No, I
I'm-
don't
Oh,
need
I
a
mean, we
triangle.
might have- we
Do
might
not
have
No,
to
we-
let
let
Fallout
no,
get
we-
the
we-
triangle on.
Yeah, we're good. We just need to grab our
Wow.
things and get
Where
out.
are my knights? There's
Where are my
nothing. I'm in
knights,
a room
bro?
with no ads.
Did you
No
kill
ads.
your?
Yeah. You might
Oh,
be,
yeah,
you
they
might be
just
bugged.
spawned. Thanks for spawning like 10
Oh.
goddamn
Oh,
minutes
never mind,
late.
great.
This is such a
Wait,
botch.
now I have a circle.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
mine's-
we're definitely gonna wipe. I'm
Mine
gonna
spawned and
recommend.
didn't even have the thing. Wow.
I'm gonna recommend we don't do the strategy of send everybody their own shape and then distribute.
All right.
I say we just go right for it.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
I'm so mad too, because legitimately it just locked us out there. I did have an extra triangle somehow, and I don't understand how that was the
I
case. but
don't know how you got an extra triangle.
I don't know why. Like, it's fine because I was squared. Like, I'd been able to make my 3D, but none of my knights spawned either. So it was like,
I mean, I was told you were like, I need a triangle on right, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna send you another one. And you're like, well, now I have two.
I have I have someone in my chat
don't
telling me that I am
understand.
great ad control. By the way, thank you very much, Lamau.
Top tier ad clear.
I too think that I am excellent at something
name is
in the
Mike.
raid. Yep.
Real talk.
Wait, so you're
though.
not gonna do the send the shapes first?
I'm totally
No, do
We're
not do like.
we're just gonna send the shapes that we
Don't
have
double up, just
initially on
send
our
what-
wall to wherever
Yeah.
they need to go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Are we good to go?
We better be because I launched the encounter.
All right. So we are square, triangle, circle.
Who wants to dissect?
Who needs a triangle?
I will need a triangle on right.
Let's just collectively
Okay.
get started on it.
You can dissect Mr. Fallout.
I will dissect.
Kill this
who-
knight on left.
Huge. Okay.
Anybody
Here's
need
a
a square?
triangle.
I'm all weak in the
Sending
one.
a square to
There's a
UT.
square on the right side. Follow.
Yep, and then I'll be ready.
Get heard. I'm gonna do
Who needs a square?
your left circle right.
I will need a.
I don't need
I will-
anything.
1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and double check things. I will
Yeah,
need a square
definitely
over on right cross.
Perfect. Okay. Putting in it.
Yep.
Alright.
Send nothing to the dinosaur.
And I need
Dinosaur is
a
ready.
circle on left.
I just-
circle on left.
I just sent you one cross.
Perfect.
There we go.
Okay. Hopefully we get more.
Yeah.
ads
There's a
here
triangle in
minute.
middle back.
Oh, I see that. You know what? I will grab that. Okay. Thank you. Okay,
Yep,
triangle.
that.
There we go.
Middle. Perfect.
Can I assemble my 3D shape before we die? Is that okay? Or is it bad?
Yeah. No, you can do that.
Okay.
You'll go.
Oh,
just
I have
skip
assembled
over.
my 3D shape, so
Excellent.
mine as
Good.
well.
I'm just working on my dissection here, y'all.
Yeah, I'm ready as well. We're fogging.
Just give me a
Yeah.
minute.
I'm gonna hang
You have a
out in front of my
triangle in
statue.
middle if you end up
Circle.
needing it.
Okay, so
Witness has
that shape
noticed
should be
us.
good.
Yes, I have a triangle for you in middle.
In the
Fall.
middle. Okay, I do
I'm
need a
on the left.
triangle.
There's a
Where's
triangle
oh,
right
thank you
here.
so much for the triangle.
Yep.
I am
Askel's
on
on
the
the left.
I am on
Who's
the
got the
right.
bunny ears.
Here.
That would
T-Rex.
And I
be
can-
T.
T-Rex is bunny.
T, who looks
And then
like
I need a
dinosaur.
Who's the eagle?
That's
Oh,
Bife.
Who's
Life
lion? Who's lion?
Life is 2.
Astacross
Life
is the lion.
All right,
Cross
I'm
is
going
lion.
to slam
All right,
Bife.
where you
Who's got
going?
Who can see the dinosaur?
Getting Bifes.
Cross is whoever picked up the lion shell, aka Cross is 5.
It's 5 or
Who's
6.
got a,
Thank
who's
you.
got a horn on their head?
I
Oh,
just
that's
slammed
T.
Bifes.
That's the
Get this-
dinosaur.
I thought I
That's
got
T.
the. Oh, I guess I
Okay.
didn't pick it
So
up.
then I should be 5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm grabbing
yeah,
the
Cross
lion.
is
Only
5.
one left. It's
There
a
you go. I thought I
5.
grabbed the lion. That's really funny.
Someone
Fine,
has
I'm
a-
going to grab
you
this.
got
I'm,
it?
I'm
Okay.
grabbing it right now. Yep.
Yep. Take the lion to 5. Take the bunny to 6.
Everything
I need a team outside. I need a circle badly.
working on it right now.
Fallout needs
Wait.
circle.
We're on the right. Let me see if we can get a US circle here. Let's try to kill the other one.
There's square. I don't need that.
Okay.
Or do I actually need that?
Let me take a look and see.
Hold on. Oh wait, no. I think I do need a square actually. Hold on.
Okay.
I lied to everybody. Hold on.
Let's
Uh,
see, because it's S here, so you
Here.
have a circle.
Oh god, please kill that
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I got you. 1 second. But yeah,
Oh
you,
my
you
god,
still
please kill it.
did it not stun on that sidearm shot? It's crazy.
Okay, let me just examine.
You need to
Square,
take
triangle,
the square on the
circle.
left
You guys might be okay. Hold on, let me take a look. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Triangle. That actually, you guys might be okay to leave.
Yeah, your
You're not.
cone there. Let me see.
I think I'm done out here. Can I get a double check on my work?
that
Yeah,
should
I'm
be
double
the
checking
order
your
of
work
the,
right now.
That should be
Okay.
the order of the symbols, by the
Where
way.
triangle is good on the right side. Let me see. Middle.
Yeah, you're good. You're good,
If
you're
you
good.
guys
Yeah,
on
you-
the
you are
inside are
good.
like, you guys
Yeah.
should be leaving, right?
He is good. Yeah,
No, it's
like,
not on this.
I'm
Yeah,
at the wall,
100%
I can't get out.
What happened on that one?
Don't
We're
know.
good. No?
Real quick,
You're definitely not
Did
good.
you have
Oh,
bone
you-
cylinder prism?
he did it right.
inside-
I checked
yeah.
his work. He did it right. He did it right.
Okay, so inside teams, really quickly, are we trading away the shapes that we have on our back wall originally? Because you can't keep your same 2 starting shapes. That's the only other bit that it can potentially be.
That's why you give away the first 2 originally.
Yeah, that's why you give away the first 2. If you keep one of your 2 starting shapes, it will bug you and you will be all stuck in there. Just as an FYI.
Right.
So that
Maybe
might
that
be
Yeah,
might-
more.
so let's do the give away the 2 shapes, and then when you're dissecting outside, there's also the strat that I run is you just put in like the shape you want to take out. If you do that, you should get it in 3 cycles of nights every time.
Gotcha.
You don't even have to
Is
think
that a
about
bug or
it.
is that intended?
I don't know. It just
I guess
works.
we don't know.
It's,
Trade
I mean, it
both
kind of doesn't
shapes
give
on
you
the
much
wall, no
information.
matter what.
Yeah, that seems like that'd be more of a
Yeah,
bug,
no matter
but
no
maybe
matter
it's
what.
not.
Yeah, no matter what, you've got to trade away the shapes that you start with on your wall, even if one of them is correct for you, because you have that other shape somewhere within the other 2 rooms. They just need to give it to you. Right.
Yeah. Understood.
Right. Are we all good to go?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Wait, on the inside, no, you should only need to give away like if you have one of the ones you no, you just give away like if it's your shape, you should be able to hold it, no?
No, because all of your shapes need to be passed to another. You must cleanse every shape by passing it to another person. If you have one of your original starting shapes to build your key won't work, even if the shape is correct. You cannot build your key out of the original 2 pieces, even if one of those pieces is correct. This is why the organizational step of gathering the shapes that you're holding and then distributing them to your other teammates is potentially really good,
Yeah.
because it means
So
that
send-
you're
yeah.
always trading everything away. Right.
Send both of yours right away, no matter what you have on the back wall.
Send both of these. Square, circle, triangle.
Type it in the chat. I will dissect.
And I'll just check again for a while. But yeah, you were good on that last one.
Okay. I
That's
will
a wall.
Well,
sway
thanks,
out.
buddy.
I just wanted to let you know that you're the best.
Wanna make
If I
sure-
could get a square, that'd be really hot.
I'll let you
You
know in
want
1
a square?
second.
Yeah.
Circle on the left.
I'm
Huge,
sending a
okay.
circle
Let me
over
see
to
if
right hand
there's-
side.
Oh my god, freaking
triangle
tangle.
in the middle.
Okay, square goes here.
I have no shapes now
Circle.
on middle.
Okay.
I will need a square and a triangle in the middle.
I will have a square for you when we get back.
Great.
Perfect.
Okay,
Yeah,
ghost
triangle middle.
time.
I'm in middle, by the way.
And
Mine goes to the
triangle.
middle.
Yep.
Okay,
Alright.
triangle there.
Lion Ghost is cross, right?
Yes, and cross is 3 by the looks of
Who-
things.
who's the snake ghost?
I am.
Snake
With the
Ghost
one with the
Gigs,
wire
that's
on the
four.
shoulder.
Cross is 3.
that was
I'm stupid.
I see a
So-
warlock. Of
Warlock should be
sorts.
4. Should
I have
you.
gigs.
Yeah.
So is gigs 6 then?
Or-
Is that what that means?
Man,
is
fuck
is
me up.
Giggs a hunter?
I am a
Gig-
hunter with a wire on the shoulder.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
6. That's 6.
Oh, I
Okay,
gotta
which
re-grab it.
means
I didn't know
that
there's a
me-
timer.
If it's Bife, as in the bird ghost, that means I'm 4.
Yeah, you 4 should be done, I think.
Guys, can somebody try to grab gigs?
Um,
Ghost, it's stuck in the statue. This
I
is
got
for
it.
real.
What?
Oh, you got it? Okay, I couldn't. It wouldn't let
Yeah.
me grab it. T-Rex, I'm glad you
All
got
right, I
it.
don't know what I picked up. What am I?
You
putting
picked.
up?
I'm assuming that was gigs because it or actually,
If you picked
no,
up a bird,
Wait.
if you picked up a bird, you're with me, and that would be on
Okay,
4.
gigs, you're
4.
6, right?
I'm 6, yeah.
Okay.
God, I hate these
Oh,
things.
thank
There
God.
it is.
Okay.
Cool. So we have
Cross-
gigs.
Check
okay.
my work, but the dissecting should be done.
There comes your
All right,
thing,
which one of you
Cross.
needs a triangle?
I do
I
not
need
need
a
a tri-
triangle in middle. Triangle
Okay.
middle.
I need a circle over on left-hand side, please. I need to give somebody a square. Who needs a square?
Circle, triangle. Let's see.
I am in need of a square on right side.
All right, 1 sec. I'm giving you a square.
Triangle.
I'm giving you a circle.
Thank you.
And then square, circle.
All right, I have a triangle. Just need to kill my ogre and then get my circle, and I should be good to get out.
Mine's got it already. Good stuff. Come here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Comes more unstopped.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
All right. Yep, there we go. Now it's cracked. I'm out.
Beautiful.
All right, head over here, spread out,
Beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful.
kill the ogres.
Okay, all right. Get ready for the big thing. Spread out.
Nope.
Oh my god, it might actually be me. Oh,
Do
never
one,
mind.
call
No,
out.
not you.
Looks like it's
Unfortunately.
gray.
It's me. All right, so I'm gonna start over on this right side here. This is the bunny ears.
T-Rex is 6. I see.
T-Rex is
5
six.
is 1.
I see
Who has
her
a
dino
really
horn.
who has a really big kind of like fishing wire on
Alright.
their back
That would be
shoulder?
That's
Gigs.
That's
Gigs.
me.
Gigs is
Alright.
2. Gigs is
So
two.
Gigs is 2.
I'm gonna grab the
Bife
egg
is
next.
1. Bife is
Who's
1.
egg?
Roth
Egg is
is
Fallout. Egg is
Fallout.
Fallout, and
Fallout
Fallout has a
is-
big cowboy hat.
Okay. So what is
Who's
cowboy
Bife?
hat
Who's
then,
Bife?
guys?
Somebody tell
Bife
me.
is 1. Bife is 1.
What is
got
cowboy hat? Somebody get.
I must be 5. I'm the last
All right.
one.
Yes,
Yeah.
you must. Be. I'm slamming it now. The second after that last one went, I was like, must be process
Yeah,
elimination.
well done.
There we
Well
go.
done.
All right.
Well
cool.
done. All right, that's one
Alright.
phase.
I'm gonna make a line.
And do note as well,
This-
it pulses, like I said, whenever you do a phase.
It did.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look. Ah, I'm outside. I can lead dissection.
Okay.
Square,
you wanna
triangle,
handle it, Bife?
circle.
Yeah, sure.
By
Easy
all
peasy.
means, take it away.
All right, let's. Whoever picks up the square from these knights, go ahead and dunk it on left to start with.
Oh, you're
Okay.
delegating. How fun. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll get square and put it on left. Sure.
Okay.
All right. We
Rid of
also
my
have a
two
circle and a
shapes.
triangle that are over there.
1 sec. I'm gonna pick up the circle real quick. Then
Okay.
put that on right.
Square has been dunked on left. By
What would you like with triangle?
Triangle. We're gonna dunk that in the
Perfect.
middle, and then we'll kill some ogres.
Cool. I think it
Perfect.
vanished, but
I'm on left.
Witness notices us. Witness notices us.
Cool. We're gonna get
Okay.
these unstops and then get your ghosts.
Yep.
sure.
Unstop's almost dead.
Who
on right.
has? Oh yeah. Okay, lion.
Nice.
Lions
Cross.
cross on left.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I
Okay.
got you.
Gigs, your bunny ears, right?
No, I'm the poo.
Oh, you're not.
buddy,
I
T-Rex.
have gigs.
Oh, T-Rex
I have
was-
gigs.
T-Rex.
I have
Okay.
gigs.
T-Rex is 1.
6. Gig is 6.
Cross is 3.
To
And
confirm,
T is
gigs
1
is
then.
fishing wire ghost, correct? Or fishing wire
No.
hunter?
No. I am the ghost, or no, I'm
Your
a
ghost
snake
is poop
ghost.
ghost or snake
Yeah.
ghost.
It's, the
Poop.
it's the last
Yeah.
one, Bife. It's the
Yeah.
last one you can say.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Cool. Easy peasy. Okay.
All right, I got rid of both my shapes, by the way.
Okay.
I think we dunked triangle middle.
Take it. Yes,
we
we
can
did. Go ahead and
do-
take a circle and throw that on right. if you
Yeah,
can
I'll
find
go
it.
ahead and I'll take care of that real quick.
There we go. I got
Or-
you.
Who's missing a
Or
square?
I'm gonna beat you to it.
Who's missing a square?
And
You should be done.
Let me double
Yeah.
check here.
I believe
Yeah, we're done.
yes, dissection.
We're
I'm
done
on
here.
right.
Dissection
Alright.
complete.
Okay, let him do
I'm
it.
missing a
Who's missing a
circle on
circle?
left. On left.
All right, here it comes. I'm giving it to you.
Huge.
Stop.
Just gonna retreat a
I
little
believe
bit.
I'm ready.
Fucking
Just looking for my last night.
We have unstuffs.
Yep, working on
Nice.
them now.
Beautiful.
When we get 3 knights back, leave 1 alive so we don't have to deal with more.
Indeed.
unstopped.
Yeah.
Good call. Good
I am
call.
ready to leave.
Yep. Dissection's
left,
complete
left,
over
left.
here, so you guys should just be able to
Feel
walk
free
through.
to leave. Yeah,
Yeah, we're
leave
out.
whenever.
There we go. That's
We're
all
all out.
3.
All right, all right.
All
Speed
right.
run.
Beautiful.
Let's see what we got.
Nicely done. We have unstop on the right.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Oh, let's kill those ads. All right. Make some space, everybody. Okay, Giggs
think-
is
alright.
Giggs is in
Give
here.
me one call out.
Life,
Astacross.
Life
Astacross is
5.
6. Astacross
Who
is
is the
6.
horned helmet?
Life is what?
Life is 5,
5.
and cross is 6.
Okay.
Horned helmet.
I got
let me
cross.
see.
The horned helmet
Giggs
is
is 1.
T.
I'm
Giggs is
already
one.
up. I'm already up.
You're already out. Somebody
Yeah.
has a no.
Alright,
Where
T,
is-
T is
where-
2.
Where's
T
the
is
cowboy
2.
hat hunter?
That would be Fallout.
T,
All right.
T is not to
Yeah,
Fallout.
Are you
Fallout
not?
is 2.
Oh, okay.
I'm,
is
I'm,
C-
I'm,
where's
I'm
CB?
definitely not.
Where's the
Uh-huh.
cowboy
Fallout
hat
is
hunter?
Guys, focus. Cowboy
That's
hat.
not
Where
it.
is it?
That's definitely not it.
Okay.
Fallout is wearing a
And-
cowboy hat, yes?
Where is the cowboy
Wait.
hat?
Fallout is 2. Correct.
Cow-
Yes.
Okay, well,
Okay,
Okay.
well, I'm alive, yay. But, oh god, we have to hurry. Oh god, Dunk!
It is spiked
I don't care
helmet.
where you
Just
jump,
right on
stop
bite. Yeah.
All right.
There we
Here
go.
we go.
my
Good
God.
stuff, guys.
Oh, gosh.
Not even close.
Yeah, we got
Alright.
this. Oh my god.
I was
You
in
can
third
also-
person somehow
I recommend
dying,
typing
but
out your statue in chat.
Yes.
Just
That's-
type out
that's
what
a-
you see.
Yeah,
That's a good
not a
call, yeah.
bad idea.
That's what I've been
We
trying
should
to do
maybe be
there.
doing
All
that.
right,
That's
we
very,
are
very good.
Alright, square,
Square,
triangle,
circle. There we go.
Square, triangle, circle. Okay.
That was close.
Fallout, you got it.
Yes, it was.
Who's dissecting?
Okay. Triangle.
I can do it.
You can do it. Get all over it.
Sending shapes over.
Nice. Sending
Sending-
first shape over.
Got
Sending
a
a
triangle in the
square to
middle if you
middle.
need it, Gigs.
Waiting
Or
on
whoever's
this-
doing it. I don't know who's doing it.
And a circle to left.
Giggs is doing it. Gonna help him out.
Alrighty.
Oh jeez. Witness is noticing us. I'm at the
Huge.
top
Right.
of I'm at the top of
Cross
right
them up.
stage.
I'm right in middle. CB's in middle.
Is this you, the bird?
Burb
who's
Ghost is me.
Bagheera?
Herb. All right.
Here's
okay.
CB, and I'm in
Here's
middle.
five,
by
That's
the
me.
way.
I'm
Dice is
super-
6.
Heard.
me see.
I'm trying. There's like a Titan on
Where's
left, I believe.
CB?
I'm assuming I would be 1 then, because I can't say. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know
Perfect.
why it's really bright. I can't make out much
Oh,
detail.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was,
I'm
try- I
still
was
not
trying
up.
to
I
get.
think
I was
I'm
asking
2.
for help because they're both.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
both the unstops up.
Yeah. Okay.
We go.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, we're good.
Are we okay?
Can y'all dunk me? Can y'all dunk my
Alright,
guys?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
we
you
are-
right
we're doing
now.
it
Yeah,
now.
5 gifted subs, bro.
Okay, I am gonna need a triangle over on right hand side whenever someone
Alright, I
has.
can bring you
time.
that triangle.
Does
That'll be
anyone
me.
need a circle? Because I have a spare circle over here that I shouldn't have.
I'm gonna bring you a triangle.
I do not. Left does not.
I
On my
need
way?
that circle. I need that circle in
Is that
middle.
middle? All right, cool. I'm gonna
Yes,
dump that.
correct.
All right, delivered.
I think
Okay,
we might
I'm-
actually be
I'm
good on
good on
dissection.
Yeah, I'm good on.
Yeah, we're done. We're done
I
outside.
think I'm okay.
No, we're not. Are we?
Outside? Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, it's letting me through right now.
All right,
Alright.
I'm killing
just-
my
I just
man,
need to.
Alright, awesome,
Uh,
good man.
I need to kill Noga, kill one more knight, and then I'm through.
Okay, I've got my first one waiting for my second night. After this ogre, I'll be good too.
Extra on stop spawn. Kill him.
I'm gonna double check this. Yep. Okay.
Give it the discount double check.
Okay.
Go and
Alright,
should be able
also
to.
have one.
Yeah, there it is. Glass is broken. Easy peasy.
I am coming as well. Through.
Huge. All right. Keep it PG, all right?
Oh lord.
Keep it in your britches, ladies and gentlemen. let's sorry, let's spread out.
All right,
Yeah.
are we calling statues, right?
Yep.
Right.
Oh, geez. Let's get that knight if we can. I think it might be me. Nope, it's not me.
I think I was one.
It's Cross.
Double
Oh, okay,
check.
it's me. Okay, who's?
T5,
Uh,
T5, 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 T5,
Yep.
T5.
There's a T-
Hunter
T-
with wire on it is 6. What was that? Let me double check that.
Gigs
That's
is
me.
Hunter with
Fine.
wire. So
Okay.
take Gigs
Yeah,
to 6.
yeah, Gigs is 6. Gigs is 6. Just had to double check.
Fallout
Nice.
2.
I believe I was 1.
Cowboy hat is, yeah, CB is 1. I'll go ahead
Fallout
and grab
Yeah.
2.
2.
There you go, you've been freed.
Easy.
First try.
GG, no read.
it is.
Huge.
And as we complete it, the illusion fades away. The corruption is revealed. And there it
Nice.
is. Now I can see the real nonsense of all of this place, where it's all corrupted and oh no, it's real bad. Oh. Still an amazing encounter, but man, there's always going to be a time I fear for Sherpas on this one, because really everybody does need to know what they're doing.
Oh, it's a fun time, let me tell you.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't do raid Sherpas nowadays. Okay, is everybody ready to proceed upwards?
Yes.
I am. By the way, 2 deep sites already. Blessed run.
Oh, very blessed run. Hell yeah.
Massive, massive.
I need armor like real bad, and the game just is like, nope.
Damn.
I got a robe, and it could be better. It could have resilience instead of mobility, but like, hey, it's 19 recovery, 19 discipline. That ain't bad. Got raid armor where you need the mods. Yeah, sure.
Oh boy.
Right. So, as we head on up here, we can see that the kind of interior of the silver wing tree, as it normally is, gets changed and cut away into the desiccated version. And this is where you can start to see the witness has begun its work and is carving things. But first, take a look over there. Over on the left-hand side, immediately as we exit. That looks suspiciously like the monolith from earlier, if people remember. I've had people in chat claim that there is a Bungie dev who says the witness is not the monolith, but seeing as I have not seen that on an official thing, and that's just a guy in chat, I'm going to stick to what this is until someone tells me otherwise. Because
No,
other
no,
than that,
chat never lies. They
chat
never
never
lie.
lies, they never lie. But also, I
But
mean,
it looks like if you follow the trail, like you can
goes
see that
on
it
down,
goes all
right.
the way down and it goes all the way up, and there's hands coming out of it now. So like it
Exactly,
seems
right.
very clear
and
that it
I'm
goes
gonna
from monolith into the witness.
And I'm going to go ahead and refer to an image here within the references because I still have it, I believe. Let me see. Nope. There. So if everybody still is looking at my stream, you can see the architecture of all of this that's built out into it all. And how everything has these kind of like slats almost to it that go up and down. And then if we go ahead and just fade back to the game cam, you can start to see those same up and down slats and structures are present all the way through. The difference is that the hands suddenly start coming along. So, to random guy in chat, please, if that is the case, go ahead and link the Bungie dev that said it.
I
but,
have
like,
the
I'm
so
so
clip,
sure.
but like I don't.
I don't think so, personally.
It's
If it gets said on
I
an official
like
raid along,
your
sure.
theory, yeah. Like, oh, where did I cursed again?
I should
Re-link the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems so clear to me. Like,
It's
how could it
very
be-
clear. Not to even if you look close at the thing, take a look at like the actual texture on the structural bits itself, and it's the exact same as all the other pyramid structures to it, right? Like, even texturally, it's keeping the same quality of it. The only difference is it starts to do these wild curves and bends. As for the actual tree itself, which is the last bit that I'm going to reference, the witness is making something here, and I'm going to try and find what the best place to sort of stand and demonstrate all this is. I think it's kind of here. Notice that whenever there's the like bark of the trees, it goes, relatively speaking, in straight lines, and occasionally it has like a shape at the end of one of those lines, or it just goes straight upwards. And this is a structure we've seen before. If you guys are in your reference images and look for everything from 14 all the way to 16, you'll notice what is called the stigma of the witness. You see these things growing through the pale heart, but the witness has been shown holding a bunch of these things, right? It's always got angles working at perpendicular lines, right? And it's always this thing of like, hey, it's going up and down, occasionally making shapes, and we don't know what this thing is. But it's everywhere. I mean, you see this thing on the side of the Upended. You see it in Encounter 1 in Vow of the Disciple. In fact, you see it all over the Vow of the Disciple raid. It's in the Witness symbol from Vow. And also, it's in the concept art for Final Shape. And it's here. Keep in mind all this is connected to a tree of silver wings-like structure down below, and the very center of it is very much like the trunk of a tree. And suddenly you can start to see that if this is a tree of silver wings that has been carved out, the Witness has desiccated this thing and has violated it. You can start to see the entire structure as it rotates and around, just as you look through it, up through the various layers. There are the different bits of the stigma of the Witness, and it's clear that this has been carved into something that it needs. How dare you, CB? Can I save it? Oh my god. Hold up,
Dude,
hold
my
up.
controller just fell on the
Oh
ground.
boy.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry.
Good
Unbelievable.
lord.
God, terrible.
I hate when that happens.
I know, the worst.
No, I'm not. I wish I was even playing, but I'm so sorry about that.
The stream replay will tell all the truth.
Oh.
But yeah, no, the entire thing here has been carved up, basically. And I don't know what purpose that serves, but it is remarkably like everything that is in all the Witnesses' architecture. As for whether that means that this is a structure needed to create the final shape, something that the light needs to be manipulated into, maybe that's told of in the Metaidoxia lore tab, because it talks about carving away the flesh of the Traveler, revealing the marrow of the light until eventually the Witness calls it perfection. That might be something close to what this is, at least in the Witness's perception of things. Also, there's lore throughout these branches, by the way. I want to say it's on one of these slanted platforms, like maybe here, maybe a bit further back. If people are missing it.
There was one further
picked
back
one
we
up,
got. Yeah.
Yeah, the one over there then, at that point. And then there's also the one which, I actually found this by looking through your day one stream, Cross, is the lore tab, or the lore apple, that you can grab from one of the branches behind one of the, like, semicircle bits. Which I believe you grabbed super quickly and then kept moving because it's day one and ain't nobody got time for that.
Where is that one?
Further up.
Okay.
There we go. Get to all that momentarily. For the most part, though, this kind of displays where we're at this moment. I didn't mention this at the very beginning, but it's worth remembering that raids are moments, like, frozen in time. You know, when you go and do King's Fall, canonically speaking, you're doing it for the first time, even if you're farming it, right? So whenever you go and you run King's Fall, it's always at that moment, just after you've defeated Oryx in the campaign, after you've completed the Taken War stuff, after you've gone through all of this. The final shape countdown timer in this raid is accurate and canon to that moment, you know? So whenever you see us ascending the monolith here to fight the Witness, this is the moment in time when the Witness is about to achieve its ultimate victory. The difference, of course, is that here in this moment, it is done offering us second chances. You know, it has given us enough. It is about to go ahead and actually enact the thing. We just need to stop it here and now. By the way, that lore piece is here. Over there, I believe.
You've got to be kidding me.
You good there, bud?
No, it isn't.
No.
Right there, Fallout. I know it's hard to believe.
No. Really not.
I know, it is a tree of some. Oh my god, I actually do see
Life
what you're
word.
dealing with. You got sent all the way to the bottom. That's
Like I
rough.
not only did my grapple get effed up and it broke and I fell, but I'm now like I didn't even die on the way down.
You know, Fallout, that's what you get for being a little
Oh.
cheater and using grapple.
For using grapple, yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you say this was? This one?
Damn.
It is there, I believe.
Oh, right over here. Okay.
Yes, on the other side. I want to say it's
Oh,
there. Yeah, one of
Maybe
these
this might
two
be-
If you
bits.
don't see it, you've already gotten it.
Okay, it must have been the only one I've had so far.
Yeah, oh, hell yeah. I mean, if you've got 5 out of 8, then you've got all the ones that you can pick up, and then it's just mods from that point onwards. Because you get a
Gotcha.
page whenever you get a mod drop, which we won't get this time around. But, you know, can't get them all. Also, I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there to the chat really quickly with regards to everything. Yeah, going back to some of the original concept art of the Witness, the witness as the actual structure, and in particular this one that I'm showing now of the witness as a snake, I think is really relevant because, I mean, like, if you take a look at where the witness is and how the structure of the witness just literally circles the entirety of this area, it's very reminiscent of that concept art, and regardless of what's going on with the witness and the monolith, I absolutely adore what they've done with that as far as, like, the actual character implementation and it being enormous. Just huge. And it's like I said, you know, it's very much like the head of a termite queen.
There is something, I don't know if you noticed this. If you're in the final encounter, if you look down at the bottom of like the actual witness model, you can see the room where you go and smash the statues.
Oh my god, for real?
Yeah.
For real though?
As in
I'm not trolling.
from the campaign and everything.
Yeah,
we gotta see this then, Gigs. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm fascinated to know what's going on with that, because if that's the case, that's awesome. Also, again, literally the voices within the witness, you need darkness to access them. That's pretty cool. I'll wait for Fallout and Cross to get here before I say anything, because before we enter and see the witness, there is like one last thing that we should probably point out.
Wait, is this a
On the
friendship door?
way.
It's it's actually the Paul Tassi door of worship.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I do think
The
it's
moment-
interesting
The
that
moment in
all the
time he got
col-
his sword.
When
the columns leading up to the door all have the worship darkness.
I'm here.
indeed,
combination,
but
and
it's
the door itself has worship light with the ghost and the
the
witness.
witness, indeed. But it's more than just worship darkness, because if you take a look at each of these different ones that I'm shooting at, each of the pairs has a different disciple on it. So this pair closest to the door is Callus. The middle
noticed that.
pair
That's awesome.
is Nezarek, and the first pair, appropriately given that he was the first, is Rulk. Gonna try and find a
Interesting.
better angle of all that.
Wow.
And it just goes, I think this is representative of the witness showing this last moment of saying, you could have joined them, you could have been a god, you could have been a disciple, you could have worshipped me, but instead, I now need to kick your ass. It's
I
even-
genuinely don't know what the witness is like expecting. Like if we're being real,
Right.
because the witness's whole thing is like, hey, I mean, like, look, I get it. Life is suffering. I have the answer. I'm gonna turn you into a statue for all eternity. Does the witness really think that people are gonna be like, "Oh, sign me up, baby? Like, that's great.
Yeah,
That's a
why
great
not?
idea. Yeah, I'm
Why
just
not?
turn me into a bird bath.
Would
the
you
next-
love me if I was still a shape?
Would you? I love it. Get this though. Some groups that have encountered the witness, civilizations, species, they have said yes.
Why?
Because it is an escape from suffering, right?
So is jumping into the Grand Canyon. Like, okay,
Yes,
if you
but
get
it's an
turned
escape
into a statue,
is the thing,
if you get
is the
turned into the
thing.
statue by a witness, do you feel anything? Are you aware? Are you conscious?
It is
that's
not
a good
death,
question.
but it's perfect stillness, and you are frozen in whatever moment the witness decides for you, right? So there are some
Right,
people who
true.
would sit there and say, I will loyally serve you as long as you freeze me in that perfect moment. And the witness is keen to offer those moments to people. Granted, it deceives them a whole bunch because, you know, it's the witness. It's done that the whole damn time. But, like, you know, it
Gotcha.
was willing to offer Crow the ability to be the royalty of the reef and to get
Right.
the respect of his
like,
family.
all the Vanguard were seemingly offered those moments too.
Now that much I could see. Basically, like if you bend the knee, then I'll freeze you in like the best moment of your life, right?
Yeah, right.
But if you don't, you're gonna get frozen into that moment where you crapped your pants in second grade or whatever, right?
Indeed. We'll wipe here for ammo when the time is right, but I want to see what Gigs is
sure.
doing.
Yeah, you actually see
Yeah.
it much better from earlier on. I just didn't want to point it out, but now I realize I probably should have.
Oh damn.
I mean, but it's inside there, basically.
Yeah, it's all the way at the bottom. Yeah, because that also makes sense because at the end of the campaign, that's like where you are or whatever when
facing
the
the
witness
witness.
just starts growing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no,
But
they
it's the
won't.
exact same
no,
architecture
everybody.
and everything.
Yeah. It certainly has the appearance of it too, based on the fact that the light from within is kind of this light, spooky blue, and yeah, that's kind of the light that's inside that room. I'll need to go
Yeah.
ahead and check that back if that's the case, because that sounds fascinating.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not.
okay, I'm gonna go ahead and rally. I can do glyph breaks. I can do whatever. Just
I
set
can
me at
also
it.
do whatever.
I
Since
can do
some-
glyph breakage.
I can do whatever you need me to do.
I'm on my
I-
Titans. I'll throw us on Aeons. I
I'm,
don't know what else I can do. No
I'm
what
on,
else the
I'm
Titan
on
can
my
do these
Titan.
days.
Say no more, man. It's okay. It's okay.
It's not so sad. It's not a sad reality.
Oh my god.
Where the Titan is right now.
Right. At least even Warlock can use Euphony, but like, damn, that's rough.
I know.
Before we start this, are there any further questions from anybody's chat or that anyone else has themselves before we go ahead and kick this thing's ass back into whatever?
I have some from chat. I'm not sure which I should ask. If I DM'd them to you, would you take the one that you want to answer the most?
Yeah, sure.
All right, great. I've been taking notes here. There you go.
I've got a question that is not related to the raid,
Yeah.
but someone's asking, will we see Dredgen You're alive one day since his ghost abandoned him before his death?
Oh, that's such a fascinating question. Oh my god, Cross. That's a gold mine. I need to steal that for a lore video, my guy. Okay, so
I'd have the Cobra on that.
oh
Classic.
wow, who asked that, by the way? Do you have their name? Because
Yeah, Cobra Chaos. He's one of my mods.
Cobra is big clap from me to you, Cobra. Seriously, that's an awesome question. Totally unrelated to the raid, of course, but still very much worth asking. They have deliberately abandoned Dredgen Yor because of the fact that he is so corrupted. I think the answer is therefore no. But with the way that we now view light and dark, if there is some means by which we can potentially cleanse that corruption, yeah, maybe. I need to also take a further look and see if Dredgen Yor's ghost did actually get killed at some point, because I need to double check my narrative on that one. Would need to check. As for Fallout's questions, let's see. Why was the Traveler buried on the Precursor homeworld? And didn't it arrive at them? No, that's actually a good question, but it's the reason why we, speculation brings us to the point that they were probably the first. We have no idea why it was buried there specifically. There is no way to tell. Nothing in the lore says anything. Even the limited Precursor records we have from the pre-order stuff and the Final Shape Collector's Edition, nada. Says nothing. Let's see. What is the final glyph in the mural on the Vow wall? Has it kind of been answered? I think the final glyph is deliberately left blank for a reason. And I think it's because the nothingness is the, emptiness of that glyph is meant to represent pointlessness, right? It is meant to
Damn.
represent a thing of having no purpose. So the witness will kill everything having no purpose because it will be a part of the final shape and therefore will have a purpose determined by the witness. Either that, or it is meant to represent entropy, which would also be killed by the final shape. That being said, the Vow wall, for the most part, totally played out, first line about Scorn and Hive loving the witness, worshipping darkness, yeah, sure. Second line about the witness entering Earth and communing with the Traveler and then drinking the light, all of that definitely played out too. So yeah. And let's see. Oh, what is Savathun planning based on Queen's Part 2? For those of you who haven't played the adventures post-campaign, go play them. They're fascinating. I think Savathun is trying to plan out a third way when it's clear that light and darkness are still opposing forces in the universe. I think Savathun is trying to find a way to become more powerful by using both, and by defining her own logic. She has also tried in previous iterations and potentially succeeded with plans of breaking the fourth wall and descending into higher realities, aka our reality. I kid you not, that's literally a part of the fiction that's been written, which is awesome. But yeah. That's it for the most part.
I like Savathun.
She's the best, man.
She's a great character.
I don't have a question, but I would like to hear the tale of the guardians that saved the last safe city on Earth from Insurrection Prime and how handsome they are.
They are the most handsome of guardians.
Ooh.
If you had to put them in a tier list, I'm sure we could find one tier list for them appropriately. That would be that would certainly be possible. But no, it starts with the great tale of the guardian called Bophades.
Oh, word.
I'm sorry. I still need to drop that one on Paul Tassi and catch him like that. I don't care. Now that he's done it with Mind Goblin, it's impossible. It's gonna happen one day.
But if I did have one question, like as we were going through the raid, each encounter we're kind of facing like a different enemy faction. Was there any significance to like I guess the factions that were involved outside of the Dread, obviously, like that's the obvious one. But seeing just about everything besides, I believe, the Fallen, I think is the only thing we didn't see.
Yes, and even then, arguably, we did see the Fallen as the
Yeah,
boss
true,
of the
true. And then we
encounter too.
did with exactly. So is there any like significance to just the factions in general that were kind of apart?
I don't think there is, but by that same token, I think that when it comes down to it, the entire point of the raid is that it's a representation of all the Witnesses' forces, right? So
Right.
it's literally rallied everything it has to this last stand. The Cabal Shadow Legion, the Vex of the Soul Divisive from the Black Garden. Technically, it's one Elixni boss that I guess is still there, which maybe has something to do with House Salvation, maybe doesn't, maybe is just another Elixni. You know, the Scorn here that you get occasionally as Screebs and Chieftains and in this last encounter, the Dread throughout and the Hive in Encounter 4. Like, it's everything that the Witness possibly has to throw at you. They even have, do they have Shadow? Do they have Taken? They have Taken somewhere in here, right? I think.
I'm trying
In
to
the
think.
second encounter.
Yes, there it is.
Yes, yeah,
the
because like the
Tremels.
Phalanx and the Taken Knight. Yep.
Yeah. So it is literally all of the different enemy groups. But yeah, I think that's it. It's just a thing of it's showing off the united front of enemies.
Gotcha.
I wish there was more to it too, though, because that would mean that you tie in each specific group and their significance with
Right.
each encounter. But no,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily the case. Although, I say that it might be something to do with loyalty, right?
Okay.
And that sounds a bit weird at the onset of things, but hear me out. The Vex are utterly loyal to the Witness, but they're kind of blind about it. You know, the Cabal in themselves in Encounter 3, they'll follow the Witness loyally as part of the final shape, but there are other traitors that have been. The Hive have their own traitors as well in the form of Savathun, but, you know, this faction is still very much loyal to the Witness. Here in Encounter 5, though, the Witness is joined by Dread, and it's joined by Scorn. The Scorn under the Witness are mindless. They have no autonomy, they have no free will, they have nothing except the Witness. And then the Dread serve the Witness loyally and from their own choice, as best I can see. So there could be something there about the hierarchies of the different loyalties and which ones can be relied upon more, where the Vex of the Black Garden at the bottom have literally been destroyed before by the Witness in the one mission in Lightfall where you basically find out about the Black Heart of the Black Garden. And it's basic, you know, that could be a thing of like, these are my least reliable goons, we'll put them
Interesting. So
guarding
scales,
the door.
so scales up in loyalty as we go. Possibly. That's an interesting interpretation.
Right? Which, I mean, you know, that potentially then continues. Callus, much as he was kind of ineffective, would still have been better than Aramis, who not only betrayed the Witness, but also lost against us multiple times in the process of trying to do the Witness's bidding. That's just a theory, but I mean, who knows, right?
So, thank you.
Yeah.
I have a question, comma statement.
Ooh.
Is the since we're in this, so in this encounter, where obviously like the mechanics are snag glyph breaker, pop the buttons, damage on the middle plate.
Yes.
Is the symbology of being like a glyph breaker the idea that we are like dismantling the stigma of the Witness to make it vulnerable?
Quite potentially, because it does link in with a bunch of those different buttons, right? I have no clue when it comes to that one, but if we reference everything earlier about the resonance and the final shape being music, feeding the energy of all of that directly back into the Witness's hands as a means of damaging them, that might have something further to do with it, right? In this instance, you don't have a conductor, the witness is your conductor. And in order to operate everything, in order to interface with the final shape, you need dark energy so that you can imagine something different. That's my best interpretation, but we'd be playing with some very loose factors here. Like some incredibly loose notes. And yeah, even at that point, that's guesswork. Like I said at the beginning, everything is interpretation for the most part because there's very few places, like in Vow of the Disciple, where they'll actually give us a concrete bit and piece about like, hey, this is what it is. This is not Deepstone Crypt where you get the journals of Clovis Bray and it tells you about what everything is definitively. So like, yeah. Interpretation all abound.
Gotcha.
Is everybody about ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good to go.
If needs be, I think I can glyph break.
Oh, did not mean to do that.
I can do
Oh,
whatever.
Wait, really? I just noticed something. You know, in your image 14, it's
Yes.
also the zipper on the witness.
Yes, indeed, it is the zipper.
Very nice.
They are literally wearing a stigma.
All right, I'm good. I'll glyph break.
Alright, so that's me and Gigs. We gonna get a third glyph breaker in here?
I can do it. Just tell me which one.
Okay, I'll do triangle because it's the one that's all janky.
I'll do circle.
I'll do square.
Alright, let's do it. Cross, you back? You good with this?
He's deafened.
Oh no.
Damn, that's crazy.
Everybody form a circle around Cross.
He's
If
the
he's
movie we were
AFK.
talking about in the first encounter. I think he's showing the example we were talking about of the conductor from that movie.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Is there any other sound things, I guess, while he's looking at that are anything of significance in here?
Not as best
Like in
I
terms
know.
of lore wise? Okay.
Unfortunately, not as best I know, but then again, it does also. I guess you have the whispering of the witness, but that's kind of a perpetual sound bite whenever anything to do with pyramid architecture is there.
Right.
Maybe if I shoot him a bunch, he'll feel the vibration, right? You know.
Now you see, there is a
Oh,
way we
I
could
know.
do this.
Yeah, I mean, oh, you know what? Let's just get him out of
Let's
here.
just give him a little love. nudge,
I've
you
had
know?
enough of this guy. Let's get him out of here.
Wow. Actually, do you survive out there?
The
Where?
pillbox is pretty far.
We'll find
Yeah.
out.
No, there goes the cross. It's okay, his res is
No.
up here.
Oh man.
We are actually locked out, so we need to
You can
jump back
jump
into
up
the
here.
encounter. Oh my goodness.
He's watching a clip from Whiplash. Well, tell him
Yeah.
to get his ass back on the mic.
Oh, brother.
Jeez. Jeez Louise.
It is a
Also
good
in the
movie.
DMCA as we speak.
I will sit here and I'll just say it, you know, it's much better than the alternatives of something bad has happened, his computer crashed, he's currently getting blue screened with a Windows update.
True.
After the day that I had the other time I last tried to stream recently, where prior to the thing happening, I had a Windows update and then everything on my stream's audio just died. Yeah, I'm not second guessing any of that nonsense anymore. It's just not worth.
Heard.
Karma will come back to bite me in the ass, and I just don't know when, but it will happen. So I'm not tempting fate.
Fair.
Isn't Windows fun? Yeah, Windows is indeed fun, Robcord. Actually, I wonder if we can go back down.
I know what might get his
I
attention.
think we can go back down. Yeah, Gigs, if you jump out here with me, maybe we can go back down and see the thing.
Maybe it might actually be even more obvious in the what is the mission called after this?
Excision?
Excision?
Yeah.
Oh, how do we end up back here?
Welcome back.
You missed a thing or two. I'm gonna let you
Yeah,
take.
Vendetta was the one that originally pointed out to me. I think we were in that mission when he did it too. Yeah, I think so. It is the same like architecture in terms of windows, but I think if we go to the mission, then we should be good. Wait,
Ah,
someone
where am
started and
I?
then just wipe it.
Yeah, I got you.
Is someone still? Oh, thank you, Fallout.
got you.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, no problem.
I was about to be like, oh no, we've all got to climb again. Oh.
Just love across this. How do we get back here?
How do we get out of here? We pushed you out.
Oh man.
All right,
that's funny.
let's just wipe that up.
This time with feeling.
This time, once again.
Passion
do it
and
for real.
feeling.
Oh, it is so hot. Oh god.
Yeah, when this is done, I need to turn my air conditioning back on.
Wish I had AC.
Oh. Your Destiny make goofy Borderlands style weapons. If it fits the context. Right, Gigs, Fallout, you guys still good to do glyph breaks?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I'll
Alright.
do circle.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Here we go. Okay.
Red is circle left.
Try to finish these subjugators on right.
Triangle.
There we go. Got my thing.
I need a triangle.
Ooh, I just shot mine. My apologies. Hopefully a new one will spawn at some point soon.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh,
Might
yep,
be in a
it's spawned on left. It's on T, on left side.
Heard it, yeah. On the way. Oh my god.
If anyone needs
Okay.
cleanse, let me know. I can cleanse you in the middle.
Red is the triangle left.
Aye.
Any golds anywhere?
I'm just gonna hit a button
Okay.
and do the thing.
Ah. Fuck it. There you go.
Golds of the circle,
broke one.
correct? Is that what you're looking for? Yeah, just if you guys have Glyph Breaker, just go for it. I've already hit mine.
Oh, I got magic RNG power. Okay.
I
We
am
need
waiting
what?
for
Three left?
gold.
Three left?
Yeah, 3 left.
Got it.
Ooh.
Should be some heavy on right.
Oh. You broke triangle there? Oh, okay.
Oh, square challenge.
Square twist,
challenge.
square
challenge.
twist.
My RNG is impeccable right now. Huge.
Alright, get ready for that jump.
I'm so ready.
Right. 3, 2, 1. Jump.
I have Glyph Breaker, so do we just need one more?
I'm looking for a square resonance, but I'll have that in a sec.
We have, yeah, one more after that.
Got it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can just do another.
Another subjugator.
Yep,
Oh,
I'll finish this one on
That's
right.
the one.
I can get circle real quick, and I can break.
Looking for the other triangle that's somewhere in the world. Oh.
I'm gonna
It's
finish
one of
this.
Circle. Oh,
it's-
okay. Hold on. Okay, I got it, so we're good to go. Damage,
Alright, go for it. Yep, alright, everyone to the middle.
Yes, yes.
Dupes, dupes, dupes.
Back right.
Back right. I might be dead here.
Ready to jump?
Lamau! Jump! I hit my super and immediately the beam began. That's lame. And back
Back
left.
There's gonna be a jump.
Right, get ready for jump. Ooh, front left.
Oh, yeah.
Back right.
Right.
Picked.
Oh, I gave you
get
the
out.
best res spot. What a spot. Thank you.
Nice job. Nice job.
Alright. Grab all that ammo. I'm
Ammo's
experimenting with the cool kid shoot to
Should-
loot strat the first time.
Oh man,
Oh,
what
shoot,
a
it's
G.
so good.
What a G.
I had like,
Vulpecula is my bae.
I don't even Vulpecula.
Oh, shoot,
I
what color was that?
with Euphony, I've decided to run a scout in my energy. Ooh, what the oh, Screeps, that explains the damage. Okay.
That's a fun little noise right there.
Yeah,
Somebody get a buy. I don't have a token.
I make
I'll
Scream
get it.
noises when I'm
I
next.
do have one. I can get there in a moment.
I'm getting them now.
Oh,
Thank
word.
you, CB.
Alright.
Yep.
Oof, that was terrifying.
Alright.
Alright. Let's see what that is. Okay, circle.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Can I get that before it dunks? Yes, I
Come
can.
on, shoot me with the thing.
When you guys see triangle, let me know where that is. Oh, never mind. It's right on top of me.
Sure.
Got it. There we go.
There's a red
peasy,
on
I'm the best.
circle left.
No, the best.
Simply the best.
I'm gonna finish that subjugator up here. Right.
Anyone? Oh, triangle. Don't mind if I do.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Oh, I died. Fun.
Square challenge. Square challenge. Square challenge.
Nice.
Nice work.
All right, get ready for that jump.
Jumperino.
3, 2, 1.
Jump. Anyone need a cleanse? I'm gonna go cleanse myself right now. Okay then.
Nope, I should be good.
Just checking, you know.
Okay. Looking for circle. Of course, it's right next to it. Huge.
Massive.
Oh my god, my nuts.
I got you,
Got you.
baby.
I got it.
Goodness gracious.
Huge. Okay, nice job.
I'm gonna
Nice job.
finish this subjugator here.
Should have made
Do
that
it.
adjustment before I did the thing.
Do
I got
it.
a final glyph breaker.
Yeah. All right.
Huge.
We can go for DPS then. Yeah.
Giggs is just best in the world.
Massive. DPS time. Let's go. DPS time.
Count.
Back right.
Back right. Front left.
Good job.
Jesus,
Front
there
left.
comes a
There
jump.
will be a jump.
Ooh.
Jump.
Do we have any more reses?
Yeah.
I do
mine.
not.
I do
Yeah, I
not.
know we're getting close.
Better kill him then.
I think we can do it.
You got it. Back right. Jump.
Damn. Oh, damn, I jumped too early.
I did too.
We got this in the bag. Easy mode right now.
I also
Don't
had
worry.
no heavy. All I had, I had like nothing left. Good luck.
Shoot to loot.
Thanks.
Shoot to loot.
Back,
Back
left.
left.
Front.
Front
All
right.
right, now it's gonna come from back. There's no jumping.
I should have hit
I'm
my
out of still hunt ammo.
transcendence.
I
Yeah,
got still hunt
it might be
ammo.
the right side.
Yo, I'm out. I'm out. I'm leaving.
That's rough.
It's GG's.
They'll never catch me.
Final
Damn.
shaped.
And
Yep.
ladies and gentlemen, that's what happens if you do not stop the final shape. Ouchies.
We did that to show a point of what would happen.
God damn. Oof.
Cooking.
Cooking. Yeah, I just need to not have Screebs try to crawl in places that they're not meant to be. That should be fine.
Hey now.
Is everybody rallied and ready?
Ready.
Sure.
All
Why
right,
not?
let's do it. Let's go.
There. Freaking hand.
Let me know if anyone sees a new triangle come up. Never mind. Okay, I see it's round T.
Triangle's over on me. Yep.
Oh my god. All right, got it. Huge.
My thing. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a glyph break in middle if anyone needs cleanse.
Huge. I'm okay
Nope.
for now.
Okay. All right.
Square challenge again. What the hell is going on?
All squares all the time.
Witness is testing me.
Testing my patience out here.
Go finish
get-
this subject either.
Get ready for that jump.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, jump.
Huge.
I'm gonna see
Yeah,
if I
you
have the
and
right.
by Weaver at the same time.
I'm gonna
That was
see if
scary.
this is the
We got
correct
one
resonance.
left.
I'm gonna take a gamble here.
Yikes.
Ooh,
Good shot.
Gambo did not work out. That's fine. Okay, whoever gets the last thing, I'm gonna need to cleanse. Actually, no, I could try
Is there
for...
red anywhere?
Like a... You mean square?
Like the-
Yeah, left side, left
I got
side.
it. I got it last. I got last.
Nice
Oh,
job.
sick.
Nice job.
Huge.
Huge.
I'm swapping.
Is it time?
It is
Yeah.
time.
You're slobbing what?
Subjugator week.
Swapping loadouts. Yeah.
He's slobbing.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Damage, yay.
Alright, here we are. Right,
Back
back
right.
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 Oh, I'm so effed. Where am I?
Front
Front
left.
left.
Front left.
No jump.
No jump. Back right.
Back right.
Right.
Jump. Oh god, front left.
Front left.
Back right. And jump.
I still gotta go to somebody give me up.
We got you.
Huge.
Damage, guys.
I made sure to run well this time. That way we had something.
Huge. Look at
We
that
weren't
damage.
running well last time.
We sure weren't.
That's awesome. We didn't
we
need
should have
it.
talked about it, but I was like, oh, well, Bipe had it for the first boss, so Bipe will have it for this time, right? Oh, well.
Yeah, I will admit I did switch to my like
mean-
Euphony still hunt equivalent for Warlock.
No, it's
Lamau.
totally fine. I'll be support this time. Ain't no big.
I appreciate
Well
you,
is
T.
for casuals, right?
You sure? Sure.
Yeah, for
Oh my
casually
God, I'm
clearing
dying.
the
I'm
raid
good.
with the bros.
Casually the best. Totally not overpowered slightly than the rest.
Yoinking me! Like 3 times in a row.
I'm going to cleanse. Anyone want to join me? Yay, nay.
Yeah, sure. One sec.
Yeah, get over here.
ammo.
Yeah,
Go
get
for
over
it.
here.
There should be at
And
least some
booyah.
heavy for ET on the right side.
All right, word.
Can't
Okay.
speak for Spesh, but heavy.
Oh, where's Circle?
Okay.
Good question.
Oh, of course it's there. Nope, that's just a thing on the
It's
ground.
circle.
Circle challenge.
Yes, sir.
God,
that one.
God damn. Okay. Never
I got
mind.
the rest.
I'm on way from the dude.
Nice
Actually,
job.
I'm gonna
nice
wait till
job.
you choose. That way
Okay.
we don't have to worry about you with the challenge.
Yeah, go for it. Just don't worry about my
Or
stuff.
what if we farmed him though?
Jump. Fun fact, if
I'm
you're suspended,
probably
you
dead.
survive
Yeah,
the
okay.
challenge.
That's actually kind
Yeah,
of funny.
well, that was annoying.
Might have farmed you. I'm sorry.
Oh, the scream!
More heavy on right.
Damn.
Someone snagged my ghost. I got suspended, and then everything shot me.
I saw your perspective when that was happening, T. That was rough.
Yeah, I was like, I'm dead. I'm
That was
just dead here.
that was just that was just unfortunate, honestly.
Yeah.
We're looking
rough
pretty good here.
happens.
We need 2 more, by the way. 2 more.
Yeah, we got plenty of time
I'll
on this.
finish this
We got
sub on green
plenty
again.
of time.
I'm gonna-
Okay,
Stop
should-
suspending me.
Ow, I'm hurt. Ow, it hurts badly.
I'm trying to weaken.
Shoot, I didn't see what type of.
I'm gonna finish
one
this.
more.
There
let me
should
know
be a
when-
decent amount of heavy on right.
Ouch. Sorry.
Oh my
Ooh,
god.
I actually
Wow.
need to be cleansed. Shoot.
Booped into the thing. Yeah.
Can
I need to be
anyone
cleansed
cleanse,
too, sadly.
though?
Oh yeah, I need to.
Oh god.
Actually, no. I guess I could probably just
Cans
do
everywhere.
and get 3. I'll be fine.
I
I need
gotta.
a circle though.
I need to let me know if we do, because I need to cleanse it. I guess the last one, though, right?
Oh my god, I might get screebs. But you know what? I'm
Yeah,
okay
we
with
have
it.
Oh,
one
I
more.
got. Yep. Okay. Cool. I got one randomly. I have
That's
left
for
break.
DPS.
Do you need
Uh,
cleanse? Oh no, that's DPS.
I'm
yeah,
about
yeah.
to get. I'm about to get
That's
final
DPS.
cliff break. Is DPS?
No, I've got it. I've got
yeah,
it.
dude,
I've
we
got it.
DPS, we're good.
Everyone's the
If anybody
It'll-
needs
it'll
to
get
have
rid of the
after, it's
timer.
gonna be on the right side.
Okay, I'm heading over. Sweet. Damage time.
Okay.
right.
Front
Right.
right.
Back left.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Get ready for a jump. Front left. Back right.
Owie.
Huge.
That well is just God's sent.
Nice
No well.
job.
All right, here we go.
Oh, he mad though.
He very mad. And back right.
Golden
Front
gun.
Left. GG's.
My guardian disappeared. So
Nice.
I'm just a floating gun on my screen.
Golden gun activate.
Nice.
I'm going after him.
Titan style.
Nice.
Nice.
This looks so weird.
Sick. And you can actually see if you look down,
Huh?
you see the bit where it's split, like the very head of a xenomorph coming out in Alien 2. It is cut off from the rest of its monolith.
Oh.
Right there.
This
Which-
has been truly,
Which is pretty
truly
sick.
a blessed run.
Did you get a euphony?
I mean, I already had one, but I got another one.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I haven't gotten mine yet. Feels bad.
That's unfortunate.
I am unfortunately one of those people who's gotten 2 euphonies. I wish I could share.
Damn.
But
Damn.
yeah. Now that the witness has been severed from the monolith, it has lost its connection to the light of the traveler, and that's the point at which we, of course, see the cutscene, we jump into Excision, and everything else happens from there. And that then leads, of course, to the eventual death and destruction of the witness, and the end of the final Shape campaign. And
Wait.
well,
Oh, I'm sorry. Continue.
no, that's all good. You got questions? Go for it.
No, my question was completely unrelated. I was just more of amazed of my RNG. 3 deep side drops and the exotic drop in one run.
Damn,
Damn.
I
Vegas
didn't know
man.
such a thing was possible.
Stealing everyone
I guess.
else's
I guess
RNG?
speaking of the euphony, Bife, is there any like tie-ins that you can like tell us on the weapon too, just for
Yeah,
people who might
so-
not know that much about it?
Yeah, I mean, especially considering everything else that we
Right.
said earlier in the raid about how euphony ties in with the idea of music. It describes the final shape as something plucked along a golden harp by the witness in this. You know, the whole thing of like, oh, such sweet music we shall make. If you look at the actual physical, let me kill the chat real quick in game so that I can show that off a bit better. But if you look at euphony, it's even reflective of this in its actual aesthetic. Euphony itself has these golden strings pulled taut across the entirety of its frame, which are highlighted in strand energy with it. So, in a certain sense, this is perhaps a reflection of the actual embodiment of the final shape as the witness would build it. That is my best guess, but also euphony in the name implies a multitude, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to go ahead and look that up really quickly because I need to make sure I say that correctly before I throw that out there willy-nilly. But I believe the word euphony is all about something to do with plural. Let's see. Ah, yes, quality of being pleasing to hear, tendency phonetic changes. Yep, so that's why you go ahead and check, because it's nothing to do with that. Yeah, so it's about things that are pleasant. In the instance of the witness building sweet, sweet music, which is representative of the final shape, yeah, it makes sense as to why this exotic would be called that, if this is an instrument that it uses like a golden harp to help create it. Also, things I didn't
Interesting.
realize, there's a hand in this damn thing. There's 2 hands, actually. One on
Really?
the trigger and one
Wait.
under the sight.
Oh, you're looking at a gun.
Yeah, I'm looking at a euphony.
Gotcha.
There's like
Is
one
there
hand
on
there and one
euphony?
there. Yeah, there's one hand on the underside of the trigger, and one where it's literally holding the sight.
Oh
and it's
yeah, I
in the
do
palm
see
of its
that.
hand.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, Bife, have you seen this?
What is? The...
Oh no.
Okay. Well.
Oh, he's a slippery one.
I said it. Oh, I said it. Oh.
He's a slippery one. You can't shake him. You can't shake that
Fallout
Bife.
and his incredible tricks taken straight
my
from the book of
lord.
the great hero Sagandis himself. Unbelievable.
Eat your heart out, Savathun.
Well, hey, thank you so much to all of you for jumping in and joining me on this. Fantastic.
you for
to
doing
do
this.
all
That
of
was
it.
really
very
fun.
fun.
This was
you.
probably
Putting it
like
together, Bife.
one of the best raids I've ever done. It was so fun.
Hell yeah. I'm so glad. For those of you who want to go ahead and catch any of these fine streamers for yourself, I've linked all of their Twitches down below in the chat when it comes to the actual VOD here on YouTube. I know that I want to say all of you also have YouTube presences. T, I don't know if you still use yours, but...
Not
yeah.
really.
Okay.
But who knows? Maybe one day.
Either way, I'll see about making sure all of those are linked when the VOD goes up, when this is found afterwards. But for everybody who showed up to the stream, and for everybody who stayed with us for the whole time, thank you so much. It's been absolutely fantastic. And I hope it was really good for all of you guys too. I was glad I was able to answer some people's questions, and yeah, it's been a really great time. But I think that's going to mostly be it for everybody. So thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead
Thanks
and
again,
just...
Bife.
Appreciate
Bye.
you.
Thank
you so
much, man.
Pleasure.
It
So
was
much
Fun,
wonderful,
buddy. A
dude.
lot of fun.
No.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to
Yeah,
drop
thank you for inviting us.
No worries. I'm
I
going to drop
learned so
everybody...
much today, man.
Yeah, I'm going to drop everyone their accommodations, and then we shall call it quits. I'll drop us in the helm. By
Damn
the way,
right.
congratulations to Fallout with the top DPS.
Woo!
Yeah.
GG's, guys.
That means that
GGs.
Cross gives 69 subs, right?
That's it. That's how it
oh,
always
damn.
goes. It's
Sure.
always 69.
Jeez.
Nice.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care.
Take care.
Everybody have a
Later,
good one.
guys.
Take care.
Later.
Bye. While we go ahead and do all of that, to everybody who's watching the stream, again, thank you so much to all of you for turning up. It's been really fantastic having you all here, and thank you for all the great questions. Thank you for keeping it so wonderful and civil in chat. And yeah, really excited to see when we do another one of these. I know Fallout mentioned doing one with Anno. I'm sure we could go ahead and find something else out. Maybe we do something for a dungeon, maybe we do something for certain strikes like we did with Andrew. I don't know. I want to make sure that we do one of these whenever it makes sense and don't overdo it. There's a lot of... I'm going to show you guys this really briefly. There's like a... This is my notes for all of this. Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot of prep that goes into all of this. So like, you know, thank you so much for turning up and making it a real successful thing. It's going to be real nice to just be able to publish like practically a 4-hour video to YouTube and just be able to do all of that. But you guys and gals here in the chat coming along and saying hello, you make it all happen. So again, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and know that as per usual, your viewership as always has been quite enough for me. Rodacia ad Astra. I will see you starside.